I am not bored. I am bored. If you're on Twitter, you would get that. You'll get that reference. So yeah, this is pretty last minute. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Darren Gilliam, aka Black Lives Matter. So let me tell you about my day. So, basically, wait, hold up. Is my thing live? Hold on, give me a second. I gotta refresh this thing. Make sure it's live. There we go. Now it's live. There we go. Sorry for the inconvenience there. But anyways, so let me tell you about my day, guys. So another day in quarantine. I believe this is like day 8 or 9 or something like that. So I get up like around 8 or 9 o'clock. I feel hella sick. I'm like, uh-oh. Like, I don't think I have the virus or anything like that. But I was supposed to be on the BS stream with Jarrett to watch the esports race. So I was like, okay, let me sleep this off another hour, see what it is. And then about 30 minutes before the race starts, I straight up tell Jared, I'm like, yeah, I'm not coming on. So I basically end up sleeping all the way from... Wait, hold up. Let me make sure I'm straight. Okay, there we go. So I end up sleeping in and out of the race the whole time. And I ended up seeing the finish, too. That was cool. So Hamlin won. Junior almost won, too. That would have been awesome. But it was still a good race nonetheless. And I don't end up tweeting about it until like I think an hour or 2 hours later, and then I keep falling in and out of sleep. I don't actually get up until like 3 or 3 o'clock around that time. Shower, and then I eat a little something, and then like I'm just watching the news and stuff, and basically there's literally nothing to do anymore. There was like a few spots that you could still go to out here in Vegas, but like now they shut it down. It is zero zilch. There is nothing to do, man. So I had this series in mind for a while. If you watched the channel last year, I tried this with, playing full races on my channel. The problem is, though, is that I had no choice but to download races from, the other uploaders' channels. So I'm like, okay, I'll just do that. But then it turns out that's a big no-no. You can't do that. So I understood I wasn't supposed to do that. So instead, now that I've been more averse with OBS, I was thinking, oh, okay, just put the desktop... your desktop, show everyone your desktop, and then just play the race through there, and make sure the desktop audio is fine, and then set the camera, at the right on the right hand bottom. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and I figured a perfect race to start this series off with. If this wants to be a series, this is just a last minute deal. So I plan on doing these a lot during like the whole quarantine period, which will probably be a couple months. But even after that, if you guys still want to do this, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know in the chat. So yeah, I figured let's just watch a full race. I'm not doing anything else. I know it's hella late for you guys over on the East Coast. But on the West Coast, it's fine. It's only 6:03 right now. So I figured the perfect race to start this off is the 2005 Daytona 500. Now, I have not watched the full broadcast since I was in first grade, which is when this race aired, early 2005, February, of course. So I have yet to watch the full race since then. I've obviously seen some highlights here and there, but I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. I'm like, we're not doing anything, so I'm like, we might as well. Let's see, we got, holy shit, 108 people watching. Don't worry, I'm about to start off right now. So 114 people watching, actually, and only 42 likes. Make sure to click the like button. But yeah, so anyways, let's get on into it. So let me make sure my, the desktop audio and all that other good stuff is good. Wait, what? I don't know why my camera audio was on. There wasn't even any audio playing through it. All right. So let me just make sure it's all set. Should be good there. Yeah, it should be good. I'm trying to get it exactly the way I want it. OBS is being difficult right now. Okay, that's good. All right, so really quick, before I start, before we begin, hold on. Let me make sure. So I have the full screen on. So once I set it to full screen, it won't let me go back and adjust settings, so that's why I had to set them up right then. Really quick, guys, let me know in the chat if that's good. If that's good, then I won't touch it the whole time. We can just start playing. So y'all let me know really quick, and then we can just get this going. 128 people watching. Let's do it. And really quick, guys, I barely eaten all day, so I got my stuff ready because I don't plan on leaving this because it's a 3-hour and 16-minute race. I mean, that's how long the broadcast is on here. So let's see. I got a giant ass pizza. I got some hot sauce too because I love hot sauce on pizza. And then let's see. I got 3 things of water right here. And then also, perfect, I got 3 things of Mio. I love freaking Mio, dude. So let's see what flavors I got. Let's see. I got Berry Blast, cherry blackberry, and then sweet tea. Freaking sweet tea. I didn't even know they made a thing like that. So I'm just gonna start off the Sweet Tea one. I'm gonna do one of each, but let's hope I can get through all these. I mean, it's 3 hours, so I'm probably gonna get through all of these as we speak. But oh yeah, and also I got some barbecue chips as well. So I'm all set. I'm all ready to go. All right, but anyways, let's get right into it. The 2005 Daytona 500 from start to finish. Here we go. And let me know how the audio is, of course, too. Oh wait, there we go. All right, now let's begin.
Fox Sports welcomes you back to the Great American Race and the Daytona 500 as we count you down. 17 states represented today in this race with drivers from California and Missouri. 6 different drivers from each of those.
Is this right? Let me make sure it's adjusted.
And we have 6 drivers competing in their first.
See, it's a little too big on y'all's perspective, though. That's the problem. Hold on. Let me fix this. See, it's like hella big. Hold on. Just let me adjust this really quick. I got to go all the way down to sources and adjust this. Because once you have it on full screen, it doesn't let you adjust. I don't get it. It just doesn't. I don't know why. Let me see if this works. Nah. See, we're doing all this in real time. See, I have no idea how this works. So let's see. Alright, let's see how this is. It might be the same thing, but if it is, then oh well. Oh, sorry about that. Give me a second. Let me adjust this really quick. There we go. Alright. I don't know. Hopefully it's it'll look good to you guys. I mean, I'll watch back and forth, but we'll see. Oh, video's too loud to hear my mic. Thank you, JC. Thank you for letting me know heads up. Or straight up. I'll turn it down a little bit. And it should probably be good. But anyways, alright, so let's see if it actually works this time. Let's see if it'll, once I do the full screen, how it'll look. Just give me a second. Let me see how it looks. Is it alright? Hey, let's just go through the ceremonies and then we'll adjust it as we go along.
Daytona 500 ever, including Martin Truex Jr. leading the way from the 10th spot on the grid. Right now, let's pause and reflect as we take you down trackside for the opening ceremony.
Oh yeah, opening ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your hats?
Everyone
as
rise
the
and
Military
remove
District
your
of
hats.
Washington Joint Armed Forces Color Guard present our nation's colors.
Holy shit, it was packed.
And now, will you
This
please
was
welcome
back
Dr.
when we
Tim
had
McNeil
backstretch
as he delivers today's
Those were the
invocation.
days.
Let us pray. We celebrate, O God, today the spirit of America and celebrate this great American race. We pray for these ambassadors of speed. Grant them courage, wisdom, and valor as they run the race before us. And grant that we may be ambassadors of a new era, building bridges of hope, promise, and peace throughout all the nations. Shalom and amen.
Amen.
And now, please welcome back actress, singer Vanessa Williams as she performs our national anthem.
Oh, hands over your hearts, guys. Oh, it's gonna take forever. I can already tell.
Can you see by the dawn's early light?
Hey, it's Mayfield.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Oh yeah, Bobby Hamilton Jr. Jeez, that's right. He was in this race. Hey, there's Thick Boy. Before he was thick. Oh, now that was a dope shot. I don't remember that shot because it was so long ago. Now that was a dope shot of the Eagle. That was cool.
Air Force Base.
The great American race and all our troops everywhere around the world watching. We salute
Well,
you. And
finally all that stuff's out of the way.
Television
Here we
Network.
go.
Fisher over in the Middle East. His father Ted works
Man.
with us.
Over
And we're all
160,000,
proud. This
by the way.
broadcast in high def.
Really
Those
quick, how's
people
the
sitting
audio
up high,
from
they'll be
my
less
end
def when
when
the
the
cars
race
go
broadcast
racing
ends? Is everything
around as the
good?
drivers
If so, I don't have
more
to
than
change
$17
anything.
million on the line. No matter what the result, it's worth the ride.
Oh, I'm already copyrighted. See, this was back when Fox was really good. They would do these little, promotional pieces during the races. You could just tell, like, back then, everything was well thought out, well edited. I don't know, just NASCAR on Fox just doesn't have the same vibe to it as it did in the early 2000s. See, the Nextel era, that was good. That was a different type of era.
$17 million.
Whoa.
185
There we go.
miles an hour. It's the greatest
They left the
short
audio
race in the
issues
world.
in too. I like that.
Since 1959, 25 different drivers have hoisted the Harley J. Earl Trophy. A win in this event not only makes your season, it makes your career. Today, two of NASCAR's most
Oh, yeah,
prolific
this is
wheelmen,
supposed to be Mark
Martin
Martin's
and
final
Rusty
Daytona
Wallace, hope to
500.
begin their final season by doing something they've never done before: win the Great American
It's supposed to be
Race.
his final. He's basically Brett
A
Favre
football
before
team's
Brett
getting 6
Favre made
months
it.
leading up to the Super Bowl. How does 2 weeks sound? 132 crew members change teams, and they will get their first race together today, the Super Bowl of NASCAR.
Today's race seen in
Oh, Steve
150
Burns. R.I.P., man. I miss
countries
Steve
in
Burns to
23
this day.
different languages. In the grandstands, fans from 20 different countries, including Australia,
Yeah, there was a lot
Japan,
of
Mexico,
people from
Switzerland,
different countries
even Sweden.
in this year's 500.
And 200,000 fans here in attendance watching drivers go
Junior's a
200
solid black
miles
helmet
per
or something
hour.
different.
We'll be
And I
back.
also low-key like carpets too. Whoa, whoa.
Fox Sports welcomes you
Wait,
back to
wait a
Daytona,
minute, what?
the Great American Race. Let's go down to the track for the command.
And now, for the most
Wait, hold on,
famous
back up. That's crazy. Oh, look at that. See, they really left everything in. What is up with the racetrack? Damn. See, I like that NASCAR left all the, the little broadcast issues in there too, unedited. I like that.
Fox
It
Sports
was
welcomes
frozen.
you back to Daytona, the Great American Race. Let's go down to
And
the
also,
track
shout out to
for the
NASCAR
command.
too. The quality
And
is
now,
on
for the
point. I
most
like that.
famous words in motorsports, from the action-adventure film Sahara, opening April 8th in theaters everywhere,
Yeah,
actor
yeah, here we
Matthew
go.
McConaughey.
All right, all right, all
It's
right.
my all-time favorite command.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Damn. They need to bring him back to do the command again. They have to. He's been back since. I don't think he's done the command since the 05 500. They need to bring him back. Let's see, we got
An emotional
9
command
onboard
from
cameras.
Matthew. Now the guys who will call the race, and they're getting fired up. The voices of NASCAR on
And
Fox.
here's
Daryl
my most
Waltrip,
favorite
Larry
part about
McReynolds. Let's
NASCAR
also
on
welcome
Fox.
in
We're about
Mike
to see.
Joy. Hey, Mike, you guys ready to go?
We've been waiting all winter for this, Chris.
Well, no, I mean,
now, that was
obviously,
16 years ago,
broadcasting they
Daryl.
had
You
back
and me
in
in
the day
Victory
was
Lane, we
good,
only had
but I
one
thought they were about to
microphone
do
then. But
live.
Scott runs up to me this morning. He's 5 years old. He goes, Dad, tell me this is the Daytona 500.
Listen, I know how it feels. Listen, I laid awake all night long. I didn't sleep at all that night. I prayed. I prayed for my car. I prayed for my team.
Damn,
I
it
was
looks
so
young.
nervous,
I mean, I
and
know
that's
it's
the way every
2000
driver feels when you start
2005,
this
obviously
race.
they do, but, like, just compared to
Anticipation.
now, geez.
You're
They've been doing this for a long
anticipating so
time,
many
man.
things. You borrow trouble. You think of every possible scenario that could go wrong. What's going to happen to my car?
What the? Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if you just heard that. There's somebody has a megaphone outside. Hold up. Let me check this out. What in the world? Okay, I don't know what that was, but somebody had a megaphone outside and they were blurting out a bunch of gibberish. Okay, see, now I see it right there. Okay, hold on. You're only getting part of the picture. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Let me sort this out again and see if I can finally get this to fit. Maybe if I have it a little bigger, it might work. I think. All right, now let's see. Let's see if it'll work now. But yeah, did y'all hear that? Y'all heard that, right? Only in Vegas, man. Oh my God, see? I can't get it to fit. What in the world? I can't get it to fit, guys. I don't know why. It won't let me fit it.
What's going to happen to my crew? What's going to happen?
No, I don't want to play it now until I get it to freaking fit. It won't fit, though. Okay, what if I set it over on the side just a tad? See, I'm moving it right now. I'm not messing with OBS because it's not OBS. It's like, this is just the way the desktop is set up. It's just not right. Okay. Let me see if it'll work now. Does it look better? Let's see now. No, it's doing the same thing again. Okay. Okay, I'll probably just have to do it in theater mode. If that's... Yeah, even in theater mode, it's not showing the whole thing. What the... I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing. Okay, actually, you know what? I know what to do now. Give me a second. Now that I have it in theater mode, I'll just cut it up. Hold on. Give me a second. And then we can finally watch the race as planned. I don't know what it's doing. Okay. So we'll kind of just move it in there just a little bit. Hang on. Ugh. So, it's just so ugly looking. I don't want it like that. Oh, okay. Now I got it. Okay, I'm not even going to cut it up. I'll just make it bigger and just have the whole thing fit. There we go. I think that's good. That's good. Okay, it should probably be good. Okay, so now we have the whole thing fitted. Let's see. Let's see how it looks.
When somebody bump drafts me, are they going to hit me too hard and wreck me? So many things go through your mind. But you know what? At the end of the day,
all right, that looks good.
It's all about relief. I am so relieved.
All right, see a lot of thumbs up in the chat. Thank you, guys.
It's the biggest day of a driver's life, but Larry McReynolds, you have 2 of those championship rings as crew chief with Davey Allison and Dale Earnhardt.
All right, how's the mic sound?
Winning this race
is it better?
Well, Mike, it's something I thought about when I was a little boy, coming in here sitting in the grandstands. It's something that I thought about working on those short track cars around Birmingham. The first 11 years I came here as a crew chief, and you would be pumped up to win it, and then you'd leave here and say, you know what, we'll get them next year. And finally, in 1992, won that Daytona 500 with Davey Allison.
A little louder.
You feel like your career is complete.
This is as loud as it gets,
guys. For a second time in 1998 and win it with Dale Earnhardt. And I put this ring
I have
on,
it as
and
close to me as
other than
possible.
my wedding ring, it's one of my most prized possessions because winning the Daytona 500 twice is 2 of the most special moments in my career and in my life.
Nobody else might kiss this ring, but I sure do. That's
right. It's the biggest single day of any stock car racer's career, the Daytona 500. Budweiser, official beer of NASCAR, proud sponsor of the Budweiser Pole
and
Award.
Here we go.
The fastest qualifier at each Nextel Cup
early
race.
2000s
Budweiser
NASCAR
congratulates
the
Dale
Bud Pole
Jarrett.
Award in the starting grid. Play the music.
There is the last man to win the Daytona 500 from the pole, Dale Jarrett, a 3-time winner of the Daytona 500. Here's how they will line up today. Alongside Jarrett, Jimmy Johnson, winner of 4 of the last 6 Nextel Cup races. In row 2, the winners of Gatorade's Duel at Daytona, Michael Waltrip, Tony Stewart. Row 3, defending 500 champ Dale Earnhardt Jr. with Jeff Burton, new leader of the Childress team, perhaps. Mike Skinner and Kevin LePage, 2 dark horses in Dodges. Row 5, the Rocket, Ryan Newman, and Martin Truex Jr., the Busch Series champion. Row 6, Ricky Rudd in his 28th 500, and Scott Riggs, who made his Nextel Cup debut here last year. The champion of the series, Kurt Busch, and prior champ Matt Kenseth.
They say the champion
Jeff
of the
Gordon,
series, Kurt Busch.
2 times a Daytona 500 champion. And Scott Wimmer, who was 3rd last year. A brace of Dodges in row 9, Jamie McMurray, Sterling Marlin. Kyle Busch, younger brother of the series champ, and Bobby Labonte, a past champion.
Damn, it was only 19.
Kenny Wallace in his
Hamilton
500,
did
and Bobby Hamilton Jr.
A special tie team.
Greg Biffle, who won the July race here a year ago. And Jeremy Mayfield, who has a 3rd place finish in this race. Travis Quaffle, a Truck Series champ, and Jeff Green, a Busch Series champion. Carl Edwards, graduates from the Truck Series.
Edward,
And Brian Vickers, 2 years ago, the Busch champion.
Where'd you go?
Casey Mears and Kevin Harvick back at row 15. Then veteran Ken Schrader and Mark.
Oh yeah, this was Mark. This was his final 500, guys. This is Martin's final 500.
Petty, fastest of the Dodges in time trials. Joe Nemechek in a backup car. Mike Bliss moves over to the 0 team, and Rusty Wallace in his final 500.
This was actually his final 500.
Casey Kane with all those runner-up finishes last year, 5 of them, and Dave Blaney. Elliott Sadler, transmission trouble, forces him to the rear alongside Jason Leffler in a new Joe Gibbs ride. Morris said, the road racing expert, and John Andretti. Finally, Mike Wallace got the final transfer spot on speed.
And now you
to
see
break
why I
into
love
this race.
NASCAR and Fox, man. Well, back then.
The field rolls out, and we will too, and we'll be back for the start of the 47th annual Daytona 500.
See, it's just little things like this is what makes it great. There's so much copyrighted music. So even if I do keep this up, I do plan on keeping this up actually.
NASCAR on Fox
definitely can't
welcomes you back to the
monetize. I even turned off
47th
super
annual
chats.
Daytona 500. Pace cars
fun.
lead the field. And Darrell gets a chance to talk to one of the sentimental favorites in today's race.
Let me guess, it's Mark Martin. I knew it!
DW, buddy, you're sitting out there, getting ready to run your last 500. What's going on?
No, he's not. No, he ain't.
Well, I'm thinking I'm in good shape here.
He's going to pull the Brett Favre on y'all, like about halfway through the season and be like, no, I changed my mind, sorry.
Got the best car I've ever driven, the Daytona, and I got a bunch of good race cars and drivers behind me. And in front of me, got the work cut out for me.
Hey,
but,
look, he's even got the thing on his on the back of his car too, like, oh, final 500 or something like that, or final year, last call or something. No,
to you, Mark, to you personally.
he raced until
golly, Darrell, you know what
2013. Wait, was it? Did Martin race until 2013 or 2014?
It's a big old trophy.
I want to say
that would mean,
2013.
Probably the most to me. Just look at that. Look at that trophy on any given day.
But still, it would have been cool if Martin did win.
You got the horse to do it with, bud. Set up in there and go hard. And,
or championship. Okay, 2013. Yeah, I knew it. I wanted to say 2014, but I was like, no, Stewart came back.
Let's have a look at the all-new Chevy Corvette pace car.
What? What is that spoiler? Oh my God! Look at that wing! Oh my God! That was freaking high. Jesus.
Looking back at Dale Jarrett and
I guess that was the style back in the day. Oh, hell no, I can't have that big thing on
this
there.
week, Jeff Gordon told me today he's on a drive for 5, not a 5th Nextel Cup Series championship, but he wants to get owner Rick Hendrick his 5th Daytona 500 victory as a car owner. His team began building
Gordon
this
really
very race car 6.5
didn't have a
months
fast
ago.
car during qualifying. I think during the duels
have gone
he was
into
just
this race
like
car,
hanging
several
around. So
trips
that's
to
why
the
he was
wind tunnel,
15th.
all in winning this
Figured he'd be
race.
like top
This
10.
car they hope to leave here to put in Daytona,
Just cruise at
USA,
Daytona, doesn't matter where you
and
start.
leave here also with a lot of momentum going for that 5th championship. But today, it's all about winning the Great American Race. To Jeannie Zelasco.
Oh, yes. How big is this race? Kurt Busch told me it is an honor and a privilege to be the Nextel Cup champion.
Whatever happened to Jeannie
But he
Zelasco? She
admitted there would
left
be a
after
hole
06,
in his
I think.
career.
Or
Definite
halfway
unfinished
through
business if
Fox's
he walked away
first half
without a
coverage in
Daytona
2006.
500 victory. He hopes to take care of that unfinished business today with what he told me was one of the best cars he has ever brought to Daytona.
Oh yeah, by the way.
Jeannie, let's talk about momentum. Tony Stewart led nearly half the race here a year ago.
94 likes. We're already almost up to 100.
Jr. at the start-finish line. He was second. On Thursday, he won one of the qualifying races.
There we go.
Yesterday,
Smoke.
he won
IDK,
a
are you
Busch
in the
Series
chat, bro?
race.
Soda
You're the first time
cookies,
he's
soda
ever done
cookies.
that. Today, he
By
wants to
far
go to
has the
victory
best
lane in the
car,
Daytona
all speed.
500 for the first time in the Great American Race. Dick Berger.
Well, today Rusty Wallace starts
Okay,
his
so I'm
23rd
noticing
and
that. So
final
like, if
Daytona
it's an
500.
in-car
He
camera,
retires from
it's gonna
driving
shrink.
after
But
this
then once it's
year.
back to the
He's come close
regular
before. In
cameras, it goes back
1999,
to
he led
normal.
more than half the laps. He's finished as high as 3rd. He races today in a backup car. The primary car demolished on Thursday. I talked to Rusty moments ago. He said he has all the confidence
really
in the
got
world
screwed
that
over
today
by
will be
Harvick.
his day.
Like
that
Harvick made a
backup car
bogus move,
is good enough for him to
bump drafting
finally
out of
win
turn
the
2, and
Daytona
then it just screwed
500.
everyone else,
Mike?
including him.
Thanks, Dick. All right, Darrell, we know how much it means to win the Daytona 500 now, but how do you put yourself in a position to win?
Well, first of all, Mike, no driver's going to tell you this is just another race, because everybody knows it isn't. And the odds favor some, the gods favor others.
Oh, God, an ad's coming.
How you get
Ad in
yourself
3,
in
2,
position
1. Boom. There we go. Oh, my God. Yeah, that wasn't creepy at all.
You got to be this is a long race.
Just a random
500 miles. You got to be there at the end. You got to make great pit stops, and he's got to make good decisions in the pits.
And you know, in most sports, you can make a mistake at the beginning of the event, the middle of the event, maybe even near the end of the event, and you can still come back, recover, and win the event.
See, if he would have won 2 or 3 championships, he probably would have been more respected.
At over
but
190 miles per hour.
I mean, he has
mistake by the driver,
so
the crew, or someone else.
Yeah, no, this is last minute, so I don't have ad blocker. Sorry.
You'll have to come back 12 months later.
So if ads pop up in stream, then we'll just have to.
Fans are invited to participate in the singular virtual crew chief during today's Daytona 500. Stay tuned for details on how to play. Watch for your chance to win your own singular number 31.
So yeah, we'll probably see the little virtual questions and stuff pop up during this, if I'm not mistaken.
500 miles at Daytona, 200 laps of racing. Pit road speed 55 miles an hour. The pace car runs 65. No need to stop every 30 to 35 miles.
We got to start. We got 176 people watching. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday evening. I know we're in a rough patch right now. Nothing's going on. But you know what? Let's try to make the best of the bad situation.
Planning, massaging, and preparation. It all comes down to this. We're ready to go.
DW, I've been waiting for several months.
Get up off your seats.
Reach up there, pull them belts tight. One more time. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Yeah, I can already tell Jarrett's probably gonna get. He's probably gonna get tag team here. They're gonna leave him. Oh yeah, especially the 2 DEI cars back there. Junior Walters. Yeah, it's over. Unless he can hold them off for the opening lap. And that's another thing. Bring back crowd noise into the broadcast. Stuff like that is awesome. Hey, I knew it. What'd I tell you? See, I told you. What? How did Junior go with him? Come on, Junior. You can't leave your teammate like that. He wanted to go for a move. Now Johnson's going to lead the first.
And right now, these guys, 36 races.
All right, leave him now.
Like to get those 5 bonus points.
Just doing his own thing.
Championship here on this first lap. We're leading that lap.
Jumping out in the middle.
It's okay. I think Mikey in this race, Mikey has a way better car than Junior's because remember their teams swap. So basically, Michael Waltrip has Junior's stuff and Junior has Waltrip's stuff. You'll notice the difference. You'll notice the difference.
That someone was Jimmy Johnson. His low Chevrolet lead for the first lap from Dale Jarrett.
Oh, Truex. That's right. He's in this race.
Such a run sometimes. You think, gosh, I can pass everybody out here.
Before he went full-time the following season.
Wall of air and the car just bogs down on you.
Jarrett lines up behind Johnson. Tony Stewart.
Chevy's reign supreme already. Yeah, I think Jarrett's car
takes about a lap or two for these things to really get up to speed.
I don't know why. I can just tell. It's just not. It just doesn't look good. It's just hanging on. Because pretty soon these Chevys in the top 5, they're just going to tag team. Or tag
team. Look at the run our Bud Polster, though, has at the bottom. Dale Jarrett, that 88 car, he's got them lined up behind him. He wants to get back up there and lead a lap.
Well, this is the best from the pole. This is the best Dale's done in 2 races.
Yeah, you're right.
He's
This Gen 4 sounds. I know Blue and I know Corvette Racing 48.
He's hanging in there.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, it was a different vibe back then.
Number 48 drops to the low side.
Like, NASCAR's still good.
Still 3 wide.
Obviously, it was way better back then.
We have a scoring monitor.
And just the way the sun's beaming off of all the Gen 4 games. Just look at that, too.
39 positions changed on that lap right there.
Now, this is when you
oh, I told you. What'd I tell you? I knew it. It had been a while since I watched the full broadcast. I knew it. Jarrett's having problems.
Yeah, he is. I think he got down
and that's
the
the pole
into turn 3.
Already having problems. We're not even 5 laps in the race.
The 88 car, the UPS car, Dale Jarrett.
But the reason this is so
holy crap!
Right
you see
now,
that? They're 4 wide back there. They were 4 wide back there for a moment.
There's so much wind and air blowing off of these race cars that it'll just suck you into the
and
guy
Stewart
beside
already to the lead.
Tony Stewart forges to
Tony
the
Stewart. I like the way Mike Joyce said that.
Tony Stewart tapped and slid across the infield grass in turn 1. Popped back up on the racetrack, losing only 6
Oh, bring back this camera angle, please. Bring it back.
16 spots in the last 10 laps to win it. Now let's see what squirreled up Dale Jarrett here.
I know something did because he got
what
down on
happened?
the apron almost.
I think he just got. I think his car is just really loose. Oh my God. Yo, talk about ass packing. Jesus Christ. That's like some shit you see in NASCAR Heat 4. When, I mean, just heading into 3, it doesn't matter how fast you're going, you're not going to lift, you're just going to boom! Oh, I knew it. See, this car's hella loose. I knew he lifted. Damn, his car must have been really bad in the very beginning. If you have to lift entering the corners at Daytona, oh, your car is done.
All 43 cars are running right now within 3.5 seconds.
See, look at that. He's got a lift. Oh, here's the throttle
track. Right there. There you see the throttle. If the car's handling good,
look
you see
at
it
that.
over here at 100% wide open all the way around this racetrack.
He's barely even going full throttle, or no, half throttle. Jesus.
And that's going to make for a long day.
He was on the pole and already 5 laps in, 4 laps complete, he's back to 40.
I know what that feels like. Fast car and can't drive it.
Dale Jarrett in 1 lap.
Meanwhile, up front, Scott Riggs has made his way up to 3rd.
But he's done that in 3 other events,
and
Mike.
Scott Wimmer in the 22 up there, he's flirting with the top 5.
And now he's on the pole today.
The foot cam! The foot cam. I love the foot cam. Not the foot cam, the feet cam.
That's how you keep from losing momentum, is you got to drag.
Now here's the difference between his car and Jarrett's. He's keeping it full throttle. I don't know what kind of setup they put in for Jarrett's that day then, but that must have been just awful.
You don't lose near as much momentum touching the brake to slow you down as you would lifting off the throttle.
When you let off the throttle, it's like a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, Leffler having a good start.
It takes too long for it to wind back up.
And looking back there, notice Junior's just hanging in there on the outside, but you can just tell Michael Waltrip's car is just head and shoulders way better than his. Because, I mean, that's Junior's old team.
In 3rd, he has been strong all through testing and all week here.
My brother was so confident that he had the car to beat
and up
today.
to this point, this was Fox's 3rd 500 broadcast. Waltrip had won the first 2, so there was a strong possibility it would have been 3 that day.
DW, he's right on the yellow line where he's been able to run all week. His spotter, Joey Meyer, just told him the aid of Dale Jr. cannot hear his spotter.
Yeah, I know, man. I miss Leffler too, dude. He was underrated. He just never really could get it right in Cup, but he was an amazing driver. Just race car driver in general, not just NASCAR.
You want a car that'll stick to the bottom. It'll go wherever you want to, but the quickest way around here, and that yellow line
right now,
on the left side there
is
your best friend.
New driver in car 5 this year, Terry Labonte's going to run a partial schedule. Kyle Busch comes out of the Busch
What
Series.
happened? What happened?
New driver that
oh, KB, what are you doing there? Hey, rookie,
and
welcome to
that
NASCAR. That's your hey, rookie, welcome to NASCAR.
They can't go below it to make a pass. So right on the yellow
he just kissed it. He didn't hit it. He just
smooched
it.
Tony Stewart, Michael Waltrip, Scott Riggs, and Jimmy Johnson in Chevrolets lead the Fords of Matt Kenseth and Kurt Busch.
There's your top 5 already. And just like
nice
that.
to have you with us. The Daytona 500 on Fox. Tony Stewart leading Michael Waltrip. Lap 11 with Jeff Hammond, Chris Myers from the Hollywood Hotel. And this, more than any other
here
race,
we go. Here we go.
Teamwork is
it what I think it is?
Yeah, I think we saw that early on.
Is it what I think it is in the top 10? Just wait a minute.
I ain't going out there yet. You kind of hung him out, but Michael was able to get hooked up. Now
because I don't see any other racing going on. Yeah, let's bring this in-car camera back
Mark
too.
Martin, a sentimental favorite in the repaired.
Oh, you know what time it is? Choo-choo! Inside the top 10. It's time for the choo-choo! But it's only lap 13 though.
And keep
we got a long way to go.
I think that's so important for his confidence as well as the team's early on in this race.
Let's head back upstairs to Mike.
Oh, Riggs bobbled up a little bit.
Like a tightly wound watch, the field
the Wimmer was nice enough to
and
let
the
him
laps tick away as you watch from our Quaker State aerial coverage. Tony Stewart, Michael Waltrip, Jimmy Johnson,
Stewart, Waltrip, Johnson, Busch,
displacing Scott
Riggs
to
5th,
and last year's 3rd place finisher Scott Wimmer in 6th.
Now what you want to watch for, folks, is as these cars run,
7th.
you'll start to see the front group here looks like start to ease away from everybody else.
7th.
The reason being, watch them come off
8th is Skinner, and then 9th is Kenseth, and rounding out the top 10.
Guys that have got good handling cars, they will
but yeah, right now it's choo-choo time in the top 10.
Put some distance between the guy behind them. Guys that don't.
I bet if we had NASCAR Twitter back in the day,
peddling it if you will, and they're going to lose ground in a hurry.
Another thing that will help those top 12 is we see one of those top 12, Jeff Gordon, 24 car move to the high side. If those guys can stay lined up and running a single file the way the draft works here, they'll pull away from that group that's back there and cause a lot of turbulence running side by side.
He's sick of the choo-chooing.
Normally you have 3 groups here. You got the group up front that handles great, can run wide open all the way around the track. Then you got a middle group that's kind of playing with the throttle and losing ground, and then you got the stragglers at the back.
Oh, Bobby Labonte. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That went bad so fast. Oh, my God.
That looks terminal. It's coming out.
Oh, just look at all that.
Oh. Exhaust pipes are.
Yeah, the engine's dead. It's dead. He dead. He dead. Damn.
What's the old saying, Mike? Where there's smoke?
And as soon as Labonte was slowing down, I knew it was over. It was over.
And Joe Gibbs,
just look at that.
Chevrolet,
he got out of line
immediately.
And just look at that. It's just going to go.
Just gone by. His teammate Jason Leffler in the 11. When that comes out the tailpipe, there's nothing good going on inside that engine.
And see, right now it's only a little smoke. It's like, oh no, our engine blew up. Let's bring it in. And then all of a sudden, to add insult to injury, right there is when all the other crap comes out.
And we're under the first caution of the day.
Yeah, back in the day,
and we're about halfway
guys.
through this first fuel run.
FYI.
We still have 42 cars on the lead lap, which would exclude Bobby Labonte. I would say because of that, a lot of teams need to make their cars better. Pit road will be a very busy place, probably filling up with fuel, 4 tires, and a lot of adjustments for a lot of these teams.
Especially Jarrett, too. His car is ass.
We welcome Office Depot to the NASCAR Nextel Cup family. Small business owners can visit their local Office Depot to find out how their business can be designated official small business of NASCAR and be featured on the 99 Office Depot car. The winner will be announced under the lights at Darlington, May 7th. Jeannie?
Well, a reminder for Jimmy Johnson as he does make his way in to be advised it's going to be a little difficult getting out. Actually, guys, they're talking about making no adjustments to the car out of the stuff that you might expect. Give him some fuel, give him 4 tires. Jimmy has been saying that the car is actually loose in 1 and 2 when someone is behind him, but it's not bad when he's free. But he is tight in 3 and 4, so they've just decided, as they said, to go with 4 tires and fuel and let the car work its way out. Nick?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. struggled in practice here, but he's got the car much faster than
my camera's kind of blocking
and Junior's happy with the car. Steve?
Big Tony Stewart says he's just a little snug in traffic. 4 tires and a small air pressure adjustment. Matt?
This will be a 4-tire change for Michael Waltrip. He entered pit road in the 2nd position.
Oh,
he said he's lost
Wimmer, Hamilton were the first 2 out.
It's tight and
I guarantee
loose.
they
really wanted to fix the loose part. He felt like that would really help him, although the car is very strong.
Oh. You saw that?
Jeremy Mayfield's team may have rolled the dice on 2
Truex
tires.
barely
almost
touched.
Everyone else got 4.
Leffler there.
See a lot of adjustments being made on Dale Jarrett's car, the UPS car. Remember, our Bud Polesetter started in the first position. He had almost went to the complete back of the field.
Who wasn't born yet?
Scott Wimmer in the 22 actually won the battle.
Who wasn't born yet when this race
changed right side tires?
There's Wimmer's captain
were you guys
22. Bobby Hamilton Jr. Jimmy Johnson third off pit road. We're under caution in the Daytona 500 on Fox.
Is that Kyle Petty leading? I think that is Kyle Petty.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is brought to you by Visa, proud sponsor of NASCAR.
I would say.
By new Tylenol Extra Strength Rapid Release Gel. Team Tylenol, think fast. By Ford, winner of back-to-back NASCAR Nextel Cup Championship.
So yeah, you're right.
And by Nextel. Go to foxsports.com to find out how you can be the Nextel fan of the week.
It's just babies, bro. So y'all have no recollection of this era at all. Did you just see the flip phone? Look at all those. So bright.
Couple 100,000 fans in attendance, armed forces watching across the globe, and millions of viewers everywhere. Moments ago, we saw Kyle Petty stay out, pick up some bonus points, right? He decided not to pit.
Well, he was already basically at the end of the pack anyway.
I keep trying to describe this era to IDK player, and it's just kind of hard to put into words.
Come down pit road, he gets some bonus points, and more
but I mean, I'm glad he's trying to get it.
Television time. I think this is a good move right now. We see Kevin Harvick also making a second pit stop right there.
IDK was born either 2001 or 2002.
Will Kevin Harvick have any friends when it comes to drafting after what we saw during the Gatorade duel on Thursday?
Anyways,
I think you'll find some friends because I think he's probably got a pretty good race car, and he will find guys who will use him to at least get to the front, and they'll kick him off to the side as quick as they can.
Under our first caution of the day, let's go back upstairs to Mike, Darrell, and Larry.
I don't want to drop a pepperoni at all.
See Jimmy Johnson right here. Now, a lot of cars elected to change just 2 right side tires. A little surprised because I talked to Chad Canals, his crew chief this morning, and he said, I'm thinking 4 tires every time we come to pit road. But another thing that helped these guys, Chad Canals, his crew chief, these guys are able to pick their pit selection by how they qualify. And this would be like the 48 car. He had an opening in front of him. When you have 41 cars on pit road at one time, basically, it's very easy to get blocked in when you try to pull out. And he had an opening here, so that helped speed up their pit road time.
Oh, that's why they took
looking at that camera shot of him in the car there. That car is so neutral.
See, Canals
he's not having a
was always thinking like
hold it up in the racetrack.
18 steps ahead
along
of
there.
everybody.
That car is really neutral.
Oh my God, get this ad off. Oh! My bad, guys. Get this ad off.
Watch the 1 and the 11.
There we go.
Trying to squeeze out. Whoa.
Barely tried to squeeze.
You don't want to damage that right front fender. I tell you, that'll just kill your car.
Truex.
Here we go. Back in
here. In the 11. Green flag, and Scott Wimmer, who took 2 tires, is out in front. Bill Davis won the Daytona 500 with Ward Burton a couple of years back. Ward rideless at the start of this season and hoping to hook on with a good team as soon as an opening permits.
He wouldn't find
but Wimmer is out front. The 01 of Joe Nemechek is scored 1 lap down right behind Wimmer.
Now, if you got a good race car, you want this thing to just go green, stay green, green, green. If you got a car like Dale Jarrett,
they also had single file restarts back in the day.
You'd like to see a caution about every 20 laps, so you get in the pits and work on it.
Mark Martin started 32nd. He is up to 16th in his final 500. Rusty Wallace, also in his last Daytona 500, runs in 32nd.
And the 01 car, Joe Nemechek.
Oh yeah, Skinner's a Bill Davis racing car too, so they were both inside the top 3.
Penalty.
Michael Waltrip in the 15 car, he's gathered.
But then here comes Mikey.
Kurt Busch in the 97, Scott Riggs in the 10, and they're making a run on that group.
I'll tell you what, let's make a deal. Every time Michael Waltrip takes the lead, I have to say Mikey for like a lap straight. What do you think? We'll do that.
And Michael followed Tony. Now it looks like they reversed roles.
That's Mike Skinner in the 23, a former pole sitter for the 500. But it looks like it's that outside lane that's moving, so Wimmer goes up top to pick them up.
Damn, he was trying to hang on, and then Waltrip said, screw you.
That car's always been good here at Daytona.
But Michael Waltrip in the 15, Tony Stewart in the 20 decided to go up to the high side.
He's about to take the lead. You know what it is.
Turn 3, Tony gave Michael
as soon as he takes the lead
to catapult him off into turn 3.
They got to show him.
Wimmer closed the door, got in behind Michael, and left Tony hanging.
See our Fox track.
Oh, he's in the lead. Mikey, Michael Waltrip.
191 miles per hour.
Mikey, Michael Waltrip.
3 wide, 4 wide. The racetrack's playing.
Oh my God, the hot sauce is burning my throat. Michael Waltrip. Mikey,
everywhere around the racetrack.
Michael Waltrip.
Right together, right how they finished up last season, Jeannie.
For Daytona standards.
Well, Larry, Matt, you will be happy to know that I went up to Chad Canals, the crew chief for the 48 car, Jimmy Johnson, and asked him, okay, buddy, why did you go from 4 tires to 2 tires as originally planned when Jimmy was making his way to the pits? He said, why not? Come on, you told me to talk to you this morning. He told me
I don't have to do that again until he retakes the lead.
He said, look, I'm trying to keep Larry Mack on his toes. They're just experimenting for later in the race, Matt.
Both Bill Davis racing cars took on 2 tires that last stop for track position. Both
we got 2
were on the tight side. Both raised the track bar because 2 tires would normally tighten you up more. As you can see, Wimmer on the bottom still running in second.
Oh,
Skinner with new Archer Mortgage colors, hoping to put together maybe a 12 to 15 race deal with this team.
All right, Skinner is a NASCAR bust in the Cup Series,
the 20.
but he's a truck legend, so make sure you put respect on his name always.
And troubles continue for the pole sitter, Dale Jarrett. He was extremely tight.
Go figure.
All kinds of changes. Rubber in the rear
he was
spring.
tight.
They made a wedge adjustment.
They must have put all their stuff into qualifying.
He could not see his pit sign board. It's brown UPS, so they added orange fluorescent tape to that pit sign.
Why didn't you just put a giant ass UPS truck as his pit sign? Dude, that's a missed opportunity. That should be a giant ass UPS truck. That's easy. Not some little BS UPS thing. No, that should have been the whole ass truck.
Radio. The crew needs to hear the driver, so the driver can tell the crew how the car is behaving, so they can make proper adjustments during pit stops.
This was the beginning of the bad season for Junior.
So they have changed channels. They're now on the backup channel, and everybody can hear everybody just fine.
We've talked about teammates
and what
hooking
kind of
up.
glove brand was that?
Jimmy
the giant
Johnson,
S
Jeff Gordon, there on the inside,
that?
have found each other, and now can try to work together to get to the front.
It is. That's what teammates are all about. The other thing
just
is,
imagine how Junior just must feel. Like, I know he requested this change,
that's not
but
so bad.
probably around this time he's probably regretting it.
And he can hear the crew
because
chief.
why would you be an owner?
Necessarily have to be able to talk
what
to
owner
them
in their right mind would give Michael Waltrip the best team? I know Waltrip is a good plate racer, but come on, Junior almost won a championship the year before, and you gave that team to Michael Waltrip.
And offensive coordinator all in one.
That shouldn't have happened.
You don't really want to hear what the driver has to say.
I've been there.
And there's Dave Blaney right there, just chilling. He's just chilling. Oh yeah, and Casey Kane's running
Time for our singular virtual crew chief question. To vote, text the word crew to 191 on your singular wireless phone.
You know
or
what to do, guys.
Foxsports.com.
Vote.
You'll be entered to win your own singular number 31. What's more important today, handling or horsepower?
What would be most important? What is most important at Daytona, guys? Is it handling or horsepower? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the chat.
Answer, both.
I know he said both, but if you had to choose one, which one would you bank on? If you had to choose one.
Michael Waltrip, past champion of the Daytona 500, leading Tony Stewart.
Mikey, let's go. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the raw satellite feed we're in right now. I don't know who we're on board with. Who are we on board with, TV? Who are we on board with? There's a Ford. Is that Kenseth we're on board with right now? Is it? I think so. I know it's a Ford driver, because I can see the Ford logo right there. So whoever he is, he has a terrific car right now. He's handling well. And there's Kevin LePage back there too. Look at him just hanging in there. Just sitting there going, No, I'm just playing. Oh, it's Dale Jarrett. Okay. Oh, yeah, because his ass is in the back. He's in the back. Oh, wait. He's slowing. Why is he slowing down? No! What happened?
Calamity in turn 4. You see it unfolding as Ricky Rudd and Boris said.
No, not Rudd.
Mike Wallace have crashed. I think
Kyle
Wallace
Busch in
got
his
the
first
worst of it.
500. He has never had any luck in this race from the very beginning.
In the garage. Ricky Rudd for the Wood brothers. There is Kyle Busch who is involved.
Oh yeah, Kyle Busch had the South Park pit stop, or the pit sign, the South Park pit sign. That's right.
Speeds over 190 miles per hour. One mistake, 6, 7, 8 cars involved.
Damn.
The Wood brothers of Stewart, Virginia.
No, not Ricky Rudd.
Have won this race with A.J. Foyt.
What happened?
They won it with Cale Yarborough, Tiny Lund. They won't win it today.
No
right
shit.
side of your screen.
I think I saw a tire.
Oh.
It looked like a rubber came off of the left rear of Ricky Rudd's car, maybe, or somebody's car. I can't tell for sure which one.
He just spun by himself.
Looks like he definitely got in trouble.
Oh,
Looks
poor
like
Edwards.
he almost corrected it, Daryl, and then it shot back up the racetrack.
Imagine
right in
if
the
he
middle of the
saved
racetrack.
that,
That's
too.
where everyone else
That would have been awesome.
got involved.
I think, Larry, I glimpsed the casing of the tire.
That's one of the positives about having a car that slow.
See down at
because
the
Dale
bottom
Jarrett
down
was all
there.
the way in the back,
There
so
it
he
goes.
didn't have to do
rolling
that
off
mess.
into the off onto the apron.
Wait, did it? Oh, damn! It just shredded. Jeez.
I talked to Goodyear's Billy Hodges this morning, and he said the tire problems of last week.
Not his fault, just minding his own business. Oh, but let's watch the record avoidance by Leffler. Let's see. Go.
You always drop the air pressure a little bit.
Good job, baby.
Damn! How did he really make it through that? You couldn't see anything. Let's go on board with Kenny Wallace.
Check it up. Come on.
Nice.
Good job, Herman.
Good job, Kenny. Good job.
Come on, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, just boom. No. All right, pit stops
Wallace
again.
and his
Let's run it back.
Well, we're under caution. That means pit stops.
Yes, Kyle Busch
And
did
we've
score
only
2
ran
wins,
like
but he
11
finished
laps, but
I think
everybody's
18th,
on pit
19th
road.
in the
More
standings.
tires, more adjustments,
He
Dick.
just was inconsistent.
Over the course of the winter, changed pit crews with his teammate Michael Waltrip, as well as most of the cars.
Dumbest decision DEI ever made.
Two-tire change for Michael Waltrip. He said that the car was just way too loose up on the high side, especially in the middle of 3 and 4. That's why they went with the 2 tires and a track bar adjustment.
Put Tabasco on pizza.
You
can't go wrong, or any kind of hot sauce. It's good.
Near that yellow line.
Kevin Harvick is in trouble on pit road. He coasted in, and are they taping that car or trying to get the hood open?
Looks like they're doing some.
Come on, Mr. Happy. What's wrong with Mr. Happy? That's Harvick's new nickname, by the way. I know he's known as Happy Harvick, but if you've seen the Joker, you know how Joker's mom calls him Mr. Happy.
On Kyle Busch's car, Mike Wallace has already gone to the garage after this one in turn 4.
Okay, that camera angle's sick. Why don't we do these camera angles anymore, Fox?
Glad to have you along for the Daytona 500.
Why?
Let's take a look at the
I know I like the regular side ones, but come on, let's show them in front of the driver. Hell, even in the 2004 500, they gave Michael a full
involved in what is
in-car camera, like
six-car crash. The first crash of the day.
You can't really call it a face cam because the face cam's on top of the helmet. This was literally inside the helmet on his visor. I gotta find a clip of that. They show it sometime in the 04 500 though. It's amazing.
Looks like Boris said several other drivers trying to avoid action.
But anyway, it's showing the replay again.
I mean, it was just totally out of control.
Straight up. There's
Whenever
nothing
the
you can
tire
do
went
about
down,
that.
it just turned him right up into the 99 car.
Kyle Busch, a 19-year-old involved in this. Also, Boris said his first Daytona 500, age 42, caught up in it as well.
And we're listening to the spotter.
Oh, by the way, guys, give me an update. How's the stream quality? Is everything good?
He said, man, good job, baby.
I know YouTube's been kind of weird when it comes to like showing
Michael
streams
Waltrip leading
and like
Tony Stewart, and it's interesting in the drivers' meeting, which they all gathered right before the
Jarrett
race.
went live today, and I didn't even see it in my feed, and I didn't even get a notification until like hours after.
He just cautioned everybody, be respectful.
All right, good quality, everything's fine. Okay, just let me know if anything's lagging of any sorts, and I'll stop the race immediately and then fix it. Again, first time doing this. If you guys want this to be a regular thing, let's watch another race later in the week. We can watch a random race. I don't care what type of race it is, if it's boring, if it's exciting, anything. Let's just do it.
And Chris, when Tony Stewart
and there's no racing going on, we might as well watch some racing, right?
Crew Chief Greg Zipadelli said it's just a tick tight. So interesting strategy. They took just two tires for Tony Stewart. He told his crew, good job, boys. Matt?
Confusion here between the 29 of Kevin Harvick and the 9 of Casey Kane. They thought the 9 of Kane was pulling out. Harvick stopped.
He's trying to back out of his stall.
A parking lot at a grocery store. Finally, Harvick's in. The problem he has with the grill, the piece of tape they're going to try to affix with safety.
Just imagine trying to pit, and it's like, oh, I can't get out. Why?
Causing drag.
Thanks, Matt. 29 laps complete. Second caution of the day, Darrell.
One of the adjustments that the crews use all the time. It's their best tool.
2003 Carolina Dodge
that was low air in that left
2008 Brickyard 400. Yeah, we'll get to that.
It had not been that long since they made a pit stop. Now, we've been talking about pit selection and winning the battle off pit road. Even though Michael Waltrip elected to only change two tires, a lot like Paul Martin in the Busch Series race yesterday. And again, you pick your
2002 Aaron's 312. I don't know. I already know what happens
here.
In
and Michael Waltrip was right here. Once
like,
the pit stop was completed,
after the big one, there's like 4 cars left, and that's it. But you know what? I said no matter what, we'll watch it. We'll get to it sometime.
Ricky Rudd completes a stop. His battered car will go back on track as we get ready to go green.
All right.
5 different leaders of this race so far. Tony
right now,
Stewart, Michael
Waltrip,
Scott Brimmer, Jimmy Johnson, and Kyle Petty stayed out to lead a lap under caution before making a stop.
Usually thing, the start of these races, 500 miles, everybody's kind of antsy, and everybody's kind of pushing and shoving. Have a lot of caution early on.
Jimmer's not even in the top 10 no more. Damn.
We need to mention Joe Nemechek in the 01 car. He got back on the lead lap. He received the free pass.
Now looking back,
that NASCAR does once they freeze the field under caution. Whoever's the closest car to the leader a lap down, he gets back on the lead lap when the caution
when it comes to certain changes, but
30
like
laps, 75
if they would have done double file restarts like really early, like imagine double file restarts in 2001. Oh, here we go. Rank it up. I gotta turn it up, dude.
32nd in a car he said was good enough to win the 500.
But anyways, while that was going on, Junior dropped like a rock. He tried to make the outside work, and then nobody wanted to go with him. There we go, Martin. Let's go. In his final 500, remember,
he
folks,
gave Sterling a good shot going into 3. He says, "I got a bumper, and I'm not afraid to use it."
Trying to block Newman there.
Hey, an update on Mark Martin, guys. I talked to his crew chief, Pat Bryson, this morning. They were very worried about all the body damage to that car, but that's the car Mark wanted to race. They had 2 body fabricators down from the shop in Mooresville, North Carolina. They worked as hard as they could to get that thing right.
Ad alert. Thank you, honey. Please sponsor me, by the way.
Well, those fabricators have done the job so far.
And it can go either way. You know, they can fix the car, and you can say, "Man, that's what I needed."
If it is,
or you can hear the crew chief say, "Well, you know, that's what you wanted, old buddy."
Excuse me, I keep
NASCAR would not
we
let
have
them
to
take
watch
the
the
car
boring
in the
races
garage,
too.
and they have set
We're gonna
hours
eventually
that the
watch
garage
the
is open and
2,500.
closed. But the biggest thing I
gonna
think
happen.
that Pat Trice and Mark Martin, the statement they made fixing this car, we're in championship form this year.
I got a close look at him down on the grid, and it looks a lot better from 20 feet away than it does from 2.
They're trying to make the outside work. They're like, screw the training. Let's go train on the outside.
Sentimental favorite, Rusty Wallace, in his last 500.
Funny thing, they did a
one
little
of the crew
promo
members
for the Auto
accidentally
500
knocked
there
off the left side mirror from Rusty Wallace's
That's actually
car.
the most
That
watched
more
race in
recent
NASCAR
pit stop,
history.
a crew member went at it, came
Look at that.
situation,
2005
and
Auto
got
Club
a
500
new
is the
side
most
mirror
watched
on the
race in
car.
NASCAR history.
Matty,
I
half a lap
don't
ago,
know how,
Michael
but it is.
Waltrip keyed his mic and said, "Ask Tony if he needs me to do anything different, I will." They talked to Tony Spotter, relayed the message. Tony said, "Stay right."
It said I was lagging a little bit. Like I said we would stop it. Let me know in the chat, is it good? Oh, Carl, that's according to Jayski. If you go on jayski.com, you have to go way, way back. It'll look it up. I saw it was lagging a little bit from my perspective. I just want to make sure everything's good. Chat, let me know. Let me know really quick. Is everything good? And then I'll bring it back. I got to know really quick, though. Okay, let's see. Yes. It's good. Come on, I need a few more. All right. Let's go. Let's go back.
Where you are. This is perfect for me.
I don't want to miss a moment. That's the thing.
That's what you want to hear. That's a little co-opetition going on there.
You see Casey Mears in the 41 car there. He was stuck in the middle.
What did he just say? Did he just say co-opetition? We got to go back. I got to go back and hear that. I got to hear it one more time. I miss DW, man. All right, let's go back and hear that one more time.
Ask Tony if he needs me to do anything different, I will. They talked to Tony Spotter, relayed the message. Tony said, "Stay right where you are. This is perfect for me."
That's what you want to hear. That's a little co-opetition going on there.
Casey Mears in the 41 car there. He was stuck in the middle. He was trying to get hooked up. We've been talking about teammates working together. He was working to get hooked up, as we see Dale Earnhardt Jr. a little bump draft here on Jeff Burton. But he was trying to get hooked up.
And Junior's going to get left out to dry.
And Sterling Marlin in the 40.
Oh, wait, no, he's not. He's on the Pat.
His teammates, but it just didn't work out there coming off the last corner.
Okay,
co-opetition, Daryl. Making new and maybe temporary friends.
Working better.
Anyways, Mark Martin's leading the backpack.
Somebody.
And also, I love Kenny Wallace's scheme in the 00 too. It's pretty cool.
We were talking about Dale Jarrett earlier. That he wished
oh
he
my
had
God!
A car that
Can you imagine if we had NASCAR Twitter back in the day? Look at the top 5 just separate from the pack like that. Oh my God! People would go furious.
As we see Matt Kenseth.
No, not him.
Yeah, he almost stopped going into turn number 3.
Right side.
He has a tire down.
Right side
tire down. We got a tire down, guys.
Well, the shake is so bad I can't believe it, but just look at the right first.
Oh. Is that a tire?
Uh-oh, tailpipe smoke?
Oh, no,
I think that's tires.
That ain't no tire. That ain't no tire. Nope. That's an engine.
I believe that's coming out the exhaust.
It's
nope.
Yeah.
That's an engine.
There's the telltale sign. They're going to go under the hood.
Yeah, nope. It looked like a tire for a moment.
So 2 pre-race favorites in early trouble. Bobby Labonte and the 2003 Nextel Cup champion, Matt Kenseth, is being pushed behind the wall. Michael Waltrip, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, 3 fast Chevys out front.
Scott Riggs is in the top 5. Let's go. That was, dude, I don't know if that was loud for y'all, but it was hella loud in my headphones. That song just freaking Spin me right.
At least 6 cars involved in that wreck. Not exactly a big one, but one just to let everybody know where we stand.
It looks like right now, like Kenny Wallace will be coming to pit road. We've already seen early on a couple guys have some tire issues, and he may have a flat on that car also.
Michael Waltrip has led since lap 20. We're on lap 40. Dale Jarrett on the pole, dropping back after starting the race. As we get a look here, there are more Chevys in this race, Jeff, than any other manufacturer. 20 in the field, 14 Dodge, 9 Fords, and right now Chevy leading the way at the top 3.
Yeah, but you got a lot of guys right now trying to get hooked up together as far as the Fords are concerned, so it's still a long ways to go.
Problem for Ford and Matt Kenseth. Let's check in on that with Jeannie Zalasko.
Well, thank you, Chris. Matt, you have said it all the speed weeks you've been down here. This is the best car you ever brought to Daytona. What the heck are you doing in the garage?
We just broke a connecting rod and engine, so it's very disappointing. We blew up before qualifying.
Maybe a what-if scenario.
Broke a piston or something, and
because
now it broke again. So we have a great engine program, but this is definitely a disappointing way to start the season. It's the best car I've ever had down here by far. Felt like we could have really been a contender today. We had a problem on the pit stop and got ourselves behind, but we still have plenty of time to get caught back up, and disappointing way to start the season.
All right, better looking Fontana. Matt?
Even in a backup car, Kevin Harvick thought he had a great shot to win today. The repairs to the grill with a piece of tape and the safety wire did not hold. The tape is flipped up. Now the crew is trying to build a piece of aluminum that will fit nicely aerodynamically.
They probably had that just sitting on pit road, and just random fans were going up signing it.
This piece of metal ready
so they're just using that as kind of a practice thing, like, hey, like you put the tape here. Oh,
right now Kevin Harvick is trying to hold on
to the track. Way back.
The reason they want to run that tape on that
front-end
opening is the more you can tape that up without overheating the oil in the water, it aerodynamically really helps the car go through the air, and they're trying to keep as much of that blocked up as they can.
Most of the first quarter of the race.
Kyle Busch has gone to the garage, joining Kenseth, Mike Wallace, Bobby Labonte.
No, I'm not watching basketball here.
Too, Mike.
Oh, I could also do this on IndyCars Matter too. I could.
Guys, I'm pretty impressed with that 48 car, Jimmy Johnson. It was not that many laps ago. He was back there running with Mark Martin in the 6 car. He drove off by himself and left Mark Martin and caught this top 5. You see him behind Scott Riggs in the 10 car here.
Mark Martin leads the second.
Oh, by the way, guys, I know you guys are watching the stream, but really quick, do me a favor. Open up another tab, and if you haven't, make sure to leave a like on NASCAR's full race replay of the 2005 500. Because this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm using their video. This is great quality. And shout out to them for helping me out this year, by the way. I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
Big plans in the works.
Wonderful. If we keep everybody
so make sure to just leave a like on that video.
We'll be good.
And so how the driver goes is how the team goes. If the driver's calm and the driver's not excited about anything, it's such a big confidence booster to the crew because they know that he's sitting out there, doesn't have any problems. He's really happy.
Mark's number 6 in 7th place, and he has brought the second group of 4 cars right up to the first.
That is.
It's now a 10-car lead draft.
So let me get this straight.
Mike
so
Skinner,
Truex is in the top 10.
Front runners in
Where the hell is
8th,
Junior?
and the Rocket Ryan Newman in 9th.
Was he really that bad?
11th place, best of the Dodges right now.
And this is a good run for these Dodgers because they have the new Charger. They replaced from the Intrepid. And they built this car with downforce. It helps the car stick to the racetrack. They somewhat paid the penalty last week when you need a good slick car to qualify. But I think as this racetrack really gets slick, the car starts sliding around, it looks like they're going to race good. Pretty impressed with Mike Skinner because they were not even going to race down here based on how their test was about a month ago. But they've come to life.
He's in the back.
Jimmy Johnson, the 48, the 10 of Scott Riggs side by side as they fight for 5th place.
Why Mark likes his car, Mike, is because it gets better and better in the long run. Maybe not all that fast on the starts, but it looks like that's the kind of race car that you want for 500 miles.
3 Wallace brothers started this race. 2 of them are in the garage. Jeannie?
Yes, and I've caught up with Kenny, and sometimes we have dreams and sometimes we have nightmares. What happened, sir?
Well, I want to thank Michael Waltrip and Aaron's. You know, I mean, it was a great day.
Like Kenny has a
car was running great, and no warning at all. I guess something happened.
Yeah, he
in
might
the
not be as good
avoided the crash.
I avoided the crash. And there were a couple things that could have went either way this whole week, but you know,
he did have 9 career.
all I can tell you is everything was going great. It was a real good day, and it looked like everything had finally settled out. I don't know what happened to Ricky there, but we avoided that big wreck, and man, it was running, handling really good. That's what I was excited about. And no warning at all. We just Felt like it dropped a valve or something. But, DEI builds great motors, and we put quite a few laps on this one because it was the motor
it's all
we ran
good. I
in
finished
120
fifth. They can do whatever. Like,
well,
that's
an
awesome.
upside, sir. You
if they're going to do something stupid like that, you might as well just not even let it bother.
Yes, exactly. Just the agony of defeat, but I'm thrilled to be here.
If you ask me,
thank you.
These engines don't turn a lot of RPM, about 7,000. They'll turn close to 10 next week in California. But they go through what engine builders call harmonics. And there's a certain RPM range where that engine is not happy. And it gets a lot of vibrations in it. You get it caught in that RPM range very long, it can break something.
And the reason they don't turn them as many here at Daytona as they will next week at Fontana, they have that carburetor restrictor plate that takes about half the horsepower out of the motor.
Edwards! Oh,
there are your 3 lead cars at the Daytona 500.
The backpack
50
is
laps, 125 miles in the books. Michael Waltrip, 2-time winner, leading the series champion Kurt Busch, and yesterday's Busch Series winner Tony Stewart, who leads the Koch family of drivers right now. Stewart has won everything in open wheel,
that's so awful.
Racing,
Third,
but
33rd, 36th, and 43rd.
And the win he had yesterday.
Wait, they only had 4 Koch drivers for the 500?
That was a thing of, that's one of the best saves I've seen in years.
Really?
I mean, to get down in the grass, come back up on the racetrack and keep on going.
I guess maybe for this race, there were
a lot of cars.
We'll add more after this.
And he only went from 1st to 7th.
Right now, looking at some notables.
Despite that slide in the grass, and then came
Junior's
back
running 17th at Daytona
in the last 10 laps.
in 2005. Come on now.
Just seemed like
in the early 2000s.
One of the most
looking at some other
stories early in this race is Scott
I was
Briggs.
about to talk about
He's in only his second Daytona 500 in that white number 10 car in 5th place. Finished a disappointing 34th last February, but he's been with the leaders all day, Steve.
And Mike, he really struggled last year as a rookie. He finished 29th in points. The team sees a lot of potential in this young driver, but he's hard on himself. He and his wife took their young son, Lane, he's 3 years old, to SeaWorld on Monday, and he said it did as much for him as it did for his son. It helped him relax and focus for this race, Dick Bergman.
Well, the other surprise is Dale Earnhardt. He started in 5th spot. He's all the way back to 16th. Pete Rondo is his new crew chief. What's going on?
Oh, this dude.
Well, he said the car was fine.
My God. Let me tell you about this dude,
a few bad spots, didn't push the issue. I think he's going to be okay.
Amazing Busch Series crew
the rumble here a little bit.
Mediocre cup crew
Pete making his first
Not to say Junior was
race
the
in the
same, because he did some dumb things as well.
With Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Dick, that's exactly what he basically
well.
did for most of the race yesterday in the Busch Series race. Let the race wind down. We know we have a lot of pit stops. We have a long way
lasted,
to go.
I think,
just let things sort out. Just
9 to 12 races.
When you got a good race car and you know you got a good team, you don't have to panic.
You got a Hendrick,
just kind of ride along and enjoy the
already.
scene.
They're double teaming Stewart as we speak.
Time
and where's
for the
Riggs
singular
gonna go?
virtual crew chief question.
He's going to stay to the inside.
Will Dale Earnhardt Incorporated win its 4th Daytona 500 in 5 years? Text the word crew to 191 on your singular wireless phone, or go to foxsports.com. You'll also be entered to win your own singular number 31 car.
He was just so good early on.
Jeff Gordon has been trying everything he knows
look
to
at
get
the
to the
gap.
front of the pack, and he
has that
found
big a gap on the lead pack right now, and they're not catching him.
They would like to get somewhat single file, because the thing about it, we're only about
you guys,
5 to 8
if you
laps
guys
away
hated
what would be a green
2018 Talladega the fall race, oh my God, you basically would have hated the plate package we had in the early 2000s. I loved it. It was my personal preference, but y'all would have hated it. The younger generation probably would have just
gathered up coming on the pit road and maybe even get in a problem.
Jeff Gordon of the DuPont number 24, 2-time 500 winner, 4-time Cup champion. He is fighting
only
his way
6
up
laps.
to 3rd as the deal-making begins up
only
and
6
down
laps.
pit
Oh,
road.
they're working out
You're
deals
watching
right now.
the Daytona 500 on Fox.
Well, they're crew chiefs, I think.
It's been good stuff so far for Michael Waltrip leading Jeff Gordon. Jimmy Johnson running 3rd. Ryan Newman,
Michael was
who battled
dominant.
the flu along with Mark Martin, who's run rather well. Deals are being made right now, Jeff Hammond.
It's time right now for a foot.
What? Where'd you go? Where'd you guys go? He was just about to say something important. Hammond was. It just went silent. Jeff, where are you? Come back. still silent.
Let's check in with Matt Yoakum. Matt?
There he is.
Jake Guarnieri, a crew member.
They just gave up. They're like, let's check in with Matt.
Pit stall 1 all the way down to pit stall 20, where Tony Stewart is pitting. Talked to Greg Zipadelli and Scott Deal. They were looking at pitting around lap 62. They worked so well together. And remember, the 15 team used to be Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s team with Tony Eury Jr. Those guys worked well together.
We got our
with
first
the
batch
20 team
of green
last
flag
year. And they're looking at pitting again.
Yep, here they come.
Coming
you got
in,
the silver
Sterling
bullet.
Marlin, Rusty Wallace,
Rusty.
Dave Blaney, and Jason Leffler. Ryan
I know
Vickers
some
was in
people
a
give
lap
Dave
ago.
Blaney
They are
a hard
joined by
time for his
Kyle
Cup
Petty,
career,
Jeff
but
Green,
amazing dirt
Casey
racer.
Kane, and Elliott Sadler on pit road.
He should have won the 2001 Atlanta
And I
race.
think we
That
need
was
to
his
explain
for sure.
why these
That's
guys
another
want
race
to pit in groups. Why do they want to come on there when it would be much less congested by yourself? The way the draft works here,
So basically,
if you can pit
before
together with a small
Junior,
group,
Stewart,
8,
and
10, 12
Gordon
cars,
did their
when you leave
retirement
pit road,
tours, Rusty
you get
kind
grouped
of
back up, you're going to run
redid the trend
faster as a
again.
group. Probably 2 seconds faster than you would if you were by yourself.
Now, more than half of the Dodges came in that lap. Do they not get quite as good gas
see, is
mileage
Mikey gonna
as the
pit?
Chevys or Fords?
They are known not to get near as good as mileage.
I think Michael started on pit road, and I'm not so sure that they didn't get some kind of a transmission from the 24 group
so right
that maybe they were going to stay out another
Mikey,
lap.
Mayfield's
Gordon,
in along with Nemechek, pole sitter
Johnson,
Dale Jarrett, John Andretti, Carl Edwards,
Newman,
24, 48, 12 are the first 3 behind you.
Casey Mears is in, Hamilton, and Boris said.
We've been talking about this, Daryl. This is such a challenge for these drivers. You've been out there for 35 laps at over 190 miles per hour. You want to get as much as you can get on the pit road, but you have to be at pit road speed 55 miles per hour.
2005
pit road speed timed electronically rather than by stopwatch as in past years. So by the time they get to those cones, they got to be slowed down. And here come most of the leaders.
Looks like about 12, 14,
Dude,
15
stop
cars
giving me
in
ads,
the lead
bro.
2 packs.
Stop.
Jeannie?
Well, the 97 of Kurt Busch, he has been safe for quite
Oh,
a few laps.
dude,
and he
no,
can't keep it
no,
at the bottom. They're
no.
gonna make a track bar adjustment.
Hey, he's still making the stop. Okay, let's go.
Dale Jr. got tipped.
No, this would have been a penalty. This would not fly today. Look at that.
Rear tire is outside the
No, that ain't legal, bro. No, that's not gonna fly. That ain't flying today. There is no way that's flying today.
And even though these guys are working with Junior for the first time today, they jumped over the hood of the car. Junior hit nobody.
Yeah,
and
that
that's
wouldn't
most
fly
important.
today.
Nobody got hurt.
But he ended up having to back the car
But damn,
up, and
look
you
at that.
see right
See,
here,
this
he's
dude's
about
just
to
having a
lose the
bad
pack
day.
that he
He's just
pitted
having a
with
bad
that's
day,
leaving
guys.
pit road. A lot of costly time.
At
He's
this
probably
point,
gonna go about
when
a
you're
half a
watching
lap
it, you're
down
thinking,
because
okay, he
of
has no
that
chance.
mistake.
He's not going to do it. No, not Mikey. No, he's
Great
getting
stop,
passed.
Mike, by the 15 team from Michael Walsh.
Damn,
His
Stewart was
car
not playing.
Slightly on the
You
tight
see the
side.
side
No
draft he
chassis
did there?
adjustment, just air pressure. The
Oh, that wasn't even for the
24
lead.
car,
That was
Jeff
for
Gordon,
second
very
when they
solid
cycled
stop
back.
by the 24
Gordon's in the
crew.
lead right now.
Gordon said his car started on the loose
Well,
side, meaning
but
the
Mikey
back
has a
end
fast
wanted to
car,
come
so he's not
around,
even tripping.
and then it started to slowly progress to the tight side as the fuel load
Is
burned
that
off.
100%
no
legal?
major adjustment for Gordon as well.
So if the right tire's out, it's still legal?
Police have a couple of victims: Sterling Marlin, Dave Blaney,
Yeah, the more you know.
Elliott Sadler.
Oh, so if
and
they just go over
Mark
the box.
Martin,
Okay. All right.
Kurt
Sorry, guys.
Busch,
Thank you
and
for
Jimmy
clarifying.
Johnson have
I
all
had
been
no
nicked
idea that
for
was
speeding
illegal.
on pit road.
This
You know,
pit stop
NASCAR,
right
they're
here,
so
these
strict
guys
with
have
everything.
practiced ever since
I
the
was like,
end of
no
the last
way.
year, and it's a good feeling when you can beat people off pit
Like,
road.
I
That
guarantee
pit
you
stop
there's probably
feels
one
like it
mistake
flows with harmony.
one of the
Yeah,
pit
he
crew
and
guys
Jeff Gordon
made
were
that
on
would have been a
top of
penalty
each other
today.
Going out onto the
Like,
racetrack,
there
but
is.
the cooler heads prevailed. Michael let Jeff go.
So strict.
But for these drivers who got nicked for speeding on pit road
Oh,
by the electronic
you hate to
timing
see.
system, it's a drive-through penalty at pit road speed.
Drive-through
so
penalty.
they have to come down pit lane at 55 miles an hour while
Yeah,
everybody
but you
else
get what I'm
is out
saying?
there
Like,
doing
NASCAR
a
just
buck
has
85.
way too many
No
rules.
cheeseburger either.
What? What did DW just say again? Did he say no? Hold on, let's back it up again.
System, it's a drive-through penalty at pit road speed. So they have to come down pit lane at 55 miles an hour while everybody else is out there doing a buck 85.
No cheeseburger either.
What?
Think about everyone
bring
has
him
been
back,
to pit
please? I
road
miss him,
except
dude.
right
I
now
miss
the
him.
leader of the race,
bring him
Scott
back.
Wimmer, in a 22 car.
See, back in the day, they just let the producers were like, "Hey, DW, just say whatever.
So
say whatever comes to mind. Whatever's entertaining. I don't care."
Two of
Obviously
those
nothing
who were
inappropriate,
penalized
just something that's off the rails.
for being too fast, either entering or leaving the pits. The pit road speed
There's
limit
the GOAT.
is
The
a
GOAT
safety rule,
and
55 miles an hour to try to keep it safe for those over-the-wall crews.
These guys have had the 150s and the butt shootout to work on pit road speed because they all knew it's electronically timed. I think they've been giving them a break, but I bet you this morning they were all told you got to live.
Here are the other cars who had to serve penalties.
Daryl, the only good thing about the 48 having to make the pass through, he will have a friend with him.
Yeah, you kids would have hated to play racing back in the day. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way y'all would like this.
So after the first round of green flag pit stops today, 64
I'm not speaking for all y'all, but just knowing some of y'all, all y'all know. Y'all would have hated it.
And Michael Waltrip, who led before pit stops, they got a good stop. They're third. Ryan Newman fourth as the leading Dodge. Jeff Chevrolet rounds out the top 5.
And we'd like to welcome the 11th car, the FedEx car, to the NASCAR family. Remember, every day is race day at FedEx. Jason Leffler in the 15th spot. Hanging in there, we've had 6 leaders with 7 lead changes. Jeff Gordon on top for now.
Not the iceberg, but
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Right there. You haven't heard from him.
Had some problems moments ago. Remember, he has a new crew chief and a new pit crew, but Jeff, it wasn't the crew's fault when he got bumped going into the pits at about 55 miles per hour. Jeff Burton right behind him.
No, Jeff Burton right there. All of a sudden, Dale Jr. comes basically across Burton's nose, that white orange car right there. He gives him a little love tap.
Burton's just like, yeah, you're
an
my way,
outstanding job. Watch right here. They come off
in real time.
They see the problem. They react. And they continue on with their jobs. I mean,
that official wasn't playing. He's like, nope.
But otherwise, they did a great job just getting him out of the pit.
But yeah, nothing Burton can do there. Kind of a pit road type deal. But you know, it's Junior Nation, so obviously at this time they were back home screaming off the couches. It was Burton's fault. It was Jeff Burton's fault.
They made contact.
Right now you have Tony Stewart up behind Jeff Gordon, followed by Michael Waltrip, Ryan Newman, and Jeff Burnett. Rusty Wallace
right now the top 4 just in
Daytona 500 in his last ride, up to 6th currently. Let's rejoin Darrell, Larry, and Mike.
You know, in the contact with Burton and Dale Jr., Jeff Burton wasn't supposed to be down underneath Dale Jr. like that. He's supposed to stay out until he gets to his pit box and then turn in. He was trying to get under Jr.
That just justifies.
But Burton came out of the pits in 5th. Ryan Newman, the number 12. Is 4th, the last car in that lead draft. Jeff Gordon, 2-time winner of this race. Tony Stewart, who has yet to win it. Michael Waltrip, a 2-time winner. And Ryan Newman, who wins the pole, an incredible
and then he spun, basically cost himself the
5
championship.
times they run
that was like
for
one
the
of the factors that led him to not winning the championship.
I just got a good feeling about him this year. I tell you, he's been so fast. That car's so good. I think he's matured as a driver. I think they're thinking big picture. I think he's going to have a great year.
But holy shit, I knew they were out front, but
here's Steve to update some
the top 4 just breaking away from what, like 10, 12 car passes.
Previous pit stop, he took just 2 tires. This time, they put on 4 because the condition that he described as tight had gotten a little bit worse. They had a great pit stop, and the crew complimented Tony back because he got on and off pit road very well. Meanwhile, Scott Riggs really needed that pit stop. They took 4 tires, made an adjustment to the track bar. Riggs said they had been going into a 4-wheel slide. Dick Berger.
Over the course of the winter, many of the crews jumped teams, went from one team to another. Not so with Rusty Wallace's group. They all stuck together. They believed in their driver. And when I walked into his pit, this is what every one of them showed me. A 12.9 stop. And that is what has put Rusty in the top 10.
Yeah, back in the day, they used whiteboards, I guess, to keep track of their tires.
And Dick, that was one of the things that had Rusty pumped up. At the beginning of last year, they had so many problems with pit crews. They kept changing people,
we got some biggest
moving
movers.
people around.
Jesus, Joe Nemechek and Rusty Wallace, 28 spots.
They finally got a group they felt good about. He said they were consistently at the end of last year kicking off those 12, 13-second stops.
And that just proves, Larry, just like you know, you've got to have it all. You've got to have a great driver, got to have a good car, but you've got to have a good pit crew to go with all that to complement everything.
And if you're one of those drivers who got nicked for speeding on
pit road under green, podcast mod, how's it going, man? I promise I will mod you in the future. Just
some of those were
You're still modded on my second channel. You know I love you, man, but
two-time winner
I
of
had
this
some
race,
people tell me some things in the podcast.
Among
just got to
those
take
that got caught for
precautions. It's all
speeding
good. Nothing personal.
in the pit
it is
lane.
what it is.
55 miles an hour is the speed. We're told there's no tolerance on that.
Yeah, Johnson and company is losing about 4 or 5 tenths a lap to these first 4 up here.
Yeah, right now they're about 31 seconds behind the leaders. And remember, it takes about 48 seconds to get around this racetrack. They're trying to get a little group together right now. Jimmy Johnson in the 48, Kurt Busch in the 97, his teammate Mark Martin in 6, and Dave Blaney all pit road speeding offenders, they've kind of latched up together, but they've got a long way to go, like Mike said. I think it's going to take that caution to catch them up.
And we use the start-finish line as our point of reference. So when I'm Jimmy Johnson, my crew is saying the leader is at the line now. And it's a sick feeling that every time he tells you that, they're getting a little bit closer.
Jeannie?
Fenders, they are definitely in cahoots. The 48 of Jimmy Johnson contacting the 97 of Kurt Busch, trying to get him to slow up a little bit. The thought process is to wait for the 6, and then at some point, the 3 of them will try to make a move.
And they have added Dave Blaney, the black car, the 3rd Richard Childress car, to that trio to try to work back up on the leaders and get cycled back with everyone who got on and off pit road without breaking the law.
Well, you know what they say, misery loves company, and that's definitely true in this race.
And Darrell, I almost get a feeling that our 4 leaders right here, starting with Jeff Gordon in the 24 all the way back through Ryan Newman in the 12, they're pretty content to run single file right there because
I still can't believe they're putting a distance on that. And this race was ran over a decade ago.
That's the quickest lap times you're going to turn, and they'd love to stay that way to continue to put distance on that group led by Jeff Burton in the 31.
This was before he was ever a Cup regular or a champion. Just another dude from the Busch Series trying to make it up.
Tell those guys to stay in line and get out of here.
Oh, yeah, and then Vickers is still in the 25. He's hanging in there. Biff was trying to push him.
Jeff Burton in the 31 leading this pack. This is 5th place on back. This is the 2nd group of cars with the 1 of Martin Truex, the Busch champion, the 10 of Scott Riggs in 7th, the 42 of Jamie McMurray, the 23 of Mike Skinner.
So we're already.
And Joe Nemechek, who earlier got the free pass to get back on the lead lap. Now he's running in that top 10.
Here's your top 10.
76 laps complete in the Great American Race. You're watching the Daytona 500 on Fox.
Fox Sports, glad to have you along with us from the Daytona 500. This is a Visa race break from the Great American Race.
Right now too.
Dale Jarrett started on the pole and quickly fell to the back. Dale Earnhardt Jr. with a little hello bump. How are you? Knocking the 88 car Jarrett back. Bobby Labonte in the 18 car gives some engine problems, smoking, and out of the race early. Meanwhile, out of turn 4, Ricky Rudd. It is 28 Daytona 500 in the 21
poor
car.
Ricky, poor Mike Wallace.
Circling because of a
poor
tire
Kyle Busch.
problem. Elliott Sadler,
poor Elliott Sadler.
Mike Wallace, Kyle Busch, all involved 6 cars in all. And Matt Kenseth, former points champ, a connecting run.
Just look at that. Look at that disappointment on his face. He's looking with his glasses.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the pits with Jeff Burton nudging him from behind. Cost him.
We got to rewind that.
To react quickly. Dropped Jr. back to 16th at the time.
No, he's in his glasses.
And moments ago, Ryan Newman of the 12 car running 3rd. Remember, he has the engineering degree.
What the?
Help you there up against the wall in turn 4.
What was that?
Yeah, coming off that corner right here, it looked like Ryan decided to go to the outside of here, and Michael didn't realize he was there. Next thing you know,
Michael!
There was contact made. You can see he started to move.
What are you doing?
I thought before right here on the high side of Michael. All of a sudden, Michael.
Oh no, that's a spotter. Oh yeah, he said outside like hella late. Like he says it outside. Oh, it's too late, baby. Nope, that's a spotter.
Miles an hour off that corner right there. I'm sure it got his attention, but Michael let him get back there in line, and they're trying to line back up and keep going.
Waltrip up to 3rd. Ryan Newman dropped down to 4th in the Hollywood Hotel, continuing this Visa race break. Joe Nemechek, a guy who was so hot and bothered on Thursday after the Harvick incident with Jimmy Johnson in a backup car, has worked his way back up toward the front. Only 3 times in Daytona 500 history has a driver won with a backup car.
No, right now they made a really good adjustment.
But back in the day, I want to speak on these two.
He's all the way back up to 11th right now. But another guy that we talked about early on, Dale Jarrett.
Yeah, Chris Myers and Jeff Hammond, just like those two just doing their thing. And then DW would join them during the pre-race.
15th position, so good rebound by him.
6 drivers in their first Daytona 500 ever, including Martin Truex Jr., the Busch champion.
Or some could debate
last year.
NBC
He started 10th. Let's check in on him. He's up to 6th currently with Matt Yoder.
Chris, he is having a very impressive run. He is the 2nd car in the 2nd pack. Bono Mannion was talking to Martin on the radio saying, your pack is the slower pack. We're going to talk to the spotter on the 31 and see maybe if we should swap positions. If you're out front, maybe that will help pull the pack closer to the lead pack. The car a little bit on the free side, but Martin is having a great run.
Thank you, Matt. This has been a Visa race break. Let's rejoin Darrell, Larry, and Mike.
This car was just bad.
210 of 500 miles complete this next time around. The front four have a 6-second breakaway on the second.
Come on,
pack
Mayfield, you can hold them off. You can hold them off.
Watching Ryan Newman's car, and as he goes by, I can see the right side of it. He visibly has a lot of damage to the right side of that race car. There you can see where he scrubbed it up against
Mikey
the wall,
Spotter,
knocked all the lettering off the tires.
You can't be
but
doing Newman like that. Newman's just minding his own damn business.
The other two
and then,
cars,
outside, even though he's already up there. But
so there's a pack of 4, then there's a group of 10, then another group of
Gordon
about
is still
12,
in the lead
and way back
Mayfield's in front of them.
are the drivers who got gigged for speeding on pit road, 32 seconds behind the leader.
Right now, they need
Kurt Busch, Mark Martin, Dave Blaney, Jimmy Johnson. And further back yet, Travis Kvapil, Sterling Marlin, along with Kevin LePage, Kevin Harvick, and Mayfield. Debris on the racetrack will put us under caution for the 3rd time today.
You, Lord.
And that is a huge break for this group right here. We talked earlier. It was going to take a caution,
now,
and especially see that red car right up in front of the leaders, the 19 car.
And Mayfield,
he was about to go down. Jeremy Mayfield, remember, he was one of the teams that was caught speeding on pit road. Huge break for this group.
Elliott Sadler as well, too.
So yeah,
Larry, I think he's going to get the lucky dog.
Free pass.
The starter reports debris in the tri-oval near start finish, and there's also debris on the racetrack.
Was there really debris though? Because in this era, they would always throw out debris cautions. They're like, oh, we got debris. There's some debris out there.
Sadler,
just
the
so
first car one
everyone
lap
can get
down,
bugs back
will
up.
get the free pass.
Are they actually going to show them picking them up, picking the debris up?
Mike, what took place between the trading of paint with Ryan Newman and Michael Waltrip? Newman didn't realize how tight his race car had gotten. He drifted high. That's what happened. Meanwhile, Michael Waltrip says his car is on the tight side as well.
It sounds like all these cars are experiencing what we expected. There are
ran 86 laps. Waltrip led 80 or 42.
Heat that gets in everything. The front end does not want to turn. In other words, the driver's turning the steering wheel, and the front's just sliding up the racetrack.
Amazing that day. Plus, Waltrip was naturally just a
well, this came at a good time for a lot of guys, I'm telling you.
But right now,
this puts a bunch of guys back in the show.
I would say just like the last pit stop earlier caution, I think everybody on the lead lap and everyone that's even a lap down will be in the pit road for 4 tires, fuel, and adjustments. We were very close to that next green flag pit stop.
It keeps going back and forth. We had a huge turnout in the very beginning. It's kind of dipped a little bit. But
and I think some of them
this
in
race
the
is
back
like 3 hours, so that's understandable.
To get track
I appreciate you guys who
Mike, it's been so long since that
the whole
last
way.
pit stop.
Really
I think
appreciate
with what we've seen, the 2
and we're not even
tires on
halfway through
long
the
runs,
race
I
yet.
think
I'm already
this will
having
be
a
a
good
good
time.
We're almost halfway to get those 4 tires. Dick Burton.
No, I don't want to.
Well, Jeff Burton just got congratulated by his crew chief, Kevin Hamlin.
I do plan on doing this
more.
If you guys want more races, obviously let me know in the comments, because I'm going to plan on keeping this up. And then let me know in the chat right now as well. I know you guys
he backs the car up. That cost time. This will not be the fastest of pit stops.
And also let me know some IndyCar races.
And make a track bar adjustment for Tony Stewart. 4 tires. His crew chief Greg Zapadelli saying, watch your pit road speed back.
Jeff Gordon in the last stop, his car started out loose, then went tight. They didn't make any adjustments. They're talking about a chassis because he's already down and away. A big battle off pit road. As Tony Stewart
that wasn't even
everybody.
close. No, Stewart led everybody.
13-second stop for Michael Waltrip. They tried to tighten.
See, even Skinner, he was having a tough time getting out. Jeez. These Daytona pit stalls.
Had a terrible time with Jeff Burton. He slid it in the pit box, got it up against the pit wall.
I've never seen so many cars just back up.
Really hurt him. Watch this. He's going pretty fast right here. Now they need to shove him back. He does back up a little bit, but not enough.
Bring him back.
Jack pit comes around. You'll see. Watch.
Jack
so that is the second.
Handle to jack it up. One pump should get that jack up, and you see he has to keep twisting it, and keep pumping it. Again, mistakes.
Yeah, that wasn't even the jack man's fault. I mean, Burton he just made a mistake.
25th, unlike Michael Waltrip's group, not a very happy group here.
Good job.
Here, though, are the kings of pit road this time around. Tony Stewart's Home Depot crew.
Now Tony Stewart's getting some love from the TV crew now. Finally
Ford going for its 3rd straight Nextel Cup Championship. The last 2 Cup Series. Jack Roush's teams. Matt Kenseth in 2003. Kurt Busch in 2004. When you look at the rest of the guys driving Fords.
All 5 of them would take the chase.
Carl Edwards, Mark Martin.
FYI.
In fact, this Ford is built for the road ahead with a stable of very talented drivers. And Jeff Hammond, you and I talked with Jack Roush this week with the familiar nickname Cat in the Hat, and he said he thinks this is his best stable of drivers. Young Carl Edwards can learn from these veterans, and right now you see where they're running.
The veterans can learn from Edwards. Edwards is so
they're doing
good
an outstanding job, and I must agree with Jack Roush.
Edwards
he
can
has
teach
got
them
outstanding drivers right now driving for him, and they're going to be tough to beat again.
Kurt Busch, defending points champ, not a lot of love
hey,
this
Sloppy,
week
what's
in
up?
terms of, hey, he's a guy
Yeah, I know. That 31 scheme was cool.
Well, when you come down here, it's hard to bet against guys like
2005 really wasn't that good of a year compared to
Under
2006.
caution, getting ready to go.
I mean,
Let's rejoin Larry,
right
Darrell, and Mike.
Well, the whole
Kurt
pack
did
is
look
back
so
together,
different.
Chris. 32 strong on the lead lap, single file in the outside lane for this restart.
Damn,
Tony
he
Stewart,
still
your
has
leader.
that.
Michael Waltrip second. Jeff Gordon third. Greg Biffle is the first Ford in fourth
Why do
place.
I have the feeling that
Jamie
Newman's going to
McMurray,
make
the
him
first
pay for
Dodge,
that later?
in sixth place.
I don't know
Vic
why. It's
Berggren,
just Newman.
problem on
Like,
pit
this is the
road.
last guy.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Boris Shed was having the front end aligned on his car. He took off, and when he did, one of the pieces of equipment that they were using to align
damn,
the
he
front end
bleeding.
got caught in the rear wheel. And when that happened, it went flying.
See his
Chuck Ethel,
foot
who
there
you
was
see
bleeding
right
a little
here,
bit. Or I think
got
that was his
hit in
ankle.
the ankle
Yeah,
by
the
that
ankle.
piece
Yeah,
of
yeah.
flying metal, as did Josh Yost. Ethel is with Boris' car. Yost is with the number 31.
Just tape him up.
Jeff
Just ice
Burton.
up, son.
So the
Just ice up,
EMTs
son, and
right
get back
now are
out
looking
there.
at him,
No problem.
And one of those EMTs is my pit road spotter, Jeff Probst, right in the middle of
Ice
it,
up.
trying
You're
to
good
help
to go.
Chuck Ethel.
Put me back in the game, coach.
Thanks, Dick. Tony Stewart will lead them down for this restart. Lap cars in the
Stewart is
inside
so
row.
close to that
Casey
pace
Mears,
car, too.
Bobby
He just
Hamilton
didn't care.
Jr., Brian Vickers, Kenny Schrader, Boris Said, and Ricky Rudd.
Green flag.
Here we go.
Stewart, Waltrip, and Gordon in Chevrolets. Biffle,
Oh,
Ford,
yeah.
Scott Riggs, Chevy,
So for those of
and
you who
Jamie
don't know,
McMurray
you're
and
probably
Rusty
wondering, what
Wallace
are those
in
cars
Dodges
doing on the
front
inside?
seven.
So this was a good idea back in the day. Well, according to the NASCAR, looking back, I don't know why. The lap cars would always start on the inside, up front next to the leaders. Yeah, I don't.
And make sure that the wheels.
I don't know why they did that. They thought it was right at the time. But for Daytona, it's not really that bad because everyone's just going to stay on the high side and just swarm around them. But imagine doing that at a, at like Bristol.
3 cars out of this race.
That's right, Kyle Busch has come
like
back
Atlanta,
on the
Michigan.
racetrack.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
Trying to hold speed.
You need all that space. Like you
see
need
the
those cars
speed
to
climbing now up past 180 miles an hour.
But anyways,
As
yeah,
they
and
come
look
to
at
full
them. They're just
speed. What
gonna
do you
just
say
freight
we
train
turn
right
that
past
knob
them.
a little bit?
Oh,
Suits me. Let's crank it up.
oh, hold up. Oh, my bad, guys. Let me just make sure. Oh, sorry, I accidentally hit something. Okay, let's rewind it back. I wasn't ready for the crank it up there. My bad. Let's just rewind it a little bit, and so I can be ready.
This race.
That's right, Kyle Busch has come back on the racetrack.
Hey, let's get a little bit of
trying to hold
crank it
speed.
up.
You see the speed climbing now up past 180 miles an hour as they come to full speed. What do you say we turn that knob a little bit?
Suits me. Let's crank it up.
Very quickly, you see the field is split into 2 packs. The haves and the have-nots.
Michael Waltrip almost.
Let me tell you who has made the rebound of the day. Dale Jarrett in the 88 car. Remember, he was our best pole sitter. Started on the inside the front row. We're riding with him here as we look back at Martin Truex Jr. in the 1. Little bump draft down the back straightaway. They started on the pole. They stayed up there for a little bit. They got that hard hit from Dale Earnhardt Jr. early in the race. He went back to about 38. But now they have continued to improve that car, Steve.
Oh, and Junior's back in the top 10 finally.
And Larry Mack, listen to this. The last 2 pit stops, they have done nothing but change 4 tires on Dale Jarrett's number 88. The 3rd stop prior, they added some tape to the nose and raised the track bar. and they have marched inside that top 10.
No,
Jeannie?
but then he delivers. Yes, I am.
Of the 48, Chad Canals, ever the positive presence, reminded his driver after the last stop. We are right back in this thing now. Good job of staying calm, Jimmy Johnson.
Basically, I mean, I didn't get up until like 2 o'clock my time,
air
like
pressure
1:30,
adjustments as
2
well to the
o'clock my
tires.
time.
More
I was
words
like
of
dead
wisdom just
all
recently from
morning.
Canals.
Barely got any
It is
sleep, by the
about
way, so
to
that
get
didn't.
wild. And don't forget, the 97 wants to work with you.
That 48, the low Chevy of Jimmy Johnson, was about 25th when he came into the pits on the caution flag. He's now 13th.
Well, they had a great pit stop, and we talked
Okay, so
earlier.
Johnson's back
he
in
has
it.
that
He's
little
back
bit
in
of
it.
opening
I see
in
2
front
underdogs
of him
right there,
leaving,
Andretti
and it does not
and
block him in. He has a kind of a free
running right
area to
behind
get
us.
out of his pit box.
There's no question when the race started, most everybody picked Jimmy Johnson
Oh,
in this race.
that was the
So I
opening
think
to
that
NASCAR
rebound
2005.
came at a
That
good
camera
time
angle
for
right
him.
there. After they say EA Sports, it's in the game, then they play the and then NASCAR 06.
That 14 car, John Andretti, that's a good run for this race car. He's up there in the 13th position. Remember, this is basically a brand new team. This was a team that was not locked into
Favorite
the field.
artist,
They had
Dave
to come
Matthews
down here and
Band. I don't know who
qualify.
that
They got in on
is.
their speed.
Favorite sports,
This is a
football,
good run for
hockey,
John.
yes. And
Has
favorite
that
food,
Yates
Mexican
power
food.
under the hood.
Okay.
The thing about teams
The more
like
you
that,
know.
Larry, is
Probably didn't know that about Johnson.
Can they hang? Can they hang around
But
there
right
all
now,
day
what
and
we
be
do
there
know
at the
is
finish?
Andretti's running
That's
13th.
the big question.
John,
he's
the
basically
nephew
been
of
all
Mario
over.
Andretti, cousin of Michael, driving for a team that
He's
did
even
not
ahead of his
exist
former
September
ride, too.
1st.
Go ahead,
the
man.
whole deal's been put together since then, but John, quite a veteran.
And
on both
meanwhile, they're
NASCAR
3 wide back there.
and
Oh,
IndyCar
Kyle Busch is
racing.
back on the track.
And
I
he's
didn't
won
know
here
that.
before.
His car is hella taped up.
One here driving for Cale Yarborough.
Cale Yarborough in
Yeah,
the
I
July
don't-
race, but
I don't know
this
who
track
Dave
has been about
Matthews
as slick
is.
as it is
I
in
don't know who
July,
that
Larry,
is.
with the
See, I don't really
rain and a
listen
lot
to
of
that stuff.
rubber and
Not a lot of
a
help.
lot of tire problems.
See, that's why I'm on here.
That
so
seem
you
to
guys
have
can
just
teach me. Who is he?
cured
I don't know
themselves.
who that is. Oh, so bad booking.
Jason
EMB was a
Leffler,
huge thing
the third
15,
Joe Gibbs
25
car.
years ago, especially
The
live in
ex-midget
concert.
star
Okay.
now running in 18th, Matt.
Mike, this team came to Daytona
Listen
without a
songs
safety
slow.
net. They
I'm
had
not
to
gonna listen to them. Listen
qualify
songs.
on time to
Whoa.
make sure they can make
Difficult
it
to
in
slow down.
this race. They've done everything
Just
right
step on the
all
brakes
speed
there.
weeks. Jason's having a very solid run, fluctuating between 11th and 20th. The car a little bit on the loose side. They made an air pressure and wedge
Okay,
adjustment. The
look at
same
him.
car
Jason Leffler's
Jason's
in
driving today was the car that Tony Stewart nearly won
Oh, yeah,
this
Mike
race
Bliss
1 year
in the
ago.
Zero.
Meanwhile, the 12 of Ryan Newman
That was the
lost
best looking
a lot
net
of
zero
track
scheme they
position.
ever had.
He's currently running just inside the top 30. Had to pull out the fender, lost a lot of time. The 16 car, Greg Biffle, is on pit
Newman
road.
right now is trying to
they
make
had
up
a
some
loose
ground.
wheel, had
Whoa,
a great
Edwards
stop.
got a
You can see why.
giant run back
Loose lug nuts.
Mistakes on pit road. This comes under green. You see the whole field coming off turn 4. They will blow by him like he is sitting still. He will be more than a lap down when this
LePage
is all
the field. LePage the
checks
field
out.
before LePage.
Well, what he hopes he can do, Larry, is get blended in here somewhere,
LePage
hang in
it.
there, and maybe get the free pass when the caution flag comes out again. And the way they're racing right now, that's very possibly soon.
Yeah, just Gordon's just made a big dive out from underneath.
Oh, here comes
Michael
McMurray.
Waltrip as they came
Hey,
out
look
of
at
the
that.
trial,
Bobby
line back
Hamilton
up at turn
Jr.
2.
in that tie.
Hello and good
ride
wishes to
there.
84-year-old
Tide
Chris
ride.
Economaki, the dean of racing journalists and
He's
broadcasters,
trying to battle for the
whose
top 10.
What's It Like Out There became a staple of early racing
Biffle
telecasts.
just drops.
Governor Jeb
Sinking
Bush
like
has
a rock
proclaimed
right
this
now.
Chris
3
Economaki
wide.
Day in the state of Florida.
3 wide up there. Wimmer's making some moves happen, making some big boy moves. Okay, I like it.
96 laps complete.
Oh, there's 3
closing
wide
in
right
on
there, too.
halfway in the Daytona 500 on Fox.
All right, this is getting good. There's no more train racing anymore.
500 on Fox is brought to you by Toyota. Choose any direction as long as it's moving forward.
That was the only ad they kept in because Toyota's the only one still there after all these years.
Stewart takes the lead here.
So that is probably the
Daytona
third or fourth
International
copyrighted
Speedway,
song
the Great
now, so
American Race,
I'm not getting
brought to you by
monetized.
Quaker
for keeping
State.
this
Nice to have you along here on Fox. We're halfway through this year's running of the Daytona 500. Don't think it's over. The leader at the halfway point of this race has failed to win the last 12 times we've run the Daytona 500. Tony Stewart, Michael Waltrip, Jeff Gordon, all in Chevrolet.
Right now.
Yeah, right now we just saw a picture of the 8-car down.
Junior's car, they're starting to make it better. I like it. I like it. They're working.
Newman trying
But
to
it's
make
still
his way back
nowhere
at the
near
front.
as good as
Remember,
Waltrip.
He got
Hell,
bumped on
even
pit road,
Truex's
has been
car
at the back
kept the pack for a long period of time, but now he's starting to march his way back to the front up to 8th position.
Tony Stewart took over on lap 88, on lap
Daytona,
101, and the sentimental ride. Rusty Wallace, who had to start at the back of the pack, hanging in there around the front.
Yeah, he's in it right now, running in 5th place and looking pretty racy right now.
Way
look
past
back there toward the back. There's a lot of movement going on. Rusty's tucked in behind Jeremy McMurray, being followed by Martin Truex here. A lot of strong race cars right now. Now back with this lead pack.
You mentioned Jamie McMurray in the 42 car. Here's a guy talk about driver.
Like an hour, 30 minutes.
How they have superstitions for the last 2 years straight. Every race he wore the same boxer underwear, but he told me that in this race he'll have fireproof underwear. He hopes it brings him some good luck.
I hope so too, Chris. It makes me kind of nervous right there.
Talk about being on the hot seat.
Yeah, as we watch Michael Walker.
Fireproof underwear. Well, yeah, obviously you should have that in a race car. I just find it funny. They're just talking about that on there.
Kind of looking.
He says fireproof underwear for
really
good luck.
Strong right now. On the high side, it looks like Kurt Busch is trying to make a move around Jamie McMurray.
Kurt Busch is running 7th. Right behind him, Dale Earnhardt Jr., who Jamie McMurray said he would like to draft with if they got near the front. They're headed there now.
McMurray's been ahead of him like most of the race.
Kurt Busch and Ryan Newman rocketed around the outside down in turn 1, Darrell, when the 2 cars in the bottom lane got all clogged up.
Yeah, they did. They got together down there, had to get up out of the gas.
He's lost his spots. Damn it.
Was wide
he was doing so good.
Blasting through.
But guys, we just restarted this race after that last caution 13 laps ago. Ryan Newman restarted in 31st.
Bad, but so your nuts don't get rested. Yeah, basically.
Now.
That's
so
why
if they had any problems with that car, Matt Borland and the crew made the right adjustments on it.
That's right, Joshua. Hamlin would be in this race
marching toward the front. Look at Casey Kane's progress in that
Casey Kane. He's been quiet all day. Now he's finally inside the top 10.
Up to 7th place.
See, 2005 was supposed to be
Chief,
Casey Kane's breakout year because he had finished second so many times the year before.
Had to go to the backup
no, it was a bad
season.
Mentioned
Mike, and it's been a struggle all week.
How many bad seasons do we see in this race right now? Put your bad season that you see right now. Because I see some. Jeff Gordon bad seasons. Michael Waltrip bad seasons for 2005, of course.
Ricky in the 21 car, of course,
he was
really
involved
in that wreck back on lap 26
he almost made the
left rear tire came off, and we have caution on the speedway again, a debris caution. And
another debris caution, and it's probably legitimate.
We'll have to see who maybe was the first car lap down because we had a few of them. That'll be a big break for them. It may have indeed been Greg Biffle in the 16.
Well, I don't see Labonte now, but we saw him earlier.
They would come across there all wadded up, couldn't tell.
Bad seasons.
There's debris about 100 yards past the start-finish
line. Caution on lap
to bring us under the
there it is. See, the third caution for debris wasn't real.
Aluminum strip they fashioned for Kevin Harvick's
Now the fourth
grill,
one
perhaps,
we found
has that shape to it.
The fourth time, yes, it's actually real.
Doesn't matter. The car that drops the piece of debris is not charged or penalized.
Again.
But as a safety precaution.
Watch the 2017 Geico 500.
Now, Mike, I'll maybe go with the theory. I think the front cars, after 15 laps on these set of tires, I think they will change forward. But like
we
you
have
said
to watch
earlier,
2013
maybe some of those guys back there
because
trying
fun
to get
fact,
back up to
I
the
actually
front,
didn't watch
stay
that race.
out of that
I only watched the final 10
roll
laps.
the dice and change
I was too busy working on some school project.
Because you don't need a full load of fuel here with only 15 laps since they were
I was a freshman still. I was a freshman in high school still. I remember all day I had to work on this project, and I didn't get to see the race until the final 10 laps because I wasn't done until then.
And Mike, could be problems on that 6 car. Mark Martin, he's been complaining that the rear end fan keeps shutting off. So when they stop, they're going to pull the right side window out. They run one on the big tracks, the super speedways, so mechanic can get inside that car and see what's wrong with either the switch or the fan.
But yeah, Mark Martin's been up and
Darrell,
down so
I guess we'll get Steve to check on that a little closer. Is that the fan maybe that's cooling the gear oil as it goes through a cooler? We'll have to have Steve check on that just a little bit.
Here we go. Let's hope Mikey gets back up front so I can say Mikey again and annoy some more ago. Oh my God! This is the 5th time. If I see another ad remover thing again, look. All right.
Well, here comes the 97.
I will get ad block the next time. I promise. They keep advertising it so much. I will get ad block next time. I promise you.
So the decision is to make an air pressure adjustment to that right rear tire and to give him 4 tires as well. Nick?
Earnhardt Jr. has pitted toward the rear of his pit box so that Kyle Petty, who is pitting in front of him,
they're talking about Junior. He's not even on the screen.
On the bottom of your screen,
oh, there he
Jeff
is.
Gordon makes a 4-tire change. Meanwhile, Michael Waltrip, his car was on
Come on, Mikey.
side.
Go.
Gordon,
damn it.
as he's going to get beat off, he fell into 24th. Gordon was running over him almost.
Wimmer.
Of course, making him loose. They went down.
Yo, Wimmer's the most random car. That's the second battle he's won off the pit road.
22 car, as he did earlier in the race, rolled the dice. We talked about it 15 laps.
Yeah,
he
that
won
team
the battle
just
off
rolls
pit road
the dice
by
with whatever.
changing 2 right side tires.
So yeah, that's the second time he's won the race off the pit road.
He did that last year, late in the race.
He did.
To hang in there and finish third.
If I recall.
Rusty Wallace in his final Daytona 500. He's running the top 10 just
Damn,
about
Rusty was old back
this
then.
Is his 23rd
he was 48 in 05.
Final one.
I knew he was old,
win
but
the
damn.
big race.
Last year's surprise third place.
How old is he now? Like what, 60
right
something?
now, but Tony Stewart, who was second in last year's Daytona 500, hanging in there.
I bet he could still race though.
Right now.
If you put him in one
he's
race
this week,
at like
it
Daytona,
started
Talladega, he would hold his own.
Gatorade duel as he won the second race.
Oh yeah, and here's all the crap that happened in
race
Speed Weeks
yesterday.
Stewart.
That pass in the grass or drag through the
So yeah, he had a good Speed
33
Weeks.
car
I remember
Busch
this race
Series,
too.
His first ever Busch Series win after that super
Oh, that's
save.
Delana.
And
That's
19
Delana
career
because
wins in
Delana
Cup
was
racing,
basically the
never
car
a restrictor
back
plate
then.
race victory. But as we
Yeah,
take a look at
Stewart,
what Tony's
2005
done from
Speed
the
Weeks.
fourth
Oh my
position,
gosh,
he's
he had
in
an
pretty good
amazing
shape, Jeff
Speed
Hammond. This is a Visa
But,
race break, and
yeah,
with his
some of y'all know already
teammate
know
out
how
with the
this
blown
ends. I'm
engine
not
and
gonna
Bobby
spoil it for
Labonte,
you
should he
guys.
be concerned?
How many of y'all have never watched this race? Let me know in the chat. Give me a 1 if you have watched this race, a 2 if you haven't.
It looks like he and Mike Walter were pretty happy
So
about
start spamming a bunch of
together
ones
so
and
far,
twos in the
everything
chat.
is looking pretty good for Tony Stewart.
We've surpassed the halfway point. You see Waltrip up there, Truex Jr., Jeff Gordon. Your observation so far?
It just seemed like it's
Let's
a really
see. Okay,
calm and
Hamilton
very
Fanatics never watched
predictable
this.
race so far. I think a lot of these competitors
Luke,
decided to
1.5.
listen to what Mike
I
Elton
kinda
said.
have, I
I'm going to
kinda
stay in line here. I'm going to get a little
Okay,
closer to the end. But what I'm also noticing,
okay, so
the
I figured
intensity's
most of
starting
y'all
to pick up.
know
Safe
how
so
this
far,
race
we
ends.
could have the big
But
one
as
as
for,
we
you
get
know, we
closer
got some
to
younger
the finish.
cats
A lot
in
more
here.
racing to
Don't
go.
really
This has
know
been a
how
Visa
this
race
race
break
turns
from the
out.
Hollywood
You're in
Hotel.
here?
Let's rejoin Larry, Daryl, and Mike.
Joshua, I watched 2%.
Three drivers have
Well,
dominated this
how
race,
are you guys
leading
liking this so
85 of
far? On a
107
scale of 1
laps.
to
They
10,
are
how is the
Michael
2005
Waltrip,
Daytona
Stewart,
500
and Jeff
stacked
Gordon.
up
Stewart
to
and
this
Waltrip
point?
will start
Up to
second
this
and third
point.
behind Scott Wimmer.
All right, but here we go. Wimmer's back up front, and those lap cars are in the way, but there's only 3 of them, so they're going to fall back.
Send out a little weather alert, Larry. I feel turbulence picking up and could be a storm brewing.
That halfway point tends to do that.
It does.
So right now, Stewart is just...
Defending winner Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 8th.
Ryan Newman is 9th. Go down with the lap cars. He's like, screw it. Let's make something happen.
His way up into the top
But
10
I think he's going to quickly realize that it might not be the place to go.
15th, 18th.
And I think that comes from a little bit of a gamble by his crew chief Todd Berrier, just like Scott Wimmer and that group in the 22 car leading the race. 2 tires to get that track position.
Too much trash in the back.
2 drivers that restarted.
Oh, no. They're leaving him out. They're leaving him out. Like, nope. Get out of here. Get out of here, dude.
Way at the tail
And
end
left
of
his
the pack
ass
on
to
this
drive.
restart.
Okay, so far I'm seeing 9.5, 8, 6, 6.5.
15 and 20 of them in the dust.
Oh, I thought it said 6.7. My bad. I thought that was a bit of an inside joke. But no, 6 to 7, 8.
You got to be ready when they drop that green flag and you on these restarts.
But anyways, Stewart back up front. Waltrip trying to take the lead. Truex helped them get back up front as well. And meanwhile, Junior's just lacking behind them.
See Jimmy Johnson in
now
the
those
48
two can
car on
hook
the
up.
high side. He had started to really drift backwards before that last caution, maybe like they didn't get the right adjustments made. But now he's right back up in the thick of things, banging on the door of the top 10 again.
He's the last car in that lead pack on the outside. Martin Truex, number 1. Dale Earnhardt Jr., number 8.
Don't
have
lose the
found
draft,
each other
Jimmy.
at the front of that high groove. They've got Newman, the 12 behind them, and here come Mark Martin.
Yeah, that 31 car
Jeff
was
Burton,
sweet, but it's
30th
not
and
running
31st
good. But it looks
the
good though. It's
43
not running good
Jeff
at the moment,
Green.
but it looks great.
Steve?
Mike with Jack Roush, the owner of the 6 car.
He's so young back then. Have you guys seen Jack Roush lately?
We've got 2 fans for the rear end cooler hooked to 1 circuit breaker.
So
it was
young
blowing
back
the circuit breaker, was tripping it. So we've unhooked one of the fans. It may be that the fan that's hooked up is a bad one. It's either that or a bad circuit breaker. The next time we get a caution, we will reverse the fans and we'll know it's either we can't be fixed because it's a circuit breaker's problem or we've got the wrong fan hooked up to it right now. We'll figure it out later.
Thanks, Jack. Dick Berggren.
Jeff Burton had been running in the top 5, but that was a long pit stop. The problem, under the back end of the car, a seal in the rear end appears to have failed, and he is losing rear end grease, and they tried to fix it.
That's why he's running.
Well, that's going to make everybody
He's had
behind
pit
him
problems
very
and on-track
unhappy.
problems.
And that's a shame. He had an awfully good car earlier in the week.
We talked about making no mistakes.
Look at this. Burton's like, nope. He's like, one.
Back at Dale Jr. as they both came on to pit.
Like,
road.
whoop!
They were both able
And
to
then
make
once
good
again,
stops, but
whoop!
A little later on, Burton came in too close to the wall.
And look, watch the Jackman. Watch the Jackman
trouble
here.
getting
He can't even fully jack the car.
Change.
And then all of a
thing
sudden,
that, Larry, I just thinking about the reason that
yeah,
Mark might be having a problem. You try to run the rear end grease as low as you possibly can. All that grease in there creates drag, and so you try to keep it right on the
But here comes my boy Leffler.
That's why
He's
you need
moving
those
and
to keep that
grooving
air
through
cool.
the pack right now. Well, he almost
now
did.
Burton, after another long stop, you see him just ahead of Jason Leffler, and you see some of that rear end grease on the windshield of Leffler's car. The windshields in these cars aren't glass like in your passenger car. They're Lexan, and they're very hard to scrub clean.
This race. Yeah, see, so a lot of you guys have never really seen
Mike,
this
just
race
an update on Tony Stewart. When that caution came out on lap 103, he told crew chief Greg Zipadelli, I need a lot of help now on the rear end of this race car. So they brought him down pit road, put on 4 tires, and he raised the team raised the track bar on that 20 car.
Just sounds like that, again, the handling characteristics of this track continues to change. The more laps that get run on it, and again, these cars start sliding around more and more. That's where these crew chiefs, through feedback of the driver,
all right, so we're back to train racing. I see Wimmer back there, even though he's on 2 tires, he's able to hold his own there. I guess with this past package we had back in the early 2000s, you could do that very often. You could just take 2 tires or no tires and kind of stay up there with the lead pack.
Will Tony Stewart win his 3rd race of the week?
You know, some of these issues, too, Larry, you create yourself.
And then right there, McMurray, too. He's hanging in there. He's in the top 5.
Don't beat yourself.
And then back of the pack, you got guys running the outside.
They got to be to run 500 miles.
I know it's kind of hard. Like, some of you guys are like, dude, like, why is there such a big pack where there's only like a few cars just breaking away from it? That was the package back in the day, man. That was the type of racing we had.
We've heard from the leaders pit. Let's go to the pits of the 2nd place car.
Michael Waltrip in the 15 can run anywhere, but he wants to run with Tony Stewart. Stewart's team told Michael's team he is tight. He needs to run the bottom, so that's where Michael is trying to run. The problem is the 24 of Gordon keeps sizing
Michael's
Michael
like basically Yuri's basically telling Mikey, run the bottom and you'll take the lead. The problem is Stewart keeps running the bottom.
In fact,
Gordon keeps running the bottom.
Off of 2 for several laps.
Nobody, they're not giving up the bottom, man.
For later in the race.
And then up there, Junior's trying to make something happen.
10,
but then Truex is looking like he's about to put him 3 wide there.
Cooling fan problem. Jeff Hammond.
Mike, we're down here with a Ford cutaway car.
Oh, Ford cutaway car with Jeff Hammond. Here we go.
If you look right in this area, this is the cooler that the fan is blowing through. And what it does, they take air from outside, blow it through this cooler. And when the cooler does, it circulates the grease in through it back into the rear end housing. Now, Darrell was talking about the rear gears. If you don't have them properly lubricated, what'll happen? It will gald up, it will burn up, it will put you out of the Daytona 500. So making sure that these fans are operating because they're not taking any outside air.
Bring him back to the track box,
through the
fan. Actually, you know what? He doesn't even work for
by these fans. That's the reason why Jack Rouse has got to make sure they get everything right. We're going to take another look at something here. We're going to rotate this car on around. We were talking about the windshield and trying to make sure we get the Lexan clean.
Right.
As you see the car start to come around, we'll also get an opportunity to understand why you've got to get these front windshields clean. That's the only way the driver has the opportunity to look out as he goes down in the corner. And this gives you a pretty good idea. This is about what you're looking at as you go through the corner. But here's the Lexan that they're talking about. This is what the windshields are made out of. It's almost a bullet-resistant material, so when something hits it, it will bounce off, but it will scratch up, and you can't sandblast it. A lot of the teams will put little tear-offs on it, so when they come down pit road, they can remove that and make it like a new windshield.
I haven't seen one this year.
There is a clear view of Michael Waltrip's Napa Chevrolet at the race leader, Tony Stewart. Won his Gatorade Dual Race Thursday, won the Busch 300 Saturday, trying to win his first Daytona 500
Hey, somebody get IDK player in here, just so we can troll him. He's a diehard Stewart fan. You're a Stewart fan. You obviously don't like this race.
As Bobby Labonte and Matt Kenseth's team begin the long ride home. They're already out of the Daytona 500. On 5.
Yo, that's another thing. Start showing shots of a hauler leaving whenever the guy leaves the race early. If the hauler's leaving, show the hauler leaving as well. Well, I mean, if they're out and if the hauler's leaving in the race early, show the hauler leaving.
Joe Gibbs Racing with Dale Jarrett won the Daytona 500 back in 1993. Trying to do it today with Tony Stewart. Play the Gillette Young Guns $1 million watch and win game. Find game.
Dude, there it is. It's going up.
Basically. And this week's Gillette Young Guns winning code number is QFLZFC. Go to www.gilletteyoungguns.com
IDK's
for
PS4
the details
died?
and rules. Find out how to get a
Wait, his
free
PS4
game
broke?
piece
Really?
as we
Oh,
Kurt Busch Jimmy Johnson.
There it is. There's the sound effect.
While we're talking about Kevin Harvick,
there's probably
he's
some
up to
graphic going
6th,
on, but
and
they
right
just edited it
behind
out.
him at 7th is Jimmy Johnson, and who could forget what happened Thursday in the Gatorade duel when Jimmy Johnson said Harvick should be fired. Of course, they since got together and said, hey, it's all racing.
Well, right now, as you watch Jimmy Johnson,
that's right. He did say that. He was like, Harvick should be fired.
Somewhat because they're working together to try to get their way up toward the front and put themselves in a position to try to win this thing.
It's fascinating that during the week you get so mad at somebody you want NASCAR to come down hard, and now you're drafting together, riding along on a Sunday afternoon.
IDK had that PS4 for 10 years. Hey, everyone, send condolences to IDK player right now. Hold on. Let me get him in the chat.
They need to work together and settle their differences later on at a different place at a different time.
We always have to put on our game face. We've had
I'll tell him to come in the chat really quick, and as soon as he comes in, we're going to send our condolences.
Winners leading today.
So we can't stream until he gets a new one.
Well, right now, what I'm saying is
because remember, it's that 24-hour stream. I'm telling you, the 24-hour stream is what killed him.
With him, and those two guys are able to.
But anyways, let me know when he's in the chat. Back to the race.
Let's check in with
77 laps to go.
Success in racing is all about people.
And we are now on with the cable.
But more importantly, the men behind the scenes, like Tony Gibson on the Napa team. He has won here with Jeff Gordon.
This was before
he won
Tony
here
Gibson
last year with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Daytona Special, not because of the victories, but because for 25 years his mom managed the ticket office here at the Daytona International Speedway. So for the fans at home who might have called the 800 number and got a ticket, you might have talked to his mom, Peggy. She recently retired after 25 years here at Daytona.
That's a feel-good story right there.
You know, Larry, it's 4:25 in the afternoon, and I'm sure the track temp has come down considerably. I think that's helping some of these guys.
4:25 track temps are coming.
Yeah, because the track will get more grip as it cools down. The other thing I'm kind of sensing, DW, is that the cars are tightening up. In other words, the front wheels are sliding a lot through the corner.
The other thing I'm sensing is that 24 car is wanting
to get by the 15
appreciate
Michael staying and watching the whole race. I'm really enjoying it.
Look just behind them. Harvick on the bottom, the 29, with the man who Thursday said he should be fired. Jimmy Johnson, his best drafting friend until just now when the 42
of McMurray
Casey
Mears. He's kind of had a quiet day.
Them.
Oh, wait, he's allowed down, though.
Yeah, he's allowed down. Have worked that inside up to put Harvick in the top 5.
Hey, listen, it's all about making deals, and, you know,
oh, the famous camera cam. I love this.
You have to make a deal with it.
Famous in-car camera.
I tell you,
bring
two
this
guys
back,
that
Fox.
have pretty good cars. Brian Vickers in that
back.
25 car on the outside, and Casey Mears in the 41, the white car on the bottom. Remember, that was two guys that were caught for speeding earlier in the day, and they're up there trying to battle a race within the race.
Right now, Mikey, Mikey's he might win this thing, man. Mikey's in second right now. He's having a good race.
Back in the pack, but we haven't seen
hey, IDK player. Hey, everyone, you know what to do. IDK player, we heard about your PS4. RIP to IDK.
I don't think who's content though was Casey Kane in that 9 car. Look at the run he got off turn 2 that time. Stuck right up to Kevin Harvick in the 29.
Send your condolences.
He's on the move.
And also IDK player.
Kane restarted 13.
Stay in to watch the finish of this race. You know.
Tony Stewart,
I know you're a Stewart
is the
fan. You might like
it. Of the Daytona 500 thus far.
I don't think you'll like the ending.
129 laps complete.
But yeah, so far your man, your boy Soda Cookies is dominating.
Around single file, Jimmy Johnson has caught up with the leaders, but from there on back, Daryl, things are busy in that second pack.
Well, that's because these crew chiefs and spotters are telling the drivers in that second pack, you got to get back up to that front pack. If you don't, they're going to get away from you, and they're beating the fenders off these cars back in here.
All right, what happened?
When I say back in here, we're only talking about 8, 9, 10.
Holy. He was doing the electric slide coming off of turn 2. God damn. He's not even on the lead lap, and he saved that car. GG.
Remember, we have 32 cars on the lead lap. He was at the rear of the field on this restart because he's fighting that rear end fan. But he's not going to like nothing to keep him from contending for this Daytona 500.
Yeah, IDK, get one tomorrow, man. You got to stream. You know what it is? It was the 24-hour stream.
That will move him up to 12.
You had it for 6 years, and the 24-hour stream is basically what killed it. That was it. After the 24... Oh, I thought he said cautions out. But no, anyways, the 24-hour stream is what killed it.
I know we still have 70 laps to go. Mark Martin, Pat Trice, and Jack Roush.
But come on, man. I've been sitting here patiently waiting for Mikey to get the lead back. I've been waiting for him to get the lead back
Steve,
for so long.
175 miles
he hasn't led
What's
since,
going on in the leaders pit?
I think lap 50 something.
Matt Yoakum just introduced you to one of the men behind the scenes who are so important to these race teams. I want you to meet one in Tony Stewart's pitch. You're looking at Jason Shapiro. He's been with Joe Gibbs Racing since the team's inception. He and his wife had a plane tickets booked to go scuba diving at Phuket Beach in Thailand. They were to leave December 27th. The tsunami hit on December 26th. Jason Shapiro, one guy who is in fact.
Yeah, some of y'all are too young to remember that. Back in 04, there was this like tsunami in Thailand. This was before,
and I like that second group. Jimmy Johnson's right there at the tail end of the front. But these guys behind him are chasing him down. They're a couple of 3/10 quicker. And pit stops are coming.
See, that's the kind of stuff you find out watching full broadcast. You don't really just remember this stuff straight up. You have to watch the full race to find stuff, to find little snippets.
Remember, he's a lap down, but he's trying to stay with his
group
to try to get back on the lead lap as he's beating on the back of Casey Kane in the 9 through 3 and 4.
Yeah, dude, IDK, I asked for the ages of some of these people watching.
Right now, Larry, you know
everyone's so young. They were born like 04, 05, 06. You were born 2001, weren't you? So, like, I was just telling them that this era was just awesome. It was wild. It was fabulous. I mean, just look at the stands too. 160,000. I know it's the 500. I mean, even the backstretch seats, they were even packed.
He says Jimmy Johnson, the 48.
You weren't really familiar with this era, so like I kind of have to show it off as much as I can, either whether it's through videos or watching full race broadcasts. And there it is. I've said it for the 20th time this stream. I know you guys are hella annoyed, but still, bring that camera angle back. Bring the in-car camera. Jeez. They had. I've seen like 2 or 3.
Back straightaway, Mike Skinner. I think brushed the wall in turn 2.
No, not Skinner. No.
Because all of a sudden he just went up the track and he could not get down out of the way.
If he's out of fuel, he looks like he's
How are you out of gas?
I was going to say if he's out of fuel, they maybe didn't get him full that last time, but he looks like he's still running possible.
He was 14th. He was doing
come on to pit road. Don't see any apparent damage.
Out of gas? Right yes. Yeah, I'm out of gas.
Yeah, here he is right here. You're going to see him brush the wall. I think.
Hold up. Nope, that was McMurray. McMurray. He didn't brush. He kissed it. He kissed it a little bit.
It was the 42 car.
But when you get right here near a pit window like this, when you get close to a pit stop, the tires.
All right, come on, fill it up, gas her up.
Cars are handling the
or take 4 tires,
you can
and
barely
then
hang
gas
on
her
to
up.
them.
Let's get the left front fender pulled out. Left front fender pulled out.
Let's see.
Now
Let's
he gets
see.
down in here, down into.
He's just going.
I think that maybe it's 99. Carl
Edwards almost freaking got hooked.
Pit stops coming.
Oh my God, Edwards, dude, that was badass. He almost got hooked there. Holy shit.
Leaders, Tony Stewart, Michael Waltrip, Jeff Gordon, and Kurt Busch making green flag pit stops. We're now into the second lap of those at lap 137.
All right, come on, Mikey. It's Mikey's time.
One more round of pit stops to
We're obviously rooting for Michael Waltrip. I was going to say
one more chance to get 4 fresh tires. Should we stay green? And one more chance to make those
you see the sun's going down. I believe
car, he had inherited the
as of the race car, it's probably somewhere around 4:30, 4:50, almost 5 o'clock. So the suns are coming down, the temps are going down, which means more grip. There's going to be more racing too, and holy shit, they need to clean that window. Are they going to clean that? Please make sure you clean that. Tear the shield off. Come on, tear it off. Tear it off.
And so much focus that man, you
are they going to tear it off? Yep, he did. He did. Okay, I was about to say that's too dirty. That's too dirty to run the race like that.
So as things cycle through,
oh, Mikey lost some
Back
spots.
around with the lead. Jeff Gordon with him. Jimmy Johnson,
Michael
Waltrip, Mark Martin, Kurt Busch, and Casey Kane.
Oh, you want to watch it for 2 years?
Are in the lead draft, Steve.
And Mike, they went down pit road very quickly. Tony said keep helping this rear end of the race car, so they made another.
Bro, this has just been the story of the race. It's literally the same 5-6 cars that are just breaking away.
Michael Waltrip was going to pit on lap 141. No adjustments for the 15. Meanwhile, the 24, Jeff Gordon.
I mean,
told you earlier the car was
Stewart,
tight in traffic. Slight
Gordon,
air pressure
Johnson,
adjustment
whenever he's not being stupid, like making mental mistakes. Waltrip, Martin sometimes. Oh yeah, and Kurt Busch as well. So those are the cars I've seen in the front pack the most. Sometimes Truex was up there, McMurray's up there for a moment, Junior for a brief moment. That's about it. Hey, but right now Nemechek's leading. Oh right, no he's not. Stewart's leading.
Daytona 500 in his final appearance in this race. Pit crew has been flawless. Wallace right now running in the 9th position.
Oh, really? His best finish
as
was
the
12th?
run goes on. So what Rusty wants to see is a long green flag run right here, Mike.
Hey, you got the 2. Oh, the 3 Penske teammates. Because remember, the 77
the Cinderella
of
story of Thursday,
was
Kevin LePage,
basically a Penske
the glass
affiliate.
slipper broke. They lost a lap trying to push him, get him restarted. Now he finally
Bro, what is up with these underdog cars? They're just laying an egg now.
Out of fuel. We have 3 speeders on that set of green flag pit stops.
These underdog teams running their guys out of fuel at Daytona.
Dale Jarrett,
Come
our
on, guys.
pole sitter, we're riding him.
This camera,
he had to
take
do a
it back.
pass-through.
Please break
and
this
been
back.
black flagging him.
It's so
that
beautiful.
means you have to come to pit road for your penalty. But 2 other drivers for the 2nd time today, Dave Blaney in the 07 and Jeremy Mayfield in the 19. Now we see Dale Jarrett doing the pass-through, which means he just has to come down pit road, not stop, maintain pit road speed 55 miles per hour.
If we got invited to the Dale
Jr. There are no speedometers in these race cars. There's a tachometer that
would
shows
be
engine
insane.
speed. And on the pace
that
lap
would be
before the start of the race,
it's probably not going to
split
happen.
in half.
That
There
would
are
just
2
be
pace cars that each lead half the field.
But yeah, even Dale Jarrett
so
has
the
another
driver can
penalty.
tell where
What
that
these
is
guys
on the
are doing?
tachometer and get a rough gauge of how fast they should be going.
In the past, they've done it with stopwatches. You see the lines up and down pit road. That's the timing lines.
I just
and
saw
the driver
somebody
only has that tack, and he can only get a reading on under
It was
the
either a
pace
bicycle
lap
or a
when
moped.
he's behind the pace car.
'Cause I didn't
and
see
it
him
can vary.
pedaling.
You listen to the spotters. I'm 42. What's everybody
And
else?
Baker's just
44.
nonchalantly
Oh, well, maybe I
leaving-
missed it a little bit.
leaving
No,
pit
you're
road.
other guys are 4,000. It's all over the place. Not really an exact science.
Guys, I'm so impressed with our 5th place car right now. Mark Martin in that 6th car. Impressed with Mark, impressed with his team.
Forget him. I'm impressed with Mikey. Look at Mikey right now. Look at Mikey go, man. He's running P4 right now. He's having a good day. He's led hella laps today. Let's go. He's at the 2nd most
laps. He had a rear-end blower problem just a few laps ago.
But yeah, Mark Martin's been
They
impressive
restarted
too.
back in
His lowest
32nd
32nd,
position.
currently 5th.
Here he's up here with about 59 laps to go in the top 5.
Fine.
Let's get an update on the 2nd place car. Here's Matt.
Jeff Gordon came on the radio 2 laps ago and said, all right, tell the 48, what does he want to do?
Hey, really quick, give me a really quick update, guys. We're coming down towards the end of it. We're coming down towards the final 50 laps. How's the screen quality? Let me know how the quality is. Is it lagging? Oh, caution's out. Again for debris. Wow, what a shot. But no, let me know the screen quality and let me know how the audio sounds, and I can make some really quick adjustments if need be. But right now, 5th caution, lap 144.
Cars on the lead lap of the Daytona 500 at 142 laps.
Okay, let's see. It's good.
Dale Jarrett, the pole center today. UPS, the official delivery company.
Yeah, no, this is on NASCAR's channel. So that's why they have the good screen quality. That's why the quality.
Go to foxsports.com, keyword UPS. Or
okay, good quality. Okay, everything was great. All right, thank you guys. So this is like basically, this will be the usual setup. So if you guys, this is going to become
pit road
a regular
Dale
series.
Jr., who has failed to lead a lap today.
I gotta listen.
Right now we see Dale Jr. come back on off the pit road.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Their car's not working like it was early on, and they keep working.
If you want this to be a regular thing, let me know.
Off pit road, we're also seeing a shot
this is basically going to be the settings I'll use.
It looked like they made his car a little bit better, and all of a sudden he faded back.
Make sure to never put it in full screen mode. Just put it in theater mode.
They look like they're working underneath the right rear spring. I don't know if they're working on the trying to put
Jeff Burton's had a bad day.
Or if we're working with
he just had a bad day, man.
Trailer arm trying to make his car track a little bit.
2 pit road mistakes and 2 on
Dale
track.
Earnhardt Jr. and Dick Bergman has the latest. Dick.
Well, Junior's really having a problem with the nose of the car. He says it simply does not have any grip, and they have adjusted that car a lot to try to make the front end bite. We'll see if it works this time we get back to green, Chris.
All right, thanks, Dick. So 9 leaders today, 14 lead changes.
His visor is really big, though. I don't know why his visor is that big.
We've gone 144 laps here in the Daytona 500.
Freaking all the way down to here. This is the 5th copyright song that's shown up. They just had the drivers in like a little production thing, like, hey, just run in place. And then they told Mayfield, hey, do some jump ropes really quick. And they told Gordon, like, hey, just run in place there. Just run in place. Back and forth. And then look at the camera. And then do this with the little eye goggles thing. And then they told Newman, like, do that. Like, look. You're showing the same ones. We're like, Elliot's just like, what? Like, what? You know what I'm saying?
2005 will be my last shot at a Daytona 500.
No, it's not. You are a liar.
No.
You're a liar.
And I'm not going to apologize to anybody.
Don't apologize. You have to apologize for lying, though, because this is not your last 500, Martin.
And I've
You're
done
lying.
more than I ever could have dreamed of.
You'll be back.
Every race is an opportunity to win. And
stop playing. You're playing everybody. This isn't your last race.
A win is a win is a win is a win. If I was only going to win one, it might be different. But they didn't give me a choice of which one I could win.
You're going to come back.
I was just fortunate enough to win more than one race, and that's how I look at it.
But he's so wholesome, though. I got to give him that. He's so wholesome in that interview. But he's a liar. This wasn't his last 500.
He started every race since the '88 Daytona 500.
All right, let's go. Green flag.
545 straight races. But he'll have to get past Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, and Michael Waltrip if he's going to have a shot at victory lane.
Come on, Mikey.
Stewart, that orange car on the outside, Darrell, has been strong.
And these lap cars. I can't get. Wait. This whole time, Casey Mears still hasn't gotten his lap back?
The Roush teammates are hooked up, and that's Martin and Busch, and all the Dodges are hooked up together. Yeah, Tony Stewart, does he have any friends?
All right. I don't know about that, but we had some ugly restarts.
Here we go. We're going to get down to the final 50 laps. We are nearly 75% through this race. And we finally have a move for the lead. Holy crap, we haven't seen that all race.
About those Roush teammates,
Gordon almost took the lead
yes.
there.
If I can't win, I would love to see Mark Martin do it. It has been top of mind for Kurt Busch all day.
Oh, by the way, Mark Martin's in the backup car. Just FYI. So imagine if he didn't wreck his primary car, how that car would
Sure, but it helps that Martin has a really fast car. And how about Jimmy Johnson? He said earlier in Speed Weeks, when I grow up, I want to be Mark Martin. So much fire, so much class. Matt?
Under that caution, Jeff Gordon jumped over to Jimmy Johnson's radio frequency. They both discussed how their race cars are handling.
So right now, the Gibbs car, not the Gibbs, it's just the Gibbs.
Mikey,
let's go! Let's go, Mikey, let's go! He's going to break up the Hendrick tandem. He's going to pass for P3. Let's go! You know what time it is. I'm just going to do this one time since he finally passed somebody. Michael Waltrip, Michael Waltrip, Michael Waltrip, Michael Waltrip, Mikey, Michael Waltrip, Mikey. I'm going to do this until they hit the finish line. Michael Waltrip, Mikey, Anyways, he probably passed somebody. Let's go. He passed somebody for P3.
A while ago on the backstretch, and he lost 3 positions.
Yeah, and Jeff Gordon lost his helper. So now he's got to think about, okay.
Oh, yeah. So Jeff Gordon lost his helper there. So now Michael, he's got to have a game plan. He's got a game plan. You got 2 top dogs, 2 champions in Stewart and Gordon. You got to figure out a way you can get around both of them.
12th place car.
And now Mark Martin and Kurt Busch have a Roush
Mike with caution came out on lap 142. Greg Zipadelli and Tony
Hey, quit spamming. No, I don't like spamming. Quit spamming. Come on, stop it. Stop spamming. I'm going to give you your one warning. No spamming.
Car, but they had just 6 green flag laps on those tires. They knew they'd have to stop again, so they elected
laps
to keep
left.
track position.
Now 69 laps left.
42 has hung around the top 10 all day, but in the last few laps, he has developed an overheating problem. Very concerned about their ability to finish the race with the temperature gauge going the wrong way. Matt?
Tony Stewart
and Murray's been running pretty good all day.
National championships driving for the same USAC midget team. Tony's acted like a mentor to Jason. In fact, during practice,
Jason Leffler's doing his thing too. He hasn't really been inside the top 10, but he's been in the top 15 most of the day.
And then when the practice was over, Tony sat him down and said, "This is what you did right, and this."
And he's gonna take it 3 wide, bro. He's got balls of steel. I love Jason Leffler. R.I.P.
Tony has been working on his protege, hoping that he can get up there and help.
And then Truex and Andretti are behind him.
Rush hour. Leffler's right smack in the middle of it as they're
See, we got no more single file racing going on. We're in the final 50 laps of the Daytona 500. So they gotta push it.
Now we're watching
and
Jimmy
Junior's
Johnson
just laying
in the
an egg
car
running
on the high side.
23rd.
He has help from Casey Kane in the 9 starting to claw his way back from those positions he lost about 3 laps ago.
Here's the eye of the storm back there, 3 abreast.
Look at that.
Can you tell we're getting down to crunch time?
Can you tell who that is?
It's
kind of
coming down
all
to
these
it.
cars bottled up like this.
Well, guys, we're 3/4 of the way through this race, and we have 25 cars in less than 2 seconds of each other.
And everybody's kind of, listen, you've been sitting in that thing for 3 hours. You've made a lot
that
of
is
decisions.
some pack racing. That is vintage.
Now you got to make the best ones you've made all day. They better be right.
From our Quaker State aerial coverage, that car in the middle was the 29 of Kevin
I'm doing
Harvick,
good, Marty. How
right
you doing?
I'm
doing good in the situation that I'm
place
presenting.
Finisher, Wisconsin's
Unfortunately,
Scott
just
Wimmer.
Everything's closed. There's nothing to do really. But sitting here, so I was like, you know what? It's hella late.
Mike, right there where that group is, you just have a hard time passing.
And
all you
right
do, you
now,
get
we got
frustrated,
48 to go.
on the guy around you.
He's looking good. He's looking really good. Oh, somebody brushed the wall a little bit, I think. They kissed it. It's like the third time this race
48 laps to go. Tony Stewart has led the most. He led the most last year.
Yeah, Tony Stewart's just gone. He's dominating.
A look at the world's most famous beach where they ran speed trials from the turn of the prior century.
Oh, we got a caution?
To
What
1958, and then moved the racing here to Bill France's big new 2.5-mile tri-oval speedway, high banked.
What happened?
Where we still run the Daytona 500, 47
now they're pitting.
years.
What's the caution for?
After the first one, when Lee Petty beat Johnny Beauchamp in a photo finish that took 3 days to decide.
But they never, those guys had never heard of arrow push.
Arrow push.
Everybody's on pit road.
Arrow push.
Well, as the caution came out, Kurt Busch asked his crew chief, what do you want to do? The car's running all right. Comment for four, said Jimmy Fenning. Busch asked him, well, where do we stand on fuel from here? Well, said his crew chief, we'd be about 13
Get out
laps
front.
short. Steve?
Hell, just take 2 tires. Let's go.
No
Get out front. Track
Mark
position.
Martin into 6. Tony Stewart got
2.
4 tires back.
Shuffling the air pressure on the 20.
Come on, get him out, get him out, get him out.
Gordon, just a slight adjustment. No changes from Michael.
It's
Walker.
Wimmer again,
dude.
He just doesn't care. He's going to take 2 tires the whole time. That's the 3rd time he's done that.
Rusty Wallace strategy to win the Daytona 500.
Just imagine being one of the top guys in the field, like Stuart, Walter, and Gordon. You're working hard on the pit stops. Like, hey, we're going to get our first 4 tires. Nope, all of a sudden Wimmer, who's been running mid-pack most of the race. Oh, no, he took 2. He's out first. I know it's racing. You can't control that.
Here's the deal, guys. We need to make note that caution was for debris, but I think this gives these guys an opportunity to get those.
It would be kind of frustrating. It's like, yo, he's out front again. Like, we're gonna pass him. What is he doing?
Late in the race, they're going to be about 8 to 10 laps.
I mean, because Wimmer did the same thing in the 04 500 late in the game and ended up finishing 3rd. So probably heading into this one, the game plan was 2 tires no matter what, or 2 tires on every single caution flag pit stop, so you can get out front, have a shot. Which is smart.
Daytona 500, and this is a Visa race break.
But if you're a guy racing against him, you're just like, oh my God, what is he doing?
Different lead changes.
Like,
right now, Jeff Burton is on top of 43 laps to go. It started with Dale Jarrett on the pole and a little hello bump from Dale Earnhardt Jr., who has not led a lap, by the way. Jarrett fell back. Bobby Labonte, former points champion, one of the Gibbs cars out, done for the day. Matt Kenseth, also a former points champ. Roush car broke a connecting rod.
No, not going to show him
hate when that happens. Said he had his best car ever for Daytona.
Poor
He's
Ricky
done it.
Rudd.
Turn 4, Ricky Rudd. It is 28th Daytona 500. Trying to win his first Daytona 500. 6 cars involved in pit problems for Jeff Burton in the 31 car. Bumped Dale Earnhardt Jr. and then Burton here.
Oh, this is funny too. Yeah, so close. Look at this. Jack the car. Oh, they wanted to show it, but no, he couldn't jack the car.
So far, first he led the most laps in the 2004 Daytona 500 when he finished
it's been a
second.
good race so far.
Now let's look inside the top 15.
Watching.
Kurt
Sure
Busch, last year's points champ, right? Moments ago out of the pits. Here's what it sounded like on his car radio.
Burkhouse doing 2 things. Tell the 48, I like him. He's my best friend right now. And then the 6 car, ask how many tires they have. Really? 6 car got 4 tires? You beat us out by like 10 spots.
Kurt Busch is back there. Him and Johnson, tell Johnson he's my best friend right now.
But if the old making has already started, he's looking for friends to get back towards the front. Remember, Chris, we've only got one more stop.
You guys know the meaning.
It's showtime. What Mike Helton won't have happen is happening.
Oh, I know,
right
Mason.
It is
crazy.
Ready to build. We get ready to go back.
I mean, they just had a solid
big
play
picture racing, and the picture coming to an end. We'll see what happens.
Really, from 2001 to 2005, it was consistent.
105 miles to go. Again, some
even if they were wrecking, they were always
front of the field. Jeff Burton,
you could never take that away from him.
Carl
and
Edwards,
whoa,
Tony Stewart.
Talk about spreading it out.
Jeff Gordon, Michael Walker.
Jeff Burton's in the lead. What?
That's the furthest they've been back in the field.
So Jeff Burton, Scott Wimmer, and Carl Edwards. Your top 3. Who would have thought? Watching this race, who would have thought it? Who would have guessed it? And right now, Borsed's like, okay, I'm not even going to hold the lead pack up.
He was on pit road a couple of extra
No wonder everyone was laying back. They just wanted to get a run. But for as bad as Burton has been, for him to lead the 500, that's pretty good.
you see Tony Stewart.
And Wimmer's really going to try it. He's really going to try and block it.
He's got good
even though it's not going to happen. Look, his car's going to drift up. It's not going to happen.
Hey, Larry Mack, just to catch you up on exactly what the 20 team did on that last pit stop, they went down a half a pound on both left side tires and up a half a pound on the right side tires.
Well, when you go up in the right side pressure and down in the left side, you open the split up in the air pressures. It helps the car to turn, and I think this racetrack is tightening up. The cars are turning less and less as the track gets more grip and cools down.
Yeah, the first turn down here is in the shade. The grandstand here around the trowels in the shade. It's probably a good 15, 20 degrees cooler than it was when the race started.
Jeff Gordon's in a bad spot in that number 24. The
right now, that lead pack is pissed with Burton and Wimmer. They're like, what the hell are these guys doing up here? They're not gonna. Oh yeah, and Gordon's pissed with Sed probably. He's like, dude, move. Okay, they finally got around Wimmer. Now they have to get around Burton.
They get back in there in all that dirty air, and they just don't run as well as they do once.
Wait, where's Mikey? Okay, he's up there. Okay,
he's up there. Jeff Gordon on the 24. He has his teammate Jimmy Johnson in the 48 behind him, but right now, as you say, Mike, they're bottlenecked up behind the 36. Boris says.
Saw this in the 150 with Jeff Gordon. He got back in the pack, and the first thing you know, he was bouncing off of people, and he had to back up.
Of course, it's off.
He got a bad finish.
At least he's up there. Anyways, we are coming down to the final laps of. No! What?
I don't think that's a good thing. He's got his hand out.
No, it was just about to. Oh, no, not Mikey. No, come on, man. That's not fair. What?
It's not running.
All right, guys, we blew up. We're coasting into three.
Damn, they blew it up too. No. Dude, he had the best. He had one of the best cars on.
Sound of silence.
We were going for 3 in a row.
Sorry if I raked your guys' ears. No.
Tough break for Mikey. I feel
a
little sad about that.
He was doing
What's
so
that number
good.
15?
Look at this. It just goes up the track.
In front of Gordon.
And then
yeah, he knows it right there.
It just blows up.
He goes. She started
he almost hit the wall a little bit there too. That sucks.
See the smoke coming out from under the hood.
He had the best DEI car by far.
Not doing that motor good.
Shut her down.
And was leading the race earlier.
Well,
42 laps
we didn't have a big problem behind him.
Just like that, it's down the.
He's going to go down here to his pit and just check the car, but I think that's probably pretty.
And yeah, you're right, Shotgun. He would never do good in the 500 again. This was the last time he was ever like that dominant. I mean, he would race in it again, but would he run up front like that, like he did in this one? No.
It's the silence. The silence that's deafening there. The motor not running for Michael Waltrip.
That sucks. Oh, there's Buffy walking back.
That's Buffy, his wife. She's headed back to the coach and packing up and getting ready to head west.
Now, this is what I think we might be setting up here with, as you see the 15 crew about to push Michael back behind the wall, is we're going to have 38 laps to go this time. We probably are going to have another 2 or 3 caution laps.
That was always like that.
Come to pit road
towards the end of junior
because that can get them to the end on fuel, man.
2005 had engine problems, 06 engine
exactly
problems,
right,
and 07
Larry. Jeff Gordon's calculations before this caution, they were 7 to 8 laps shy on fuel. Michael Waltrip came on the radio and said, guys, I feel just sick. We had such a great race car today.
I know this was in 2005, but I'm feeling sick right now.
There you see.
Not just literally,
cat and mouse game, but right now, all I'm going to come to pit road, guys. This could be the most important pit stop of these teams.
All right, Burton's in the lead.
You have to be able to mark.
Let's see if he can not make any mistakes. Let's see where he can come out of this. Because when you think about it, the track position game worked well for him.
Earnhardt Jr. stayed out along with Harvick.
Oh, Jr. stayed out.
And Andretti.
And Harvick and Andretti as well.
Jimmy Johnson in the 48. Kurt
so yeah, they're not even playing. They're just gonna. Well, Burton, I guess they took 4 tires. They had 2 tires.
Trouble on pit road, Larry.
Leffler, no, no, not Leffler. He's doing so good. No, dude, everything's falling apart. And Newman can't leave. He can't leave. Bro, what is this madness? Why was Daytona pit lane so chaotic?
Pit road has not been by these pit crews; it's been by the driver.
Bro, it's been like this, like the 5th time this has happened.
You have no peripheral vision.
Wait a minute. How did Kane miss his stop? Did you see how far back he had to back up? He didn't miss it by a little. Oh my God! Talk about missing your shot.
Into his pit.
Oh, he got going. Okay, he was leaving. Okay. Oh, no. But then he had to back up because he had damage.
Casey Kane in the 9 didn't have no idea that Jason Leffler in 11 was fixed to turn into his pit.
And then look at this. Just like,
Casey's
all right, I'm going to go turn it into my stall. Oh! And then
contact.
That was a wrap. It's over. Oh. Poor Leffler.
38 laps to go. Next time by. Two-time Daytona 500 winner Michael Waltrip is out of it.
No more Mikey for me.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is brought to you by Aaron's. Aaron's makes dreams come true with dream prices on dream products. By Chevy, the defending manufacturer's champion. The revolution races on. By Lowe's, where you'll find all your home improvement needs. Lowe's, improving home improvement. And by Mountain Dew. Drink out, throw down.
That's when Mountain Dew was branded out.
The nation's outstanding race drivers will be after a rich 1200 turn.
We're here at the world's fastest speedway for the running of the inaugural Daytona.
But you see what I mean? Fox had more care when it came to NASCAR. But then again, of course, this was when NASCAR was at its peak.
Car number 21. And there's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison.
Oh, I won the Daytona 500. I won the Daytona 500.
Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500. Finally.
He will win the 46th running.
And then previous years.
I'm a Daytona 500 champion. I can't believe it.
They started over
That's
on
probably
the
the
beach.
sixth copyright
Moved here in
song
1959,
in this,
46
I'm
years.
gonna let
So
you guys
many
know how many
great
copyright
memories.
songs I have.
29 different drivers have won the great race. The first race in front of 20,000
I know
people
that.
in one
Some other people
low-rise
don't know that,
grandstand.
but they're about to
Over
find out.
200,000 of them here today, paying as much as $5,000 apiece for the top row of the Daytona Club to see the great race.
Good point, man. Yeah, a lot of flagmen, because back in the good old days, the flagman had to stand on the track. So where the start-finish line is on the apron, he would always stand there and wave the green flag.
Come back to pit road,
which I don't.
those Dodge teams
I mean, they didn't really have a choice, I guess. They didn't really have a flag stand back in the day, but then somebody came to their senses. Wait, who is that one car? Who is that one car on the bottom? Who's the lap down? Is that LePage? I think that's Kevin LePage.
Take the lead, but I think Mark's got a great following car.
See, that's not fair. If you're gonna make them, all right, you might as well just pull off to the back. Don't even go full throttle.
He's got
Poor LePage is just stuck there on the inside.
Jimmy hadn't been that good.
Green flag with 35 laps to go.
Watch him try to side drive.
We still have 32 cars on the lead.
So here we go. We got 30. Did he just say 35 laps to go? I believe. Yeah, I think he did. But
we heard Mark say.
Oh yeah, we got 35. But anyways, this is where the race gets very exciting.
His teammate Kurt Busch, 97, trying to come up and help Martin.
Now here's where, here's where Jimmy needs to help Jeff if they're going to get to Tony. They got to get him now. I don't think they can wait.
It's Jeremy Mayfield in the 19 car up the high side. He's up there in the 5th or 6th position. He's had 2 pit road speeding penalties today.
He's got Blaney with him in the 07.
He's got him.
Squeeze play off turn number 4.
Whoa, Burton tried. He thought about making a 3 wide, but almost wrecked Martin.
To the bottom, put the block on Jeff Burton in the 31 car, headed into the trial.
His old teammate.
Hey, and Riggs is back in the top 5. He was there earlier, but he's been kind of back and forth. It's good to see him back up there now.
Michael Waltrip, 2-time Daytona 500 champion, out of the race. Matt's with him.
Hate to hear it.
We've caught up with Michael Waltrip walking back to the garage area. Michael, what a great race car today. You were just sizing everybody up.
It was all about positioning throughout the middle of the race. I just followed Tony. You know, you try to make you some comrades, and he was going to be a buddy of mine. And I just couldn't wait, Matt. I just couldn't wait for those last 25 laps because it was going to get right. People in the stands are going to see a heck of a show. You can make major runs out there, and we had a car that was going to make some. And man, the Napa Auto Parts, Domino's Pizza, Best Western Oreo Cookie, Bass Pro Shops, you know all that part.
I know all that stuff.
This was over a decade ago.
Oh, I'm trying to mask the pain, but I can't. I mean, I'm just upset, but understanding. You know, I know we put a lot into this effort, and a lot of parts spinning around. Every now and then they break.
What part broke? Any idea in the motor?
I'm not a good analyze that very well.
He's
I
not
think
a
it
good
was a ride,
basically
but
just
it might
like,
have been
yeah,
a
I'm just not a good engine
possibly
analyst.
a piston, something that really matters.
It was something very important, but thank you, Michael.
Trouble down here, guys. Turn 4.
Oh!
4 wide, and we've got a problem.
Oh, it's
John
not the
Andretti's
flip,
14
but
and the
damn.
11 of Jason
Wow.
Leffler. Bring the caution flag out. Scoring stops
Okay, this is kind of
immediately.
creepy. This wreck is creepy now.
And we're under caution again with 32
Just
laps
because
to go.
now,
Daryl, that
you
happened
know,
just in front of those
2020,
two cars
those
where they
two
got 4
guys
wide.
aren't with us anymore. Leffler and
Well, as you heard Michael say, he
they
knows,
just so
we
happen to
all
be
know
involved in this wreck.
now
So I was
it's
like, kind of like,
showtime.
oh,
And Jeff
like,
Gordon
yeah,
is
this
doing
wreck
all he
happened.
can. Jeff
So,
Gordon's
I mean,
doing all he
RIP
can to
to
get by
both of
Tony
them.
Stewart. Now he knows he can't wait, and he
basically
lost
my
his
childhood,
running
dude. I
mate
grew
there.
up watching
Jimmy
these guys,
Johnson went to
man.
the outside
It
and fell
sucks.
back.
Just,
And
you
what
know,
did
because of
Jimmy
different
Johnson say
circumstances, they're
earlier
not
in the
with us
week?
anymore, so.
Whoever gets out in front on that last pit stop
Anyways,
is
what
going to be
happened
tough
here?
to pass.
4
Look
wide.
at him, 4 wide
Yep,
here.
I beat you to it, Mikey. I beat you to it, Mike Joy. I beat
14
you to
just
it.
shoves up.
Oh,
comes right
no.
down in front
okay.
of Leffler.
Yeah, see,
14
it
got
was nobody's
into
fault.
Travis Quaffle in the 77.
Well, it wasn't
come
the
down.
14.
Leffler
Well,
in the
wait,
11
did the
car
14
had
come
nowhere to
into
go.
the 77, or the 77 came down? Oh, look at the photographers. Bro, I could guarantee some dirt on these photographers. They had to move out the way.
14, he just wobbled a little bit. He got a little push loose.
Yeah, he got
into
wobbled
Travis
a little bit.
Quaffle.
That's all good.
And that right there is the reason our voice goes up an
Oh,
octave
yeah,
when they're
that's a
3 and
fun
4 wide,
fact.
because this is at
Only
190 miles
5
per hour.
drivers.
And this also, Larry, as
who
you know,
raced
takes the
in
fuel
this
equipment.
race
This
still
makes everybody
race
safe
today.
on fuel,
For
I
those
think, with
5.
these
Let me
few
guess.
caution laps. If there was any question about it, I think this will put everybody into their window.
Harvick, Newman.
Leffler's car is probably done for the day. Let's ride with him here.
Somebody else. Oh, yeah, Truex.
Right in the door.
Oh, and Kyle Busch, duh. Wait, and Kirby. No, so that's 6. No, there's 6 guys that still race them. Johnson, Harvick, the Busch brothers, Newman, and then Truex. That's 6.
As a driver,
We just got hit, guys. Come on, John.
I think that's the only 6.
The worst sound you can hear is that.
If I'm not mistaken.
But Daryl, you're right.
So yeah,
Before
that's
that
it.
last restart with 35 to go,
Unless there's somebody
the
I'm
crew
missing.
chief, the owner, the spotter, looked at the
But no, I
driver,
believe
talked to
that's
the driver,
everybody.
and said, "Okay, boys, we have 35 laps to go. It's time to go. All your bets, all your deals, all your friends, don't trust
that is 6.
anyone."
All right, but no, we are. Oh, I thought Kane was about to go out again.
Steve Burns.
But no, we are heading
Hey, Mike,
into the
talk
final
about
30
confidence.
laps,
Before
the
the
crunch
last
hour.
restart, crew chief Greg
I like to call it.
Zipadelli told the leader.
Oh, and by the way, I appreciate you
said
guys
that
on
one
the
car is
East
at
Coast
ninth.
staying up.
He said he'd
I just
help you
realized
if he can get to you, but
it's
other than
almost
that, I don't know what
midnight.
other help you have.
So the next
Tony
time I
Stewart's
do this, I'll make
replied,
sure to do
I
it
got
at a
me,
better time that
myself, and
suits
I, and that's all I
the East
need.
Coast viewers a lot more.
It's all about me, baby. It's all about me.
Remember 10 laps with Tony Stewart
But yeah,
in our
no, it's
pre-race?
been worth it.
The most common answer?
169. Nice. 169 of 200 laps complete.
Hello, I'm Chaplain Bob Blessing in Iraq. I'm with the first of the 184th out of California. Hometown is San Diego. Wish the best to Jeff Gordon. God bless you all.
God bless you.
It's all about winning. To me, that's the only thing that's really ever driven me. I love the
Dude, I just can't get over the quality of this. Thank you, NASCAR, for
it's
uploading
really
these
all
races.
about
Please upload
going
more.
to victory lane and celebrating with your team and just
I can't get
there's
over the
no
quality
other
of
feeling
this-
like it in the
this
world.
race.
And I think I felt it for the first time when I was 6 or 7 years old.
Another race
and,
that
and it's
has,
the one thing
oddly
that's
enough,
always
some of the
drawn
best
me to
quality.
racing
The
and kept me
2006
interested in it
Banquet
for all
400
these years.
And
And
look
it's
up
one
the
thing that keeps
HD
me going
version
now.
of that
And
race. That's
getting
a
that
race we'll
victory
have to
means
watch.
so much.
Not only
and
because of the
it's
finish,
what
but
you live
because
for.
of the quality as well.
Jeff Gordon trying to win his 3rd Daytona 500, 30 laps to go, and before the last restart, he
30
said
laps
this
to
to
go.
his
We have
Hendrick
109 people
teammate,
watching.
Jimmy
Make sure to
Johnson.
click the like button. 110 actually. So 138 likes.
I think the only way we're going to get them is on that outside.
So yeah, let's see. 11:30 East Tennessee, 10:30 in Canada. Appreciate you tuning in all the way from Canada.
Hopefully we can do it together.
10:30 in Indiana.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Johnson tried
leave in
the
the chat where you
outside,
guys are
slipped
watching
back a
from.
spot
Obviously,
for
don't
his
give the
trouble.
whole address,
And
of
as we
course,
get
but just
set
name
for
your
what
state.
could be the
Name the
final
state
and
you're
most
from,
important restart of the day,
Because
do
I
you
can see
agree,
I saw
Daryl, to get
country,
Tony Stewart,
Canada,
you're going to have to get around the
other
outside of him?
states,
Well, they're not able to get him up
Indiana,
off the bottom
Tennessee,
yet, but I tell you what I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see a
Maryland.
little judge.
Okay,
He's going
NASCAR
to wiggle,
podcast
and they're going to try to get him on the inside.
11:30 in Michigan.
Unless Jimmy Johnson can
Okay,
get back
Virginia.
up there and
10:30 in
bump
Wisconsin.
Jeff
10:30 in
Gordon by
Texas.
Tony Stewart. I don't see any
11:30
other
in
way to
Central
pass him.
Jersey.
Nobody has been able to
Florida,
all day.
Wisconsin,
It's a good time for those
Minnesota.
spotters to make
Minnesota, Minnesota.
Well, it is. I mean, there'll be more
South
deal-making going on. Earlier in the race, we saw it down on pit road about pit stops. Now the deal-making will be on top of the roof. And I want to continue to watch our two guys that are making their final Daytona
11:31 over
Rusty
in
Wallace
Indiana.
and Mark
11:31 exactly.
They are running 7 to 8.
in
They
Montreal.
can see that checkered flag now to get that first 500 win.
Jeff Hammond, it doesn't matter if the guy in front of you is your best friend or your worst enemy. Right now,
no.
I'll
make sure.
You really do. I think that's
for the next one
right now, Chris.
I want to do it around
who's going to work with
1 o'clock
to
my
at
time.
least get us within 3, 4,
so I'll make
5
sure to
laps
do it a
this
lot
race,
earlier for
you
guys.
then they'll have to
Trust
settle amongst themselves.
All right, so
I mean, just for it being late night, I appreciate you guys tuning in.
Teammate Jimmy Johnson running fourth.
I think so. I mean, I think that's a clear
been amazing. For it being last minute, this is
back
pretty
there
good.
And realize that Kurt
I don't know
Busch
what
wants to
the
win
next
this
race
as
I want
bad
to
as
do
anybody
is.
else. So he's going to go where he thinks he can get to the victory.
I want to get an
Tony Stewart
upload
leading.
out
He has
this
not
week.
won a restrictor plate race.
You know what? I want to
Jeff
get 2
Gordon has 8
uploads out this
restrictor
week
plate
on Black
wins,
Lives
leads
Matter.
all
Maybe
active
either 1 or
drivers,
2, and then I'll do another one.
sentimental choices that certainly
and I'll pick the
for
race. It'll be
Daytona,
some
their
random
careers,
race
great
or
careers
whatever.
they've had.
We can watch
It would be
together.
terrific
So I
if
appreciate
one of
it.
them
And
could wind
also,
up in
if you
victory
guys
lane.
want
Let's
special
rejoin Larry,
guests
Darrell, and Mike.
Well, there's
this
Rusty's
series,
number 2 and 6,
then let's do
and
it.
Mark Martin's
Then,
number 6 and
make
7.
some
Darrell,
suggestions.
do they
Obviously,
have
I
a
have to
chance?
get the podcast guys in here.
They got to do
and then who are
something
some
together.
other content creators
This would be a
you want me to
great
watch
time
races
for them
with.
to work
It's easy.
together.
All I have to do is just
for the common
all I
good.
have to do
But I really
is
think
just set up a
Kurt
Zoom
Busch,
meeting and boom,
if Jeff
we can have
Gordon
as
should
many
go
people
the
in as we want.
outside,
But
Kurt's going to
anyways,
fill the hole.
let's get back to
because he's got to
business.
move up one
It is
notch at a
crunch
time.
time. The 2005
rather than
500.
going
Less than
with
30
Jeff
laps to
Gordon,
go.
which is
Oh,
what
I
he
missed
should
this
do,
on track
probably
camera angle. Green flag. He's out.
28 laps to go. Tony Stewart. Is he a man alone on this mission?
Tony
Or
Stewart.
does he have friends? Let's find out.
Tony Stewart.
Darrell, that was one of the better-looking restarts that we've had all day long by all the top cars.
Yeah, they've been, the front
looks
4 or
good.
5 have really been able to bust out every restart.
Gordon pushing Stewart around turn 2, trying
Stewart.
to get away.
No, he's trying to get his attention. What he's trying to do is say, hey, where am I going to go next? And he's going to try to give him a wake-up call here, I think.
But look at this wad of cars back here, about 8 through about 15.
Hey, let's go, Trex. Yo, Burton is in the top 10. He's had a terrible 500.
Car up there running in the top 10.
He's made so many mistakes, but he's back up in it, dude. That's what it's all about.
They're going to start pushing and shoving. Because the only way you're going to get people past you is you got to give them a bump draft. And when you give them a bump draft, sometimes
got to promote the Auto Club 500.
Have a wreck.
Most watched racing.
We go to California next Sunday on Fox.
Hey, if you don't believe me, go look it up.
27 laps to go to settle the biggest race of the year.
A lot of unfinished business here yet.
Yep, here we go. We're about to start choo-chooing.
3 wide in the eye of the storm. McMurray up high.
That stat isn't
with
good.
Mayfield.
But yep, here we go.
Mike,
yep, you know what time it is. 27 laps to go. It's time for the.
Has been holding back a little bit. The one car's back in there. Elliott Sadler's in there.
Stewart, do not give up the bottom. Do not give up the bottom, dude. You see how he left it open for a split second there. Actually, it was like for a second or two.
17 cars single file.
Is that Casey Mears?
Breaks out.
Yo, Casey Mears is back on the lead lap, dude. He's finally inside the top 10.
Makes the pass to move into the top 10.
And at one time, Casey Mears was a lap down.
I've been waiting for him to get back on the lead lap for so long.
If he can get somebody to work with him.
He just got that lap back by getting the free pass just a couple of cautions ago, and now he's up there in the top 10.
Okay, all right, enough training. You got 26 to go.
There's a lot of racing from
no
a 4th, 5th, 6th on back in that 10th to 12th spot.
Or you know what?
But trying to get around the guy in the front, that's going to take some real effort on Jeff Gordon's part. He's going to have to pull out all the stops.
His tear's about to come on.
But no matter what the outcome for our 5th place car, Scott Riggs in that 10 car, what a great run he has had all day long. He'd love to get that Daytona 500
the quality doesn't hold up after all these years for that. For the helicopter kid.
Notorious for guys that have never won a race anywhere else, winning right here.
Tony Stewart is on the Bobby Allison plan. Allison is the last driver to lead the most laps 2 years in a row. It was 1981 and 82, and in 81, Bobby Allison finally won the Daytona 500.
So in 82, he lost.
With that 20 car, Tony Stewart, he showed his strength early in the week, all through practice, and especially in that dual race on Thursday.
And as you can see, he's protecting the bottom. That yellow line. If somebody's going to pass me, dude, you're going to have to go below the yellow line, and then you're going to get black flag.
Now, if you lose, though, you protect the bottom.
If I was Tony, I'd almost want to set a guy up, kind of say, hey, why don't you try that inside?
Should I do? No, I can't. I can't.
Somewhat ironic.
I can't. It's not going to work. I can't do a live race commentary. The way I want to do it is like this. So no, I would get copyrighted in 2 seconds.
To the front right now, because those two
right
guys,
now, fastest laps.
the
top 5. Obviously, they have the fastest times right now. Go figure.
One thing they won't do, they won't step out. They'll stay in line. They'll ride the bottom.
Oh, yeah. No,
176
ride the
laps
bottom
in
the whole
this race.
time.
We have the top 28 cars within 3 seconds of each other.
I'll tell you what else we got. We are running the fastest
And for those
laps
who have
we've
not
run all
seen
day
this
by
finish,
almost a half a second.
you're in for a
Track's
treat.
cooling down, motors making power, cars got good grip.
And we're coming to
Tony Stewart's last lap was his fastest lap of the day.
Oh.
I guarantee you, look at these top cars. We saw that throttle graphic earlier. I guarantee you all of these will be solid green, 100% full throttle.
Yeah,
Who's quickest this time?
Whoa!
Well,
Vickers.
Brian Vickers.
Of course, because
There
he's
are
the last
6
car in
fast
pack.
cars, all the same speed.
Oh, Junior's like saying he's had enough of the whole training deal. He's like, yup, let's go to the top.
Yeah, Brian Vickers is back
And
in 14th
Truex,
position.
go with
Look
them.
out there. Gordon shoved up a little bit. He almost
Truex,
opened the
thank
bottom
you.
up for
There
Kurt
you go.
Busch.
That's being a good
And look
teammate.
who's coming on the
Here's
outside. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has not let a lap all day.
He's been
Here we go.
asked,
Here we
but
go.
he has
Down
a
into
chance to
turn
make it up.
3.
Hey,
He's
Rusty,
Gordon
go
to
with
the
them.
outside.
Oh,
And up
Gordon!
front.
Finally,
Jeff
we got
Gordon
drivers
said, I
making
gotta
moves.
make my move. I
Finally,
gotta
the
do it on
final
the
23
outside,
laps.
but who's
Let's
there
do
to
it.
help him?
Come on,
Nobody.
Riggs, go
Looks
with
like
him.
Scott Riggs in the 10 car has Hendrick
Rusty,
engines.
go
He
up
wants to
there.
jump
Martin,
up there
yes.
and get some of this.
Thank you. That's the only way you're going to
Jimmy
beat Tony
Johnson
Stewart in
did
this
not
race. You have
move
to go
up with
upside.
his
You have to go on the
Hendrick
outside. You got to
teammate
try
Jeff
something
Gordon. He
different.
stayed on the
He's not going
bottom
to give up the
and
bottom.
Riggs just a
There's no
bit.
reason to.
He wanted to get there, but Scott Riggs in the 10 was already there.
This
he
is
filled
just
that
what
hole.
Kurt Busch wanted to have happen. Gordon, you go the outside. I'll plug the hole. Now it's my turn to work on Stewart.
Oh, this is getting good. We're
Junior
coming down
alongside
to
of Mark Martin. You're riding with Dale Jr., the defending champion of the 500.
These guys get a really good pull down the back straightaway going into turn 3. That's where they can step out sometime.
Come on.
I mean, look at this. The whole field is 2 and 3 wide down the backstretch.
This is no longer a 2-horse race. It's a 2-lane race.
See, look at the quality. They made the quality so good.
What am I
But
doing?
it just
What
whenever
have
it goes
I
to the helicopter
chosen
cam,
the
it's
wrong
just
line?
so
Have I chosen
blurry.
the wrong
Just one big
Have
blur.
I chosen the wrong profession?
Yeah, that too.
All I know is we got 22 laps to go.
Oh, we got a race
200,000
here now,
people.
guys. We got a
Nobody is
race
sitting
here,
down
ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go to Junior's
We
pit.
got a race.
It's almost always a good thing to pit the first time around. When the leaders
Riggs,
pit, you
Michael
pit with them. But the
Gordon,
last round of pit stops,
500, dude.
Earnhardt
What kind of
did not
timeline
do
is this?
that.
This is awesome.
He waited several laps. That put him behind, well
Hey,
behind
Gator,
all
good to
the
see you back.
leaders. Why did he wait? He didn't have enough gas to go all the way to the end if he had not waited. So this drive toward the front has come from deep in the pack. Nonetheless, he still is not happy
Man,
with
that's
the way
a
that car is
push.
handling,
He
Mike.
pushed his ass out.
Thanks, Dick. Kurt Busch in the 97. You saw him just launch Tony Stewart a car length out in front of the pack.
And you see what it done to Stewart. It just shot him that much further ahead. You can get to the back bumper of the guy in front of you, but boy, Jeff Gordon.
Okay,
I just don't think
Biffle's
he's
up
gonna be
there.
able to make that pass
I've barely
on
seen
Stewart.
Biffle all race.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. at 8, he wants to go, but he's bottlenecked up. He can't go anywhere
Oh, I thought
right now.
Edwards
He's
was about to
behind
make it
that
3
10
wide
car,
on mirrors. I'm
Scott
like, what are you
Riggs.
doing? Just stay
Tell
in
you what
line.
I'd do if I was
Anyways,
Jimmy
we got
Johnson.
200 to go.
I'd do everything I could to get over there behind
Yes,
Jeff Gordon and
yes,
bump
that
draft
24
him
is
going
good.
into 3 and knock him in the lead.
Let's see if Scott Riggs allows him room
Oh,
to do that. He does
oh,
not.
oh.
Johnson's
Come
48
on, what
on
are
the
you gonna
bottom.
do? What are you gonna
Going to
do?
give a tap to the 97 of the Cup champion Kurt Busch.
And Junior's car is all of a sudden
How about
just
Kurt
turned
Busch?
on.
7 years ago, he was fixing water mains
Whatever
for the
they
city
did
of
to
Las
it,
Vegas.
they made it better.
8 or 9 years ago, he was stocking
Finally,
supermarket
it only
shelves.
took
Now he's got a
180
chance
laps
to
for him to
win
finally
the
be in
biggest stock
contention.
car race in the
And
world.
here he is. But the problem is, though, is that it looks
Look
like
at him,
the
3 wide through the trial.
outside
Rusty
line
Wallace
is
in the 2, Mark Martin in the 6. They're getting up
starting
in
to
this
kind
battle.
of break apart. You got to get it formed again. And that's the only way to beat Stewart.
Jeff Gordon is slowly falling back. I just think that outside move was a bad move on his part.
Stuck in the high lane.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jeff Gordon and the rest of that pack, they're going to have to move it on over.
You're right on that.
If they're going to have a shot at Tony Stewart.
All right, we're in the final 20 laps. Uh-oh. Wait, I know what's coming. I know what's coming. It's coming, folks. We're on board with Burton right now. If you watch this race, you know what's coming. I'm not going to spoil it for those who haven't. You know what it is. Yep, oh, push. These Gen 4 cars, man, when they were at the plate tracks, Daytona and Talladega, whenever they push, it would be like, it would silence the car for like a brief moment because you're pushing it, and it'd just be like, boom, basically. And plus, they sounded so different. And, oh, there's Thick Boy Newman's going to the outside. 3 wide, actually. He's going through the middle. And Harvick, he's going to go through the middle, too. Burton's teammate right there. Meanwhile, on the bottom, you got Mike Skinner. And, well, what is Burton doing? Oh, engines! No! Burton! No! You were just having a comeback. You were just coming back, man. No! Why is it always something bad happening to the feel-good stories? Damn. He was gonna come back. Oh, God. Never mind.
Harvick slides up in
so while he blew an engine, that was going down.
Cars everywhere.
And turn 4 is Calamity Corner once again.
God,
the field is frozen. Jeff Gordon came across.
So if you've never seen that
Stewart
flip from Limmer, that's what some,
but there are
fans that are in my generation or older generations kind of know him for.
Last year's third
he was an amazing Busch
Scott
driver.
Wimmer,
I have to emphasize
the 29 of Kevin Harvick,
amazing to watch.
The 42 of Jamie McMurray.
I didn't watch him because I didn't watch NASCAR then, but watching some highlights, it was great.
So
this is kind of his signature moment. So anyways, 9th caution.
Jeff Burton had lost an engine prior to this. He coasts on
I had no idea that Burton just blew his engine like right before the wreck was happening.
Backup car damaged,
and Harvick
just
he didn't have any car.
But guys, we could see this coming and smell this coming for about 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah, basically, yeah, you're right, Gator. His car was dancing. Oh.
Something happened to Greg Biffle, the 16 car that triggered all this.
Something happened to Biffle.
I believe, watch it, see if it's Harvick's car. Oh, no, it's the 22
and then Swimmer's car just goes,
whoop.
Oh, you can't really see. Okay, now you can see
around. It got up on his nose.
My camera was blocking it a little bit. My bad.
Boy, that 04 turn, she's
mean. Here we go. Let's see what it is.
Watch the 22 of Scott Wimmer, the yellow car, take a wild ride.
All right, we don't really see. Oh, I think Biffle. Yeah, Biffle just kind of came down. And dude, that was a good save by Riggs, though. Riggs could have lost it there. That was a good save. That's underrated.
There was Rusty Wallace got a little tap.
And Rusty got through it, and then yeah. So, dude, Riggs' flip kind of reminds me of something that would happen on NASCAR Heat 4.
Wham.
You know how when you hit the apron at Daytona, you kind of start spinning, but then if a car just ass packs you, you just start flipping through the air.
The 10 and the 16.
Basically,
right
these are NASCAR Heat 4 physics.
Looks like Biffle in the 16 actually came down in the Scott Riggs in the 10.
Yeah, see, but look, it's just a bad angle. As he's going back, as his car is kind of going backwards,
like that,
as he's spinning,
like
he's on the apron, kind of gets up in the air, and then that's all
I can't tell you what it does to you. You just pray that when
and
you
then what's even crazier is that he landed
happened.
basically in the spot where Dale Sr. basically just
I think Scott Wimmer will remember this one.
I don't know if it's the exact spot, but it's in the same area though.
Pit stops.
But anyways, yeah. So that's the big flip. Wimmer,
not everybody's in. Stewart stayed out, so did Gordon.
Most of our top 5 or 6 stayed out. I think Mark Martin stayed out.
So these could be the final pit stop.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. stayed out. Not surprised because we're going to be probably within about 10 laps of this race and getting back going.
Kurt Busch stayed out. Here's Dick.
Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. appears to be much happier with his car than he has been before.
I bet.
He came across the line and realized he was 3rd. He let out a whoop, whoop, yahoo, he said. And then he said that he thought he might bend the gas pedal. Cruz told him, don't worry about it.
What to do. Yeah, you know what, we'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it.
Dick, when the caution came out, Greg Zipadelli said to Tony Stewart, what do you think? Tony very simply said, we got to stay out.
Well, no, he has to stay out because if he pits, then everybody's going to stay out.
I'm not coming in. I don't want to get back in that melee.
We just saw what happened.
I mean, there's really no wrong call. You can't blame Stewart for not pitting. I mean, he's been out front all day, so it's like he doesn't know.
It happens right behind.
If he really needs to make any sort of adjustment.
The lead pack, they're 3 wide. And there's Biffle coming down.
Gets loose.
Yeah, Biffle just got loose.
Loose going into 3.
But then watch this save by Riggs. Watch. Riggs should be up in the wall
up the hill, clips Rusty,
and in to Rusty Wallace.
And then here comes
the
rest
no,
of the
Riggs
pack.
is able to hold it in the throttle, save it,
by Mark Martin in the 6th,
and he's able to go on. And he's able to finish the 5.
9 car, he gets more damage.
I didn't really realize that until now. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, I give him props. Give him some props in the chat, guys. Got to give Riggs his respect. Look at that. Should be hitting the wall right there. Should be in the wall. Right there, no problem. And he's able to save it.
That's Casey Kane you're riding with.
But Casey Kane, damn, that was good wreck avoidance too.
That's all you got is that spotter because you can't see a thing.
See, whenever you watch races in full,
full
length, you look at certain parts and there's certain moments that you look back on and you're like, wow, that was really good. I didn't know he did that, you know? Like this.
That's Dale Jarrett.
Dale Jarrett, man.
Come on down.
He's had a weird 500, by the way. Started on the pole, was back to 40th by lap 5, and now he's up here.
Look at the front end. I don't know about him.
He's able to avoid that.
This is Carl Edwards.
And then here's Edwards. See, Edwards too. He gets through it, no problem. Future Hall of Famer right there.
Big rig. Slow her down.
Even his crew guy, like, big rig. Slow her down, son.
Jamie McMurray in and out of the car, but I guess the most important part is you're getting back in here.
Yeah, they think that's just got a hole in the oil cooler, so...
This was before any sort of caution clock. You could be in the garage from lap 1 all the way to lap 99, or lap 199, and then decide last lap, hey, let's go run the final lap.
What happened?
And he just gets to go back in his car. A different era, different time.
You know, cars just kind of go everywhere, and you really can't see anything.
But yeah, the reason he's going back out is because he missed the chase in 2004 by,
all right, go get
I want to say 15, 12 points. The best news, Jeannie, is that Bill Davis's driver, so this team, they learned.
Walked away.
We got to wrap.
Oh yeah,
Wimmer, of course, walks away.
Climbing out.
And you heard Jamie say one of the things they learned from last year: go back out and get 5 or 10 more points. Might help you.
Remember, it's only the top 10.
15 laps to go in the Daytona 500.
Oh, it's starting to get good, y'all. It's really starting to get good here.
Next weekend, NASCAR moves to California. Our coverage on Friday with Nextel Cup practice and the Craftsman Truck Series racing on
Dude, I know, dude. A lot of these guys are so young, man. It's 2005, dude. Like, a lot of these dudes are boomers now. Back then, they were
Sunday
somewhat
begins with NASCAR this morning. That's on speed, leading up to the Auto Club 500.
Anyways, they were old, though.
Presented by Quaker State. At the California Speedway, it's all on Fox. The NASCAR Victory Lane wraps things up on speed. So our coverage of NASCAR continuing next weekend across the Fox networks. 14 laps to go under the spectacular crash involving at least 11 cars just behind the lead pack. So Tony Stewart hangs on to that lead along with Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Jr. racing all the way up to third. Hasn't led a lap all day. Trying to repeat as champ of the Daytona 500.
Yes, you are right.
Don't look now, but look over your shoulder, Tony Stewart. You got a lot of guys breathing down your neck. This restart right here.
I don't know about the whole "this looks like NASCAR Heat 4" comment, but I agree
Junior gets
with
an
that.
opportunity to get out front. It's going to be a dogfight like you've never seen before.
And it says something when you can see a spectacular crash, and especially Scott Wimmer in the 22 car rolling 4 times, walking away. All the drivers okay. And now, who's going to be okay in victory lane? Let's head back upstairs to Mike, Larry, and Darryl.
All right, Darryl, you're Tony Stewart. You've led this race most all day. You've led the most laps. You're out front. You're getting ready to restart. What do you need to do?
Well, he now knows that Jeff Gordon's going to go on the outside. Kurt Busch is right there. He's going to fill that hole.
I mean,
Jimmy
Gordon
Johnson's right behind Kurt Busch.
It's going to be him, but I don't know
Stewart and Busch against Gordon and Johnson.
Larry, you agree?
Absolutely. And the crew chief, there's nothing else he can do now. It's with that driver and with that spotter. When I look at the top 10, we have 2 drivers that have won the 500.
I need
we
to
have
get a head
8
count,
that can almost
not too many people are going to be on.
Daryl's getting juky. Somebody hand him a steering wheel, please.
I need gloves.
If we do it, I want to do long races with stages. So like 13%, 3 times wear with stages.
Jeff Gordon.
And if you are
Dale
interested
Earnhardt Jr.
in
of them, only Stewart has not won the Daytona 500.
But you got to let me know. It'll be on the second channel.
Jimmy Johnson, last year's runner-up. Scott Riggs, what a great surprise he has been all through testing, and all this week he's 6th. And Mark Martin, Carl Edwards, they did not pit. Ryan Newman, Mike Skinner, that's the top 10.
We are in the crunch hours.
We had the top 11 all the way back through Travis Quaffle in the 77 that did not pit. They'll be single file when they come across the start-finish line.
All right, here we go.
With 13 laps to go, I bet they won't stay single file for long.
Laps to go. Here we go. It's about that time. Get up off your seats. And nope, we have a caution. Nope, they didn't even get going.
Mike Skinner in the 23, Travis Quaffle in the 77, and they're spinning out through the grass. Caution is out again.
Let's see. Andretti 2 underdogs taking out number 1. And number 2, before the clash did it first, this happened in the 500.
Somebody missed a gear or somebody's
trust me, they had mistakes back back in the day as well. It wasn't just now. It was an issue back
I was just thinking Skinner was 10.
Damn, Skinner, yeah, I was about to say. He was 10.
And Darryl, he was one of the cars that did not pit. You just wonder, those tires are hot. Did he spin those tires when he accelerated on the restart?
Well, he's just going like 30 miles per hour. Like,
get up here. We'll have to take
just turn to the left and bring it home.
After Skinner got turned sideways, this car,
now we've
John
had 10
Andretti
cautions.
just pile drove into Skinner's.
Had 10 cautions.
And now it rolls to a stop.
Well, actually,
and rescue crews will go to his aid. There is John. He's okay.
Yes, Bruce.
Well, look at the steering wheel. That's a hard lick. He bent. See how the steering wheel's
Damn, even the steering wheel.
Knocked the fire out of it.
But yeah, so they even
Can't
even in the
see
early
out the
2000s,
windshield.
they had
Besides
dumb
the windshield
mistakes
being
like
dirty,
that.
The hood is turned up all in front of it.
So even back
And
then, whoever missed a shift would have
talk to
gotten
Mike
crucified
Skinner,
on
who
Twitter.
hands his helmet out of his car.
What a shame.
Takes out the earplugs.
Let's see what happened
here, climb
Mike.
out.
So who missed a shift? Who's the dingus? Who's the idiot who missed a shift? I mean, I ain't gonna be that rough.
Just out of frame.
There we are. And
oh, Skinner gets into the back of Ryan Newman,
who
shoots
hits
him into Carl Edwards, and then here comes
I don't know.
Travis
I can't
Quapple.
really tell who messed up.
It's
Maybe
just a chain reaction.
Yeah.
It's no different than if you were on the highway. and
I couldn't
somebody in
really
front of
tell
you
who
started to
messed
go.
up.
It's kind of like sitting at a stoplight. Start to go and then stop before you have a
Did
chance
anyone
to
really
stop.
mess up there, or was it just like I don't know, just one of those accident type deals?
It almost looks like it
all the
started
way
up
up.
there at about Kurt Busch, the 97, or Jimmy Johnson
okay,
in the 48.
so
They just started
Edwards
getting into
didn't
each
get
other.
Even Dale
going.
Jr.'s lagging
Okay,
back.
so
There's a huge gap
I don't think
between Dale
Edwards
Jr.
really got
and,
going.
Jeff Gordon.
And then Newman was just like, he was so
And Mark
antsy to
Martin
try and get back up
squeaks
front.
through once again, as
And he
does
just
Rusty
plowed him
Wallace.
back.
Rusty's been so lucky the last 2 times, and the mark was
Or
in.
maybe was it Bush or Jr. who really didn't get going? I don't know. I
I
can't
think
really
it's a
tell.
rail limiter there.
Casey Kane.
Casey Kane was like, all right, let's go. Oh, and then he
He
spins.
got hit from behind.
He's like, okay. I could just imagine just Kane just being so annoyed during the spin.
Let's watch
like,
from Dale Jarrett.
He's spinning and he's just going like,
Clear by 3 on
you know, like really?
Clear by the gun spinners.
And then Dale Jarrett has to avoid another wreck. Oh, but he got into the back of him.
He
Not
got
really his
denied.
fault.
Clear.
It is what it is, y'all. It happens.
Everything.
Okay, so
It starts
getting
way
Edwards.
up just behind Dale Jr. right there, and just everything accordions to the back
that might have
where
been
you just
Edwards.
don't have any more room.
Maybe a
When you're
combination
back
of
in the
Edwards
pack,
and
you
Newman.
really can't see
Edwards
around the
was
car
too
in front of you. You're
conservative,
just
and then Newman
anticipating
was
what
too
the
aggressive.
start's going to be.
50-50.
And then the spotter says
There you
go, and if you happen to go and the guy in front of you doesn't,
It really
this
is
what
almost
happens.
The
Monday
later
for
in
you
the
guys.
race,
Yeah,
the
that's
more
right,
you
it
try
is
to
almost Monday.
anticipate.
So we're going
You got to
into
have
Monday
a good
night.
restart here. That's all you'll hear from your spotter.
Monday night NASCAR.
From our cable cam.
They'll get on you constantly. The crew chief and the spotter will. Now, look, you've been lagging back a little on these restarts. Let's get up here. It's the last one. Let's get going.
Taking
This
the
is what
time
can
out
happen.
of your Saturday night and also Monday morning.
What's a
some of your
shame,
Monday
Travis
morning,
Quaffle in the 77,
to
Mike
watch this
Skinner in
race
the
with me, man. I
23.
appreciate it.
They've overcome a lot of problems today.
Like I
Was up
said,
there in
I'll make
contention,
sure
at least for a
to
good
make
top
this a
10
regular
finish.
thing.
You
So,
see this happen
once
on the
again, just leave
roadways.
some
The
suggestions.
first
I
car to
plan on
hit their
leaving this up,
brakes
so leave
is
some
never part of
suggestions
the
in the
wreck.
comments.
It's all the fellas following close behind, 3, 4, 5, 7 cars back that end up with all the damage.
Yep.
Now let's listen in on the defending champion of the Daytona 500.
This ought to be good.
Dale Jr.
Tell Tony, if you can see him, I got to be on the bottom. You know, I don't want to. If he's going backwards on the top, I'm not going to jump up there and save him. We'll both go backwards. Tell him to be on the bottom. If he gets jumped on the outside, I can help him on the bottom a lot.
Now, why would Dale Jr. help Tony Stewart? 1 year ago, Tony Stewart pushed Dale Earnhardt Jr. into position to win the Daytona 500.
That would be a feel-good story.
Steve?
Hey, Mike, and I'll tell you who else wasn't happy about
It's
that restart
11:55 in
is
Michigan.
Tony Stewart. He said
Yeah,
to
it's
his
about to be
spotter,
Monday morning
I'm
for you
not
guys."
happy with the way the 24 was laying back on that restart.
Well, they're all 24's laying back.
Oh.
They're trying to get a run on
You
him.
know
Here
what?
see,
It
look
was
to the
it
outside.
was
He knows
Gordon.
He's got to get him on one of these
I didn't
restarts if he's
realize
gonna
how
get
much
him.
how laid
And
back
there-
Gordon was. Okay, never mind.
had a run on
that
him.
wouldn't have happened if Gordon
That's
didn't
what he
lay
wants
back
to
that
do.
much. Okay, never mind.
The
That
rule
was
says you
Look how far
cannot
back
pass
he
to the
was.
inside
He
on
was
a
so far
restart
back.
before
And then all
the
of a
green
sudden they
flag.
kind of just
Or
stacked
till you
up.
cross the start-finish
I think it was
line.
Gordon.
Jeff Gordon knows he's got to get Tony on these restarts, or at least a lap or two thereafter, or once they get going, I just don't think he has the steam to do it.
So yeah, Stewart's just.
You got to use the element of surprise here. What's he think I'm going to do? Do just the opposite.
Dude, I don't know. There's a freaking bunch
Matt?
of guys fall. I
Mike,
guess.
Jeff
I
Gordon
don't know.
just
Gordon
said that
laid
Robbie
back. I
Lewis is
understand
crew
laying
chief, and
back,
Robbie
but
is
damn.
talking to a NASCAR official as we speak. He says, tell NASCAR to watch the 8. The 8 is laying back too much on the restarts.
They're snitching. Everyone's
Yeah.
snitching.
So-
Like he's laying back. He's laying
The
back. He's
the
laying
gap
back.
between Tony and the 24 was that great. It was 1 car length.
Yeah. Yeah, Dale Jr. was laying back there pretty good. They all are, man. You got to get a little run here. That's the Daytona 500. There's $1.5 million on the line.
You can't fire that slingshot unless you pull it back.
I'll deal with this after the race.
Yeah. So Junior
10 laps to go.
and Gordon both laid back. So it's both their fault. There you go.
This week's Speed Channel presents a
look at that
NASCAR show
crowd.
for the masses, NASCAR Nation. It's more than just news, it's all access.
NASCAR Nation.
The hottest
You can't see the
sport in
logos
country
right
behind
now.
the scenes. Declare your citizenship. NASCAR Nation exclusively on the Speed Channel.
On Speed.
Jeff,
Yep,
then we got
Speed.
some guys back in the pack, but Tony
What a
Stewart and Dale
different
Earnhardt
era.
Jr.,
What a
they
different
worked
time.
together
Speed
last
channels.
year when
Where was
Junior
that,
won the
kids?
500
You
and
don't
Tony
get it.
finished second.
Yeah, they did, and I'm sure
I
that
mean,
you're
I'm
gonna
not
see
being
some of
rude,
that
but
as
some
we
of
kinda
y'all
go closer
do-
to the end of this race.
don't get
Look
it.
back in the
Speed
back
was
right
life,
there.
dude.
In
Speed channel was
16th
life.
place.
I have to
How
make a
about
video
Kevin
on it
LePage?
sometime. I
Raced
will.
his way into the 500 back on Thursday in the Gatorade 150s. He, as well
But yeah,
as
some notables
the
like
Petty
Jeff Hammond
cars,
just
Jeff
mentioned,
Green
Kevin
and Kyle
LePage,
Petty running 14th
Jeff
and
Green,
15th.
Kyle Petty up
told us the
there.
other night, if I could finish
Bobby
15th
Hamilton
or
Jr.
better,
still in
it
this
would be a
race.
great victory down
More
here in
said.
Daytona. So right now, both those
Got some
cars
guys
out of
in
the Petty
there.
stable looking pretty strong.
As the sun sets on the careers of Mark Martin and Rusty Wallace, this year they'll wrap it up, still hoping for that elusive Daytona 500. Tony Stewart, a lot of racing left. He wants his first Daytona 500, and this is 7th try. Mike?
Joe Nemechek, who came from a lap down after a pit road penalty, is 9th. Dave Blaney had a speeding penalty, paid the fine. Now he's up to 10th. Elliott Sadler broke a transmission Thursday. He's up to 11th. Pole sitter Dale Jarrett's been massaging on his car. He's at 12th.
Well, you know, good thing for some of these guys back in here. I mean, Elliott Sadler, Dale Jarrett, teammates could work together. You got Jeff Green and Kyle Petty back here 14, 50. Could work together. So potentially better finishes than what they got now.
I mean, the top 15.
Hey, make NASCAR aware that I've got a carburetor problem here, and I got to be really careful on this restart.
That's Dale Jarrett.
He's got to be careful.
Saying he has to be careful. He
Imagine
don't
if
want to get run
2005
over.
had
But
double
we
file
agreed with those
restarts
top
to start
7 or 8 staying out.
Yeah.
But Rusty Wallace back there, he's now in 8th in a 2 car.
But anyways, the 127 people decided who decided to come
Rusty
back.
has
You're
4
in
fresh
for
tires.
a treat if you have never seen this finish. I've seen this finish a bunch of times.
That's
some of y'all haven't.
Something to good to
Oh,
have.
the lights
Yes,
are out
I
on the
don't
pace
know if
car. I
it's,
think.
offsets
Looks
track
like we're about to
position
go
or not.
green.
23 cars on the lead lap. Tony Stewart.
Here we go.
Perhaps the finest racer in America today. Certainly this generation's A.J. Foyt.
Get
And
up off
lights
your
are back
seats.
on the
Ah,
safety car.
what?
Oil on the track. They want one more lap. They're going to have a look at turns 3 and
Y'all
4.
playing.
That oil,
That was a
I believe,
tease.
was from
I was
Jeff
getting
Burton,
ready.
smoking
like, get up
just prior to the
off your
caution
seats.
coming
And all
out.
of a sudden, just
Burton's
caution.
teammate, Kevin Harvick, has gone to the garage. One of the hardest hits on
You
this
used to
most
only watch
recent
the Monster
caution
Jam?
flag
That's
was
crazy.
that of John Andretti. Jeannie?
But the very good thing is John Andretti walking out, I guess, with somewhat of
Yeah,
as much as you can
RIP,
get, a
man.
clean
Miss
bill of
you.
health at this moment. Take us through what happened.
I don't know. I mean, seems like I was running down through 3 and 4 the first time, and the guy just, as far as I know, made a left. All of a sudden, I saw him in right and spun us down through, and we got hit in the side. And then I don't know. I heard that maybe the same guy might have did the same thing on the front straightaway, and they said go low, and I'm trying to steer. I mean, we weren't exactly in great condition with the car, but and I got turned down. I turned down in the mic then, so it's too bad for our VBA. Plus, it's not go forward, but it's Daytona. We'll go to California now.
All right, thank you for the time. I don't know a common phrase late in the day here. Steve?
Well, Jeannie, don't count Mark Martin out yet. He said, pass the message to Rusty Wallace with this big old motor and me pushing and him pushing me. There ain't no way they can stop us.
Would have been crazy. You have somebody in their
About
final
that?
500
2 guys
and someone in
that
their
started
final
their
500.
careers together back in the Midwest in the ASA. Here they both are in their
yeah, that's
final
right. They
Daytona
did race
500,
ASA
seeing if they
together.
could help each other.
Yeah, it'd be kind of ironic if they ran first and second, and neither one of them ever have won, and so it'd be pretty cool. The other one's going to be mad, but
Yeah, but we don't have time to pave another 3 lanes of width to this racetrack, and we may need it.
Yep.
There is the Harley Earl Trophy. Now that's Firebird 1, a GM styling study. Harley Earl was a friend of Big Bill France, who built Daytona Speedway.
A lot of cars who were still in this.
And funded this trophy to be given to the winner of the Daytona 500.
Mike, can you imagine the vision of Bill France in 1959 when he built
going
this
green
speedway,
this time?
that it would have 200,000 people here
No.
and the kind of racing we've seen today?
I don't think so.
What a visionary.
Bill knew. He said someday this will be one of America's great sports.
I know what the vision is of 23 drivers.
Okay, now you guys
They
are
want
starting to get
him be
annoyed
in
now.
that
Look, even the
big
fans are
lane.
getting pissed. They're like, okay, can we stop?
The Rushville Rocket, Tony Stewart.
Even the fans are
He's
getting
been a
pissed off now.
champion in just about every racing series he's attempted. I saw him on the short track at Thompson,
Just like,
Connecticut
man,
last
what's
year.
happening?
Hop into an open wheel asphalt modified, a type of car he'd never driven,
Yeah,
a track he'd
man,
never
put a lot of
seen.
booze in
He
the chat,
proceeded to
jeez.
run a line nobody ever uses, and he starts
Over
in the
half
back
the
and
race
wins the
led Tony
feature against
Stewart.
the track's best.
The best
Half the
one I've
races.
heard is when he bought the old Munchkin, the little midget
car all day.
for Norchek. Got it out of his garage, been in there for 3 years, brought it to the Chili Bowl, stood in Victory Circle in with that old car.
Everybody has a great Tony Stewart story, including Matt.
Mike, he has won in every form of racing he's competed in except a road course race. In fact, the last 2 years here at the 24 Hours of Daytona, if it was the Daytona 23, he'd be a two-time winner of that, now closing in on the biggest race in NASCAR racing, the Daytona 500. 7 laps to go to Genie's, Alaska.
Mike Skinner, I guess physically you're doing okay, but understandably mentally you're pretty frustrated. Can you tell us what happened as we look at the video? We still try to figure it all out.
I really don't know what happened. You know, someone missed a shift on another restart up there, and maybe a car had transmission problems or something. But it looked, I think somebody missed a shift. We all got bunched up there. We all started accordioning each other, and I got plowed from the behind, knocked me into Ryan real hard, and got spun around there. And then John was just coming really, really hard, and I don't.
See, I like those
know,
early 2000s.
They didn't tell him there was wrecking or what, but
he plowed us pretty hard. But I want to thank Argent Mortgage for coming on board with Bill Davis Racing and myself, giving us this opportunity. Hopefully we can do some more races with them this year.
We hope so too, because we like to see you out here. Thank you for the time.
Genie's like, okay, we gotta get going.
Okay, so
we're about to go
Scott
green
Wimmer,
this time.
who went for that big flip. When they come to the start-finish line, the green flag will be waving, and there'll be 15
I'm gonna turn up the audio
miles
just
to go.
a little bit.
Jeff Gordon just drove alongside of Tony Stewart. Sure, he was just giving him a little wave, saying, "Hey, dude, wonder which way I'm going to go next."
Here we go.
Here it is.
2 of the best
for the biggest single-day prize in stock car racing. Green flag.
6 to go. 6 laps.
Tony better be careful jumping out to that little lead like that. It gives you a little chance to get a run on him.
They're gonna lay back.
Elliott Sadler inside with a run on Blaney and plenty of help. Single file at the front.
He has help from his teammate Dale Jarrett in that 88 car.
Jeff Gordon is trying to time this pass. He's trying to make a pass.
He wants
trying to shove him up off the bottom.
Doesn't know if anybody's going to go with him.
He's looking. He's looking. He needs some help.
5 cars at the front.
Here we go.
Here goes Gordon to the outside.
Is Junior going to go with him in the 8 car?
Nah,
trying to make his mind up. He's going to stay with Tony Stewart. He's going to stay on the rear bumper of that 20 car.
Kurt Busch stays to the bottom. Will Jimmy Johnson help his teammate or try to get to the front on the inside?
I believe for this race, if I was Jimmy Johnson, I'd go to the outside.
Look at Junior. He slams up to the outside. He's going to take the lead with 5 laps to go.
Unbelievable. For the first time today, Dale Earnhardt Jr. leads the 500.
There we go.
Not for long. Here comes Stewart and a big pack on the
bottom.
bottom.
Finally. I've been waiting for Junior to lead all race. Jeez.
He had the pass made.
Finally, he's leading.
Let's see if he can get that run off turn 2. Jeff Gordon.
Well, look at the crowd, man. This is crazy.
Race down the backstretch.
Oh, Jeff Gordon's car is just not performing right now like Junior's is. Tony should be a set and duck. He's got 3 great cars on the outside.
Wow, Stewart's dominated all race.
Can he push him to the lead?
And now he might lose to the lead to a guy who just let his
This is where he got the good run while ago, coming off turn 4. Jeff Gordon in the 24 trying to push him.
Oh, smoker in the middle.
That's a
Casey Kane.
It's just a little fender rub back in there. I saw it earlier.
Also, good morning,
At the line, Stewart by half a car length. 4 laps to go.
Man, you can get up there even with that other guy, but you just can't get the pass made. Or can you?
Oh, he cleared him. What?
He made it. Go to the bottom now. He'll slam the door.
He made it.
And this crowd is on their feet going wild.
Nobody cleared Stewart for the lead all race.
Way to go, Junebug.
Wow.
3 wide from 11th on back.
Now what are you going to do, Tony?
Damn.
Got to hug the bottom. Got to go with Dale, don't you?
I feel bad for Tony,
he's
man.
stuck to the bottom. His car's been there all day
Can't help
long.
but feel bad
There's no
for
time
Tony.
to move around now.
He was leading the whole race.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. did not lead a lap until lap 195.
Junior just comes out of nowhere. It's like, no, I'm going to take the lead.
He's going to be out front with 3 to go.
But yeah, the crowd's amazing.
He's driving out that back window as much as he is in that windshield. He slams the door on Gordon, 24, 3 to go.
That's what you do when you're in the lead. You just move around, move around.
No, Kurt Busch is, oh my God, Stewart's pissed.
He gets by Stewart.
And here comes Gordon.
He led the entire friggin' race, only to lose in the
chase here.
Gordon still thinks he can make that
car
outside
on the wall. Is that caution? I think that's the final caution.
I think it's the 9 car.
But he keeps
going.
Debris all over the place.
Yep. Casey Kane bounced off the wall, turn 2.
And Jeff Gordon has made a pass.
Caution is out. The field freezes.
Caution is out.
And NASCAR scoring
crowd noise
freezes the field.
Gives me such chills too, man.
The cars cross,
especially in its heyday.
The instant of yellow.
Moments like that you would live
Remember
for.
Talladega?
Excuse me. You'd be like, oh man, like Junior's out front, like whole crowd's cheering, and
I believe that 24 had made the pass. I'm not sure, but I believe he had.
But poor Tony Stewart. Now he's mired back in 5th.
3 laps to go. Caution is out, but the air has not been let out of the balloon.
Oh God.
Wow.
But just remember, unlike when we were on the air, the last 4 years, we will be guaranteed at least one attempt at a green-white checkered should we go that distance.
This was when the green-white checkered was.
Thank you, NASCAR.
Ooh, baby.
I think new.
Don't.
Because like
was that
2 years
ago, that was
3 years ago,
racing,
prior to this race.
I loved it.
That would have been the end
Dale
of the race.
Jr.'s not a factor all day long, and with 5 laps to go,
they introduced the green-white checkered in 04.
I believe I'm going to start calling him
like
Silver Fox.
mid-season.
He's kind of laid back there like old David Pearson used to be.
Let me call David, see if that's okay.
I mean, early in the race, he was sideways on pit road, sitting in his pit box.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this race, don't look it up. Just
with 5 to go. Here's Dale Jr. down on the inside.
Yeah,
Kurt
exactly.
Busch with him. Jeff Gordon, the 24 up top.
Don't even look it up.
You know what I think?
Yeah, look at that move. That's underrated.
I think Tony was trying to hug the bottom so hard.
Like Junior was just talking to Stewart, like, "Hey, stay on the bottom. I'm gonna help you out here." And then Junior's like, "Nope."
In the 150.
Yes, and Junior got that little side draft off of Tony.
And then out of nowhere, he just takes the lead. Even though he's running like garbage all race.
With Pete Rondo Jr. has really not been a factor in this race until the very tail end. Pete, what's happening? How is he such a factor now?
Well, we were off a little bit during the middle of the race, but we tuned on it a little bit, got it to his liking, and he's pretty happy with it right now.
In the East.
Are you excited?
Oh yeah, very excited.
I would think so. First day on the job, Mike.
Maybe Maine.
A great short tracker in his native state of Maine. Pete Rondo has come down here and taken over the control.
Yo, that was perfect.
DEI pit box, and he's got Dale Jr. up at the front with 3 to go.
I have no idea how people from Maine sound. I actually got it right. What?
He's sitting on a hot toolbox right now.
But no, that's Junior's.
And that's ice water running through his veins if he ain't nervous.
But can you imagine? This is his first Daytona 500.
I swear to God, that wasn't playing,
He took over from Michael late last year, and here he is in contention to win the Daytona 500 with the defending Daytona 500 champion, Dale Earnhardt.
But anyways,
wouldn't you expect, Larry, if somebody gave you that job, that you'd probably come down there and be pretty successful your first time out?
I did it in 1997. It worked out in 1998.
Good morning.
Kind of coming in with a stacked deck.
The race distance is 200 laps, and we'll hit that next time by. However, we'll have a green-white checker finish. What that means is that once the track is clear, the starter will give 1 to go, regardless of the total number of laps run.
Yes, good morning.
Wave the green flag, next time around the white flag, and the next time around the payoff window. Steve?
Mike, when the caution came out, a frustrated Tony Stewart said, "Guys, I'm sorry, there wasn't a thing I could do about what happened."
There wasn't. Well, he got tag team. He's been dominating the whole race.
We haven't seen him get anybody trying to pass him all day other than Jeff Gordon. And we've said for a week down here, Jeff Gordon's got a fast race car. Probably the fastest car we saw in practice, and now he's showing it here at the end of the race.
I mean, I don't know.
Dick Berggren?
That sucks.
Well, Junior's got a pretty fast race car, too, and he is trying to persuade everybody that's involved in the front of this pack to do a fast restart. Most important, based on his conversation, is a fast restart, so there's not a crash at the restart.
I've seen them before, but I don't know.
Well, Junior's in kind of a tough spot because he's got Jeff Gordon in front of him and Gordon's Hendrick Motorsports teammate Jimmy Johnson behind him. Matt?
Jeff just said if he doesn't lay back, we'll do that. But what I'm concerned about is getting too good of a start and then getting too much of a gap where the other cars can make a run. Jeff's talking to crew chief Robbie Loomis right now, relaying that back and forth.
Now, Darrell, how do you get too good of a start?
Well, you get out there and you're
like,
that's not him right there. Set it all up. You're a set and duck. And that car back there, the 8-car Junior, can get a big suck on you. That was the guy who was basically calling the shots. He's got a draft on you. Come off a 2 over there, he's got such a run, you're going to have to figure out, can you block him or not?
Behind those three, Gordon, Earnhardt, and Johnson, Kurt Busch, the Nextel Cup champion, is 4th. Scott Riggs is 5th. Tony Stewart now 6th. Sterling Marlin, a 2-time 500 winner, is 7th. Then Mark Martin, Jeremy Mayfield, and Carl Edwards.
Yeah, as y'all can tell, I'm tired.
I think this is going to be pretty sanitary at the front. I think Junior's probably realizes I'm in a box. I can't do anything. I got Gordon in the front, and I got Johnson behind me. If I make a move here, no question about what's going to happen.
If he opens the door, Jimmy Johnson in the 48 will fill that hole.
Yeah,
Hendrick
Johnson's not going to
probably like to run 1-2
like that. He's not going to lead Gordon.
We have 23 cars still on the lead lap, so there's no question we could see action back there for 8th, 10th, 12th. All of these guys want this good finish in this Daytona 500.
So I think
Rick Hendrick is a car owner, first won the Daytona 500 in 1986 with Jeff Bodine. He was the winning car owner when Darrell won it in 1989, and twice since with Jeff Gordon. There is Rick Hendrick.
All of this leading up
well,
to
this would be a great start on Gordon's fourth championship or fifth championship. Drive for 5.
It's better.
And this is
where is Edwards?
If you're going to do it, you might as well do it here. Get it started off right.
He's like 10th. Better hope for a top 10. Not a win.
They will make one attempt at a green-white checker finish. If the caution comes out, the race is over. This is it.
Here we go. This is the race.
500 right here.
And you saw Junior
and Mayfield's just on the pit lane. He's like, screw it. I'm just going to come down pit lane and call it a day.
And that can really, if he gets up on the outside.
Listen to that crowd. All right, green flag. Let's go.
They're going to come from everywhere.
Gordon's on the gas. Green flag.
2 to go.
2 laps to settle it.
They got that fast restart. There you see Dale Earnhardt Jr. goes to the bottom, slams the door on Jimmy Johnson in the 48. Looks like Johnson.
What is Johnson
doing? To the
doing?
high side, though, by Kurt Busch in the 97.
Johnson, what are you doing, man?
Stewart is
okay, now he's trying to form it up. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, wait, what?
And Gordon.
Gordon's not going to give up that yellow line. You can bet that.
8 car with you, 2 car gap, then 2 by 2.
Now,
protect
Junior's
the bottom.
Help Kurt Busch. No, Busch slices
well,
to
never
the
mind.
outside.
Nope.
He wants to win the 500.
Damn, he got a Busch got a run.
Busch going off into turn 3.
And he's gonna clear Junior. Damn.
Kurt Busch, the next Dell Cup champion, fights his way to second.
It's a good thing he can't get any closer than that, because I believe he would have probably given.
All right, Junior's gonna look to the top.
Up the hill.
Not gonna work.
Come boys, white flag, 1 to go.
Scott Riggs
Somebody has to get a mega run.
Thinks better of it. He is trapped behind Jimmy Johnson.
Boy, that 97 car of Kurt Busch is
damn,
a fast piece of equipment right there. He's got to look.
A little together.
He's
final lap, white flag, final lap.
5. What can he do?
Look at Scott Riggs in that 10 car. He's trying to get him a top 5 finish in this Daytona 500. And there's Jimmy Johnson on the 48 on the outside there.
Somebody needs to get up there and go with him, but I don't know if Tony's
but
come on the outside.
I feel for Stewart. Stewart's leading the whole race.
Busch to the
and he has to watch somebody else.
Slams the door and the turn.
I do.
6 cars have a chance to win it. Jeff Gordon's going to lead him into turn 4. They're 1 mile from home.
Tony Stewart just slid up the racetrack.
Did he have to block
he and Jimmy Johnson are going to make contact.
It's the final lap. Anything goes.
Off each other.
Jeff Gordon's going to win his 3rd Daytona 500. Kurt Busch, Dale Jr., and Scott Riggs completes a dream week with a 4th place finish.
Boy, he did. And by those cars right there, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th.
Thank God, boys. How we doing it?
Boy, Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson are going at each other down there.
A very underrated one, if I say so myself. I don't think it gets talked about enough in history.
Each other.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson ended up.
I mean, it's mostly known as Gordon's last 500, but still, there's so much stuff that happened.
These 2 guys right here, they've already rammed into each other once.
Yeah, Johnson and Stewart. Well, I guess Stewart was mad at him for
going
the last lap block, but I mean, yeah, like you just said, like, I mean, it's like, it's on the last lap, so.
Richard Petty has won the great race 7 times. Cale Yarborough's a 4-time winner.
But anyways, yeah, Scott Riggs did finish 4th.
Jeff Gordon joins Dale Jarrett.
9th was the page.
And Bobby Allison as...
Dedicate this one to the families on that crash, buddy, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because this was after the whole Hendrick plane crash. That's right.
Jeff Gordon now a 3-time winner of the Daytona 500. And Rick Hendrick takes you back to October. Martinsville, Virginia.
I keep beating the commentators.
Plane carrying his son Ricky, his brother John, John's 2 daughters, Randy Dorton, Jeff Turner, Joe Jackson, all aligned with the Hendrick Motorsports team. Scott Lathrop, Tony Stewart's helicopter pilot,
his 3rd and final
and the 2 pilots of that aircraft crashed en route to the race at Martinsville,
Virginia. I can't remember
Virginia.
what year wins. I forgot.
Coming to the line. Watch Jimmy Johnson's 48 and the 20 of Tony Stewart.
Yeah, you
went to the outside,
right
made a big run,
so
and he went to the hill and come up, got in behind,
came to the inside,
Jimmy Johnson.
And then Johnson's
I
like
thought they were gone
no.
right here. I thought that was a big crash.
And here's the funny part. I think Stewart. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Johnson ended up beating him. If Stewart ended up beating him, then it wouldn't have been a problem. Holy crap!
And now watch down here.
And then
Tony
Stewart's
is some
just
kind
like,
of frustrated and some kind of upset.
Yeah. I mean, what could have Johnson? I mean, Johnson did nothing wrong. I mean, you're coming to the white flag. I mean, you got to
run 500 miles.
I mean,
don't have a
Stewart's
scratch on your car, and then decide to beat them all up after the race is over.
Daryl, there's only going to be one happy man in Daytona.
It is what it
this
is.
man.
Can you imagine leading the most laps of the race, got the best car all day, and get shoved back to 6?
Yeah, Gordon's just like, I'm just going to do something.
Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. with a smile on your face, surprised at that, finishing third. What a wild finish.
Yeah, we, my buddy Arturo Gotti says we saved it for the championship rounds.
There's good old Adam Alexander behind him, too. He used to work for MRN.
He made
He's
some
just waiting to
adjustments.
get his interviews in.
I could drive
now
right
he's
up
the
through
first
there,
one.
man,
Now
and it was
these
really
days,
good.
he's the first one
I
to
got the
interview
lead there with a couple
drivers
laps to go, and
because he works for
I
Fox.
thought about, I had enough room
And
to
also
pull in front of Gordon in the middle of
commentator,
1 and 2 and hold him back there, but I didn't know.
He's talking right now. I can hear him,
had him
too.
cleared or not. He come
Because,
on
like,
back
what
down
I've
back
learned
straightaway,
is
but
just being in college,
he had
just
a good
learning
car.
about journalism, also just, like, you know,
We had a good
interviewing
car.
some
I don't know
drivers
if it
at
was
the
a third
bullring.
place car,
Like,
but it was
you
good.
have to
And,
fill
I wanna
in
thank
some
the guys
dead
for
time because it'll
staying
take
with it all
forever
day.
for some of the guys to
If
get
you'd had a little
unbuckled
help
out
at
of
the
their
end, 'cause
cars,
you've
or,
won that
like,
race.
They're hugging
Absolutely,
family
yeah, man.
members
I had a
after
great
they
car.
win. So,
When
like,
I mean,
you
it was
have to
amazing
fill
the
in
difference
that
from the car
that dead space with
then and
something.
maybe 50 laps before then. I mean, it was a really fast.
And basically right now,
But
he's just taking
Chevrolet,
notes.
she runs good when you need it to.
Nice job. Jeannie?
They're interviewing
Jimmy
Junior, and I'm
Johnson
just so
getting
focused
greeted by
on
his
him.
new wife, and I will politely say, excuse me, you can get in close to your hubby here. Can you take me through the last lap and what was going on with Tony Stewart?
Yeah, what do you have to say?
I don't know. I mean, we're all trying to block and do what we can, and evidently he was upset with me blocking him like you're supposed to. And he tried running me in the outside wall down in turn 1, and heck, I just tried saving my car, and we bounced off each other a few times.
Yeah,
so,
I'm with Johnson
no
on this one.
retaliation.
It's the final laps.
We tried.
I mean,
Wheel to
the
wheel
only
almost
reason
spun me
Stewart's
out and I ran
upset
back
is
into him.
because he led
So
basically the
one of those deals. I'm
If he
sure he's
didn't,
upset.
then-
He led a lot today and didn't win the race, but congratulations, Hendrick Motorsports, Jeff Gordon, those guys for doing it.
Absolutely. Thank you for the time. All right.
The average speed, 135.1 miles an hour with
right,
all those
so
caution
we're gonna
flags.
watch
Almost exactly the same
race
winning
winners
speed
interview,
of Lee Petty.
and then after that we'll end the stream.
1959.
That's how I
And
want
you
to
know what?
format
We've
this.
been up
We
here for
start
like 4 or
off
5 hours, had a
with
heck,
every
but
race,
I wish there was a
three-race
few more laps to
ceremonies,
go.
that
I
sort of
love
thing.
the end of that race. That
And
was so
then-
cool.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't know
love
if
the
any
end
of
of
us
that
could
race.
stand a
And
couple
then
of
towards
more
the
laps to
end,
go.
all the
Man,
way
I
at the
love
very
this.
end is going to be
Jeff
the
Gordon
drivers'
rolls into Gatorade
final
victory lane
like
with
the
his
race winner.
70th career
wanna do that.
Nextel Cup victory.
But again, I know it's midnight. It's
all
it's
about
morning time. I still have
this
95 of you guys
That car
watching.
runs
Which is
so
crazy.
good when it's got those
Appreciate
flames
you guys
on.
tuning in.
Painted
More of
flames,
these
no
will be on the
decals,
way,
pretty
along with the
flames.
usual content as well. Make sure to subscribe to Black Lives Matter Gaming. It's on my channel. It's like one of the links on the when you click on the channel. So
The
make sure
four-time
to
series
subscribe to
champion
that.
notches
and
his
also IndyCars
70th
Matter as well. We just
series
hit 1,000
win.
subscribers.
His
The
career
video was out less
started
than a week.
November
We hit over
92 in
1,000
what
views
was
and
Richard
1,000
Petty's
subs
final
in less than a
career
week.
race. And who
You
would
guys are
know
awesome. That's
on
crazy.
that day that this young man would pick up.
Oh yeah, back in the
King
day they
left
wore
off.
the big pieces
I
of
know I
orange
told you
tape
before,
to
but
keep
Rick
their,
Hendrick called me at the end of
headphones. Do they still
92.
do
What do you
that,
think about
or
my
do they
rookie?
wear
I said,
something
"You'll
else?
never
Or do
make
they
it."
have some sort
he
of
had wrecked
sort of
about
like
11 or
stick
12, 15
you
times
know what I'm
that year. I
saying?
said,
Do they
"I
have some
don't think
sort
you're
of
gonna make
stick
it,
that
Rick."
keeps their headphones in?
Well, he's made it to the head table at the Waldorf now 4 times, and now he's made it to Daytona 500 with
I'm
this
not really
man,
sure.
Rick Hendrick, 3
Yeah,
times.
Lay's did sponsor him back in the
Lead
day.
changes
Basically, it
in
was
the
Gordon.
last
It was
9
Gordon
laps.
in the early 2000s
Wow.
thousands of NASCAR. Everyone sponsored him. Lay,
Only thing that would
Pepsi,
have been better, Larry, is
DuPont,
if you was working on
you know?
my car and it's me and you.
Pretty much everything you could think of.
It
And
might
Quaker
interviewing
State,
us, right? Right. I wonder they don't know about. You won't do that. I know that.
He might.
Oh, good night, TJ.
He has
Appreciate you
every
tuning
right
in.
to.
Good night
He's
to
calm,
anybody
he's
else who has to
cool,
leave.
he'll
I
get
appreciate
out.
you guys tuning in. tuning in. Appreciate it. But we'll watch this interview.
Yeah, boy.
Robbie Loomis is crew chief.
Now that you've watched the full race, what would you rate it?
Let me see you
1
jump
out
up
of
there.
10. We're going to do this for every stream. 1 out of 10. What do you rate the 2005 Daytona 500?
Let's join the celebration.
A hug by owner Rick Hendrick. With 3 laps to go, Rick Hendrick came on the radio and told you, Jeff Gordon, it was time, and you said, yes, sir, it is. How did you hold those guys off?
I tell you what, I don't know who to thank first because it was just an amazing day. First, I want to dedicate this win to all the families and you know, those who were lost in that tragic accident. You know, last year
and this was the first 500 with the new victory lane. The 04
you know, Jimmy's got some
final.
victories, but this one is a Daytona 500, and it just doesn't get any sweeter than this. And you know, those folks will never go out of our thoughts. But I got to thank these guys on this DuPont Chevrolet. They are so awesome. They put so much work into this car. I want to thank Pepsi, GMAC, Quaker State. It's just been Chevrolet. It's been an amazing off season.
Right, let's see.
And I didn't know what the week had in store for us. I knew we had a good car. We hadn't showed everything. And you know, I knew over 500 miles that pit crew, that team.
Yeah,
and hopefully, you know, some patience would pay off there at the end, and it certainly did. And I'm so stoked. Daytona 500.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, when Junior went around on the outside, you came on the radio and said, imagine that Junior passing all by himself, taking the lead. Were you concerned about your chances for victory then?
Well, let's not say I gave up, but I thought it was over. I mean, he hadn't been anywhere all day long, and then all of a sudden he came out of nowhere, and he pushed me so hard down this front straightaway when I was trying to take the lead from Tony that I knew that it was going to be impossible to keep him behind me. The best thing that happened to me was Kurt Busch. I want to thank Kurt Busch. You know, he got into me in the 150s, but we talked earlier in the day, and we knew everything was good. And by him getting by that 8 car and getting in front of him, then we just left them other guys to battle, and I just kept him in my mirror. And oh my goodness, what a just amazing day. I don't know, who didn't I thank? GMAC?
See, I told you, everyone's sponsored.
Everybody dreams of winning this race.
We were just talking about like everyone's
not twice, but 3 times. He's a winner of the Great American Race, giving owner Rick Hendrick his 5th Daytona 500 victory. And there's Steve Berge. 6 months ago, Mike Joy, he sat down with a piece of paper, came up with 28 different things that he wanted the Hendrick guys to try on this race car, and they did it. And it's now going to go to Daytona, USA.
Well, so that'll just about do it. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. For this being last minute, I'd say this stream was a success. Like I said, there's not going to be much racing going on next 2 months. The only racing you'll probably see is on, you know, whenever your favorite NASCAR YouTuber is streaming NASCAR Heat or iRacing, or if, you know, there's an iRacing event taking place. Hopefully there's more of those Pro League or those Pro Invitational events like today. Again, congrats to Denny Hamlin on winning. And congrats to Junior for finishing second. Finished his second in that one and third in the 500. No, it's fine. But, no, I mean, leave some races down in the comments below of what you want me to do. And we'll do it. So I don't think, you know what, it doesn't matter the race to me. Just whatever racing we see, it's better than nothing. So from the most boring races, from the 2500 to one of the most exciting races in recent memory, the 2013 Auto Club 400. Just any race. Just pick a race and let's do it. Let's see if we can stream it. But really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight's edition of whatever this is. I don't really know an official name. I'm just going to be like, hey, we're just going to, rewatching a certain race. So I appreciate you guys tuning in to tonight's edition of rewatching the 2005 Daytona 500. I'll be doing some more in the future. Really appreciate you guys. Love the support. Thank you guys so much for 24,000 subs. It means the world to me as well. Almost to 6 million total channel views. That's crazy. And be on the lookout for more content, not only here, but on the second channel, perhaps. And also, obviously, IndyCars Matter, too. I'm a big IndyCar fan now. I love that. There's a lot of exciting racing. So, yeah, make sure to subscribe to all the channels. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Black Lives Matter. Catch you next time.